Hello and welcome back to Combo Breaker 2025, coming at you live from Schaumburg, Illinois. Hopefully you're having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be tuning in from. But either way, we're here with Melty Blood, Type Luna, Top 24. I'm Salty Boy, and right next to me we have Fox. How are we doing?
What's up? I know it's early in the morning. A lot of people are kind of getting acquainted with their matches so far. It is going to be Top 24, so a lot of matches from the winner side will go straight into Top 8 for them. Other people, they'll have to get at a couple other matches before they figure out where they're going to be in the bracket. Some people who are down there who you might not expect, like Shinoa. I know Shinoa, I talked to them yesterday. They were like, it's cool, no problem. I'll get more matches in, so I'll get warmed up throughout the bracket. That's what they did at Frosty Faustings, where they got sent to losers, and they kind of just like made a big tear, and they're pretty much expected to do very well, get top 3 at this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Shinoa is one of those few examples that, like, down there in losers is very surprising to see, but it's certainly possible for him to make that run back because at Frosty's he made second place after being sent down to losers very early on. But, you know, the competition, as always, is going to be very tight. It is Combo Breaker after all. ScrawtVermillion is in attendance, the one that, you know, is staged to win it, but at the same time, you also have players like Kikoho that are also threatening that crown that Scrawt kind of had like over the past year, with basically being nearly undefeated at all the tournaments he's shown up at.
Yes, like we said, outside of Frosty Faustings, being one of the only few tournaments he has not more or less won, if not placed like second place at most of them. So it's not out of the question that there's more Type Luminar players like Kikoho himself, who's won a lot of tournaments over the last year and some change, mostly due to the fact that he hasn't been doing more online tournaments to help run them anymore, but he's just being able to focus on the game, make sure his own gameplay is kind of solid, understanding how to fight all the other top players, top-tier characters in the game, and yeah, he's one of the best now.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Kikoho, we actually have Kikoho up already on the stage, going to be playing as our very first Top 24 match. And like you said, if you win this one, you're getting straight to Top 8 winners.
Yes, that's correct. And they're going to have to fight against MadeInHeaven. MadeInHeaven, a very strong Saber player over the last, I'd say, like 2.5 years. They've learned how to structure a lot of Saber pressure. It helps that Saber got a slew of buffs ever since she was a part of the base roster of the game. Records are faster, they go further, do more damage. Normals got frame data speed up, more damage. Like almost everything is more damage, faster, safer. And also her Avalon, the Arc Drive, or the super that costs 3 bars, it now gives her life back if she successfully counters something. So that's a big life swing when it's like, it takes away 3,000 of someone's life and it gives like maybe 1,500 of her own back. So it's very staggering to see that happen. Now you're like, oh, you'll be fine, no problem. Then it's like, wait, why did she get life back? What's going on here?
Yeah, honestly, it adds a lot of consistency to what I would have already said was a very consistent game plan that Saber already has. She's normally, you know, playing this mid-range game of poking at safe distances and then going in for these whiff punish options where she utilizes her incredible movement speed, whether on the ground or in the air, to actually catch you out. But Kikoho here on the work is going to be definitely setting up that wall with those projectiles that she has and the bit of a full-screen combo game that she also has available to her when she has meter.
So MadeInHeaven already starting up for great jump A confirm, might spin a bar. Gonna go for the air throw ender, probably a safe jump, might do air dash pressure. Jump B shield back, immediate BC gets A shielded but no punish. So Kiko's just going to try to make space, throw out some rings, maybe intercept an approach by doing jump B. Oh, gets hit by Excalibur dive.
And MadeInHeaven playing very passive until Kikoho tries to approach, and there's the dive kick coming down. MadeInHeaven going to spend those resources to knock Kikoho into the corner. This is the one strongest aspects of Saber, is the fact that she can basically just take you corner to corner without really spending more resources than normal. But Kikoho on the other side here, spending some resources to get this knockdown and also popping heat so that we can recover a lot of health here.
Yes, one of the changes from last year was that heat actually extends, he gives you more life back, and if you hold down heat, you actually get way more life back, more timer. Saber, the notorious 5A auto combo match that goes half screen. MadeInHeaven using that to advantage to close the gap. Goes for a safe jump, empty low gets blocked. Kikoho still just kind of chilling. Oh, high shields, the overhead Rekka follow-up. MadeInHeaven does the BC follow-up, gets hit by the A follow-up right away after from Kikoho. Not dead because they nerf damage off of shield counter follow-ups. Last chance. Does Moondrive back throw? No, 2BC, you try to backdash.
Oh, but dive kick will get us out, but we still get caught by the fireball as MadeInHeaven tries to backdash us out.
Kind of scrambly there at the end, but it's kind of more or less what I feel like what you expected this type of high-level play. People are just trying to get the last hit, and then when in a situation like double Moondrive happens, people just pick the best option they think works, and it usually comes out for a player like Kikoho.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here. Kikoho pushing MadeInHeaven into the corner very early on in this round. MadeInHeaven with 4 stocks of bar gets thrown, and Kikoho is going to be getting a small combo off that. Another fatal counter with the fireball, but unfortunately can't fully pick up that combo there.
So right now, Kikoho is working on a perfect right now, except when they got hit by Excalibur. I'm sorry, Kikoho. My bad, bro.
And now MadeInHeaven has Kikoho up against the wall. We're going to spend 1 bar and also get that air throw knockdown. We have 3 bars, and we're looking to really spend it pretty soon here. We'll see tech hit. Great job from Kikoho, able to get out of that situation.
MadeInHeaven most likely tried to move after that throw tech. You are slightly plus if you tech someone's throw, so MadeInHeaven probably tried to walk back. Moondrive. Throws the moon skill. Moon skills are all throwable frame 1. Does not matter. They are not invincible. There's a blow. He don't. Oh my! I'm surprised. Kikoho just knew, oh, do moon skill teleport, get in there, and just mash throw. Because if MadeInHeaven did Avalon activates on literally everything in the game. So if you try to throw Saber, Avalon still activates.
Yep.
It is a catch-all counter, and because you're also in Blood Heat, you do. Oh, for Saber, for whatever reason, her modifier in Heat is 1.15, and in Blood Heat is 1.25. Everybody else is 1.1 and 1.2. I don't know why Saber's special. I cannot. It's some fate lore. I'm not.
It's like her revealing Excalibur.
I don't know. It's cheating. Why does she get like 0.05 more damage?
She already does so much damage, right? Why does she need more?
Well, the thing was she didn't do as much damage comparable to everybody on the first release of the game.
Yeah.
Now, compared to then, she feels like a completely different character, even though she more or less is the same. Well, some of the things she does is a lot better.
Yeah, that is true. MadeInHeaven taking a bit of time to think here. Putting on the hood. All right, we are locked in.
Making sure you don't get distracted by your peripheral vision. You need to be locked into the game. You're looking at the whole screen at all times, being able to anti-air, being able to get your confirms. So we go into game number 2. Right now, Kikoho holding mid-screen, throwing rings, trying to use Warp's Jump B, one of the dreaded fastest normals in the game, air normals in the game. You hits twice, contest a lot of space. Look at that. It hits twice, kind of forces you down to the ground, and then you put in the situation of, will she do the overhead? Will she try to throw me? So I'm getting the EX ring knockdown.
Yeah, so the ring meaty. MadeInHeaven going to block this one out. Crowd shield, though, will be able to get out with the BC. Kikoho, though, covering that option with those onion rings from the other side. Knockdown off of this. And a little bit of concentration to build up that meter back.
Whoops. Didn't try to punish the errant ring toss, but MadeInHeaven still has a good chance. They have a lot of meter. Nope, not when they get hit by 214B. Kikoho decides to moon drive to get the confirm, and now they're 1 round away from advancing the top 8 winner side.
Yeah, this is set point for Kikoho, and MadeInHeaven really needs to make something happen right now, and with 4 bars, maybe we can do that. But Kikoho going back to the well, tossing out these rings from afar. MadeInHeaven just having to respect that because we don't really have too many great options to actually try to counteract that from full screen.
MadeInHeaven, yep, I was going to say you should use more like super jump, delayed jump, so they can get to space to do Excalibur dive, because a lot of fighting Wark is being able to get around her rings and make sure you maneuver towards her air normals. You don't want to directly be in front of them. Oh, didn't try to 3C the B follow-up, but B follow-up on hit, on normal hit, no counter hit is 0, so you can kind of contest the other person.
To the other side, backdash from Kikoho will get out from that pressure from MadeInHeaven, and we're going to be going up into the air, get that knockdown here with the C rings, and also going to go for another safe heat.
No jump after the moon drive. If you moon drive and you don't try to jump when someone tries to throw you, you are stuck. Going to use the arc drive to get a bit of incidental damage. Another throw combo does not kill because Kikoho doesn't have enough bar, but MadeInHeaven's probably looking for a way to activate heat to get their life back, like right there. But you have to be careful because as long as you hold the shield button while you're in Blood Heat, you activate your last arc and you do a lot of damage. No!
Oh, the BC going to smoke it right through, and all the health that MadeInHeaven got is going to be deleted by Kikoho. Spends the meter he just gained and is going to be getting that knockdown here, back here in mid-screen.
Oh, gets hit by the same side teleport. MadeInHeaven thought it was going to be on the other side. Should be easy close up and go. Spin the 1 bar. Yes, and Kikoho moves on to winner's side top 8.
And that just really dominant screen control from Kikoho that entire round. MadeInHeaven really just struggled to get in against Wark when she was out there full screen tossing out those rings. And like you said, you need to be, super jump. You need to maybe utilize some of those shield follow-ups as well, because normally with Saber, the way to counteract that kind of zoning is you want to be able to smoke him with the Excalibur dive, but the Excalibur dive hits at such a harsh angle that you can't really smoke Wark from full screen like that.
Yes, usually when you're fighting a character like Wark or any sort of projectile-based character in this game, you want to use more of your air movement and ground movement, so you want to dash block, and then like maybe do a neutral jump, see how they throw their projectiles, and then super double jump or super jump air dash so that way you can cover more space, because Saber has charge jump C. It's probably one of the biggest charge jump normals in the game. Hits directly behind her as well, like in front of him, behind her. So it's a great way to like contest any normals they're trying to meet you in the air with. It clashes, and as long as you still have a jump, you can react to the clash, double jump block, or just press another button if you want to.
Yeah, but really well played to Kikoho, able to be our first winner's side top 8 qualifier. We're going to be seeing a few more as we start to get through more of these. MadeInHeaven going to have another chance down there, and losers should be on the loser side qualifier.
Yes.
So one more opportunity, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that is going to end up later on in this block. But here we go. We have our next players
match
stepping up to the stage. StarXunderscore and Akimi. Now, this one was a bit of a surprise to me, and I think you said to you as well.
Mostly because I don't think I've seen Star play as heavily as Akimi has in comparison, because they used to play a lot in the past. I don't want to say past, but like let's say about a year or so ago, when a lot of people were way more active. Star and Akimi were playing more offline. So Star playing Arhkma, probably a lot of people see her as now that Roa got a slew of nerfs where he's not uncontested top 1 anymore. Now Roa's probably the Spider-Man meme of, you know, the vapor disappearing, MJ disappearing, going no, and you just move him over like 3 spots or something.
Yeah.
So people say it's either powered CL or it's Arhkma now for how strong they are. Arhkma able to hold out orbs, throw out lasers, but now one of the big changes is that when she does the negative edge orb, the one that you can hold, if she blocks something, it now goes away, which is something I never thought would happen in my lifetime, because for as long as she has existed, anytime that orb is out there, the one that you can hold, as you're pressing her, she can let go whenever she wants to counter hit you, which if you think about how strong that is alone, you now give this character 3 jumps and 2 air dashes and makes her one of the most mobile characters in the game.
Yeah, exactly. She has such a flexible toolkit that she can kind of do whatever she wants, but it's all about the proper orb placement as well and the timing of popping those orbs. But here we go. We have Akimi with the Vlov, StarXunderscore with the Arhkma, and Akimi. I mean, both these players are going to kind of be playing a bit more of like that full screen game at first, and until it is time to go in. And StarXunderscore going to be the one that has to be pushing that aggression, but Akimi is going to be getting a nice fatal counter there in the air.
So now Akimi pushes Star full screen, decides not to spend any meter, trying to make sure they don't get sniped by any Arhkma shenanigans. Double overhead gets blocked. A little bit too early in the throw attempt there. Akimi goes for the left, right, same side, low. So now, most likely she will spend a bar. No, she drops a confirm. Star trying to line safely to punish. Double moon drive. So now Arhkma has 4 jumps, 3 air dashes. So if you're Akimi, you have to be a little careful. I can't believe she got mind control to BC into that orb. My God.
All right, going to shield that. No follow-up tech from Star. Akimi going to respect the situation afterwards. Good block on the overhead, but is going to have to block this incoming sequence. So he dump that meter for those plus frames. And StarXunderscore going to keep maintaining control of this corner as we're trying to set up another orb, or just go for the 236A Rekka series instead.
Sets out another orb, keeping more pressure, trying to see if Akimi flinches on anything. Tries to jump out. Didn't get stuck as an air unblockable, but Scar's positioning, I was going to say it was really great. Gets hit by 5C. It is air unblockable, one of Vlov's better buttons at contesting at that range, and Akimi cleans it up with using 1 bar. Absolutely.
Akimi looking pretty solid there in that round, especially playing that defense against Arhkma. StarXunderscore getting a really long block string there, but unfortunately not able to open up Akimi. We'll see if anything changes here in this upcoming round. Akimi still in fire mode, has not gone down a round just yet. We're seeing that full screen control come in as StarXunderscore tries to set up maybe some lasers or orbs from the top end of the screen.
Star managing, I was going to say, is mid-screen, but Akimi doing her best. Decides to moon drive there. It's kind of scared her projectile will get punished with a big jump. So, holding stage, moon skill laser gets a knockdown. EX laser pulls up, empty jump. Throw gets teched. There's a shield, no response right away. Star just holding his ground. He needs, he needs to be a little bit more mobile and more decisive about what buttons he wants to press, because Akimi will just meet him in the air.
Yeah, Akimi is so good at that. It's just meeting these players up in the air to get these fatal counters, but StarXunderscore is going to be getting a really nice confirm with an air button.
There's this orb set down.
Orb.
Ooh, all right, blocks the air dash empty low. Plus frames on the EX orb. There's the guard cancel heat, and Akimi immediately stomps. That's one of the things a lot of WoW players like to do, is if they immediately heat you away, they will just hit 2-2A or B, because once you tech, you have a few frames of recovery. You cannot be punished unless it's a forward tech. But it's still, you shouldn't really try to do anything kind of aggressive versus a character like Vlov who can put something right on top of you from full screen.
Yeah.
Oof, double moon drive. I feel like Star didn't need to moon drive back. It was kind of a cautionary, oh, you press the big red button, I'll press my own.
There it is. There's the smack with the JA into the air throw chase. Noticing it wasn't a fatal counter. Akimi going to start pushing StarXunderscore into the corner a little bit more. I like that we backed up as well, noticing that, StarXunderscore with Alko has such great movement. They got to make sure they meet her and stop her from being able to escape. And there it is, the flame cover. But we're dropping the confirms. Akimi has unfortunately been doing that a lot in bracket recently. And it's maybe with the morning nerves, it's not helping. StarXunderscore going to set up that orb in front of Akimi's face here and going to pop it to stay safe.
Takes it up overhead, high shield. Star goes for low shield right after. It's surprising he didn't get thrown, but now keeping more air dash pressure with double overheads. Oh, the 6C clashes with the Vlog 5C. There was no response from Akimi. Going to spin a bar, laser knockdown, or set up orb. Trying to see if Akimi decides to guard cancel heat any pressure. No, she just fails to block the last low at that sequence. And Star takes that round. Very nice.
Looking a lot better for sure as we go into the final, competitively the final round here of game number 2. StarXunderscore has one more to win, but now Akimi has that ice mode on lock, and that's going to help Akimi control the screen a little bit easier as the frame data and even the damage of some of those specials are going to be increased.
Yes, the icicles are a little bit bigger than the fire. A lot of fire is plus, but the ice it just occupies more space on the screen, does a little bit more chip. Oh, and there's the errant jump C from Akimi. And then the 2 BC from Star. A lot of Alko players like using that whenever you're floating in that airspace. Lasers go really high in the air. Spin the bar, set the orb knockdown, time to pull up. Let's see if Akimi decides to moon drive any of this pressure or guard cancel heat. They're holding this pressure. Oh, decides to mash and manages to get that throw on defense. Star stuck in the corner. Back mid screen's gonna go for the left right. No, she fails it.
The trade, but Akimi is going to keep on pressing, spending that meter on the carpet. And there it is, the reaction to the moon skill, but unfortunately not going to smoke it out. However, Akimi is going to stay strong and able to clean up that round there.
She actually could have did an arc drive during the clash because arc drive for Vlad has a ton of invincibility, would have hit full screen. She would have lost 3 meter, but it didn't really matter because Star would not have been able to do anything because he was still stuck in a moon drive. Oh my god, the 5C response to the moon skill coming out. Akimi just making sure Star cannot get set up. Left, right coming in.
No, same side throw. Same side low, but that's going to be the DP from Star. Alko only has access to a meter DP, so playing defense can be a little bit tougher, especially when Akimi is going to be getting these knockdowns, setting these flame carpets, and just constantly meeting you from safe distances.
Akimi going for a cheeky little reset there, trying to see if Star, oh no, does not block in the instance. Moon skill DP flip is in overhead as a starter. Doesn't get the knockdown, set up an orb. More 5A pressure. Alko 5A is a low. Oh my god, Akimi not pressing anything after a successful shield. More staggers, plus frames. There's the moon drive. Oh, Star does not respond to the moon skill in time, and he loses for it, and Akimi takes it 2-0.
Yeah, looking really clean. It was really just, I feel like Star not really successfully responding to a lot of these strong VOV options with like the carpet, and all these clashes as well. Though he did have like some really good instances with like the 6C, and that able to blow through Akimi and no response from her.
Yes, it is kind of difficult if you haven't fought Vlad in quite some time, because Vlad was seen as one of the most terrifying characters to fight in this game. People did not really understand how to approach him because it felt like he just constantly put up walls, he did damage. We have to teach people how to have better, how to have their, what they want to display with better lighting, because it is not hard. Production is trying their best. You have to work with them. You can't work against them. Yeah. Hopefully one of these days, anytime you go to a tournament, they tell you, hey, if you want to show your funny little meme or your nice stickers, you have to have proper lighting. But again, good stuff with Akimi. She moves on to winner side top 8. I know she's been gunning for that for a little bit. She does normally make top 8 in a lot of tournaments she goes to, but it's one of those things where she either dedicates herself as a commentator or it's like, I will play in bracket.
Yeah, and especially that combo breaker, she's always come short of top 8. I know it's like normally like 9th, 17th, so like top 24 area always, but trying to actually break in has always been difficult for her. But I know that, I think it was like, what, 2022, 2023? It's been a little bit, but I think it was 2022 when she did make top 8. So it was a good, nice return to form since launch to be able to make it to that spot. And we'll see how far she ends up making it into in top 8, because, that's a guaranteed 5th place at least.
Yes, of course. Of course, finally, we have the man himself, Mr. Melty-Blood, Mr. ScrawtVermillion.
He doesn't need much of an introduction.
Well, yeah, he's now more focused on Street Fighter. He's focused on City of Wolves. Those are two games that he's at heart he is a fighting game player who likes competition. So even though he loves Melted Blood as much as he possibly can, there are some. Is that?
Oh, there we go. Now we got some good lighting. I love that.
Thank God. DatBoyUchiha, he's known as one of the He's known as one of the proprietors of Shiki Tono. He's come up with a lot of the setups. He has good spacing. He's very well known for using Shiki's 236A, B, and C. We're just showing up
the
our
dog
pets.
in response.
We're showing up pets. That I believe that dog's name is Shiki. I think he named.
Is he?
I think he named him Shiki. I'm not.
He got no
sure.
beanie though, so
He has no beanie, but that's what's it called? That's DatBoyUchiha's whole thing is he wears that beanie constantly, and I know he's done his best trying to be better at the game. He took a small break, working on himself as a person, wanting to make sure he gets better as a player, and that should show through his play because this is a top 8 qualifier.
Yep, winner side even. So DatBoyUchiha already coming back strong, but has to play against Scrawt, so that's always going to be really tough. We'll see if Scrawt is still like brushed up enough to be able to take down Uchiha, because Uchiha, you know, still a very constant threat, and you know, Scrawt at any point during this bracket can definitely go down and drop down to losers. But here with the Coma, we'll see how he ends up faring. One of the strongest parts of Scrawt's play is the fact that he's really good with his fundamentals, but he's also really good at excelling in the scramble and then also forcing that scramble.
Yes, he's learned over the couple of years he's been playing this game that some portions of the game is very scramble heavy, and being able to mitigate that scramble makes you a better player because you don't have to worry about all the small situations that occur. But we're going to get an EX-DP knockdown. It's going to be mid-screen, left, right, high, low, same side, high. Scrawt tried to duck, thinking it was going to be the other side, but at the last second, gets clipped by the jump C. So we're going to go for an air throw ender and most likely into a safe jump.
All right, going to be shielding that one, and a shield response from Uchiha, but Scrawt not biting. And is going to be able to score himself a way out of that corner, going to be spending the bar on the ender to get that knockdown. And fortunately, going to get smacked as DatBoyUchiha is going to blow him up with that wake-up mash.
Gonna spend meter on the mid-screen knockdown, get your life back. Oh no, it actually did knock Scrawt down. There was too many hits there. But as long as DatBoyUchiha does not engage with Coma too much, he should be okay. Scrawt stood up there a little bit too early, got hit by 2C. So DatBoyUchiha taking the round number 1.
Yeah, already starting off strong, but now Scrawt has a lot of meter, and Coma is the scariest once he has all that meter available. Going to be seeing that shield response, then there's the BC. DatBoyUchiha going to find a hit, but unfortunately not able to really find too much. Afterwards, the fatal counter into the throw here. All right, sets up the armor. Now this is where it gets scary, and you can see Uchiha already trying to respect it and tries to throw it as well, because that's one of the only ways to really beat that armor. But
Yes.
Scrawt going to go right over it with that IED.
Ooh, other side low. Uchiha not ready to block that instance. Should be able to get the kill with the command throw. For whatever reason, well, I should say whatever reason, he's always had it. Coma, when he does his command throw, he can actually choose which direction to put you, and if you're close enough to the corner, he does get a combo afterwards, so that's very nice for his strike throw mix-up. But Uchiha gets a clean anti-air, full confirm, should spend, yep, there's the 3 bars. He will get 4 new moves. We'll see if any of those come into play, but right now, spending all that meter does give you a massive life lead. Oh, and the jump B after the BC clash, Scrawt probably trying to hold up and press a button, gets fatal though. So one more time, spin into the bar.
Yeah, going to spend it right there and still has one more bar in the tank for afterwards. The clash here and going to continue mashing that 5A. Anti-airs Uchiha, and Scrawt's able to get out of the corner, activate a safe bloody, but a heat activation from Uchiha on a wake up is going to hit Scrawt straight in the face. We're immediately going to spend that arc drive, run down the timer of that heat, and now ScrawtVermillion with very low health remaining has a huge wall to climb.
So now Scrawt's going to get the command grab ender, mid-screen left, right, high, low. Oh, it's just a grab. He baits out the low shield. The shields lose to grab, so, you know, if you're trying to beat the strike, you have to be careful about the throw. Armor up, and he tried to mash. He probably tried to throw the armor, but Scrawt had the correct spacing, got the 2A counter hit, ends the round. So Scrawt up 1-0.
Yeah. And huge comeback in that round as well. It just shows how scary Coma can be and how skewed the risk and reward can be in his favor the moment he sets up that armor.
The thing is, the only way to break the armor is to throw him, do an EX move, shield the armor, and do any of the follow-ups to break it, or heat activate yourself to break the armor. That is it. You cannot mash on him. You cannot do like a DP, an invincible reversal. He will just go through it and like smack you for it. Yeah. Speaking of DPs, Uchiha gets a DP. He gets an extension follow-up. Does he have the side switch? Yes, he does.
Really clean stuff from Uchiha with that combo. Going to be able to get some nice damage in return as well, 2.5k. Not a whole lot, but that is some damage on the table. And we're going to be seeing a drop from Scrawt as Uchiha is immediately going to respond.
Oh no, he tried to take out of the corner. Forward tech is the only grounded tech in the game that can be punished. It's about 1 to 2 frames punishable. If you overlap a button on most people, it will punish them for it. There's a BC chases with the air dash. So now Scrawt's going to armor up. There it is. But there's a guard cancel heat to break the armor, and the 5C whip punish. DatBoyUchiha taking the first round once again.
Yeah, good play from Uchiha. And honestly, like, that's also going to blow up options like I-80 or something. So, like, in that instance, like, the only way for Scrawt to beat that was go for a shield, which is, you know, very risky as well.
And speaking of shield being risky, DatBoyUchiha let go of his shield at the worst possible time. Got hit by the air dash jump C. Goes for the Rekka. Don't have to worry about the overhead or the command grab. Stomp, putting him back at 5C range. So now DatBoyUchiha is trying to figure out a way to get out without getting hit for jumping. Unblockable. You have to high shield that, but Scrawt drops his combo, so you're lucky if you're Uchiha right now. Trying to get space back to mid-screen, but not getting anything. Overhead plus frames.
See right there, and there's the heat activation from Uchiha once again, trying to regain that health. But Scrawt still at perfect alive totals. Uchiha yet to break him open. And that's a huge raw 3C, reacting to Uchiha trying to jump out of that command grab situation.
Last guess for Uchiha this round. Overhead. Use the plus frame to keep your turn. There's the DP out of block stun. I don't want to have to block anymore, but gets hit by jump bait, command, a normal air throw, and then Uchiha mashing once again to try to get out of that last ditch situation. Doesn't spend any meter, tries to chase the grounded tech. Ooh, low shield gets blown up by the 5C mid, and the 2B counter poke from Scrawt.
Yeah, definitely one of Koma's best buttons right there, that 2B. Just does so much counter poking and also just being a really good anti-air as well. But right now, Uchiha is the one that's going to be tossing Scrawt into the corner very early on and also going to be dumping that meter onto the arc drive once again to start unlocking those moves here and add some extra damage to the table. But Scrawt going to wake up with a reversal here and going to be tossing Uchiha back into the corner instead.
Going to go for left, right. Uchiha guesses right on the DP which direction to go for. Decides to spend a bar, probably going to try to get a mid-screen knockdown or push the corner. Let's see if Scrawt, yep, there's the back tech. Back tech is safe. Oi, air unblockable. That's 2 new moves he's just used right now. Let's see if he can get the kill here. He won't, but he's in a great spot. Going to spin a bar. Air surrender.
Yeah, but Scrawt's been in the same spot before, but that's going to be a big punish as Scrawt is going to forfeit that game. And Uchiha gets a game in return, evening things up to a 1-1.
It looked like Uchiha's way more content with being able to contest Scrawt in a lot of terms, where most people will not want to mash versus Koma because they think, oh, he's just going to use the arm. Well, I have not seen Scrawt use the armor command grab that would eat a lot of 2-ways from Uchiha in those situations. So maybe that's the adjustment. You do more of the armor command grabs. They are slower, but if you try to hit him with anything that's not invincible, you won't break the armor. So, yep, command grab ender. 1-2. Yeah, there it is, a slower command grab. Hey, it's like he was listening to me. It's crazy. Plus frames. You're going to be stuck.
There's the challenge.
He decides not to do the armor command grab again. He's not dissuading Uchiha from mashing in those situations.
Oh, and that's going to be an unblockable there. You cannot low shield that.
Oh, and right now Uchiha is just constant contesting Scrawt using Tono's 2B. It hits twice. They both hit low, so it's a great way to counter poke people for walking back.
Take him all the way up to the top of the screen and all the way back down. Small concentration to build up some meter, but a miss time on the throw. Scrawt is going to be able to get a heat right there.
He's going to use this arc drive ender most likely, or unless he's going to armor up. No.
Nah.
Not enough to kill, but it's the last touch situation for Uchiha here.
Yeah, very close though. Uchiha still alive, and there's the heat activation once again. You know it. He's always going to be going for that because he's going to pop that arc drive right there. Uchiha going to be unlocking those moves once again. Now we're at even life totals, nearly even resources, but Uchiha's going to have way more of a take for the moon drive.
I think he got crossed up. He got 1 BC instead of 3 BC. It would have been a DP. Instead, he got the slide. The slide does not have any recovery if it doesn't contact with anything. So small errant, but it felt like Scrawt was baiting out that option. So good stuff to Scrawt. Plus frames. Ooh, doesn't punish the lariat there. No armor. Just keeping Uchiha in the corner. Oh! My man spaced out Tono 2C. I thought you couldn't do that.
All right, here we go. There's the ender. Spend the meter. Are we going to accept the armor? No, we're not. Instead, we're going to go for the plus frames and just going to smack him with that 5A to just prevent Uchiha from trying to mash right there.
1-2. No overhead. There's the low shield. Blocks the B follow-up. Yep, if you block the B follow-up, it is very punishable. Scrawt should be able to steal this round. No, I'm sorry. I cursed you, my friend. I apologize.
Top of the round now. Uchiha has an opportunity to go for another safe heat, and we're going to be seeing it right there to end off that combo, recover the health, and try to even up this life total. But Scrawt now going to be fighting a great hit. This should be enough to kill. Granted, we don't drop it this time.
And there it is, the EX command grab ender. That was very slick from Scrawt. He knew the spacing once again. He qualifies for top 8 winner side.
Yeah, and that spacing really is what elevates Scrawt, I think. I mean, we're just seeing so many of these whip punishes, and also just like the confidence in these 3Cs that like, yeah, I'm going to smoke this 2C. Right
yes.
There.
The reason why Koma 3C is so strong, it moves him so far forward. The hitbox is actually deceptive. It's a lot bigger than it looks on the screen. You know, it's the universal anti-air for everybody, but also it is a great whiff punishing tool as well. As you saw Uchiha try to do 2C to get out of the corner the one time, and ScrawtVermillion kind of perfectly spaced the 3C, hit the recovery frames of the 2C, and I think that's where it started to snowball in his favor there.
Yes. And also because it's a launcher right there, so it's immediately getting him that knockdown situation that Koma really wants, and then there's the frame kill, and then like, okay, now is it going to be plus frames, is it going to be overhead, low, or just going to go for some armor move?
Yes, exactly. So good stuff to Scrot. He is the, if you want to watch Koma play in the States, he is probably the best Koma to see in North America right now. And honestly, Uchiha showing you how you can still play a character like Tono. A lot of people kind of underrate the character because he feels like a kind of normal guy. He doesn't have anything special, but he does have forward advancing special moves that are air unblockable, like the lariat. It happens so fast, and since a game like Melted Blood wants you to be in the air, if you try to jump at the wrong time, you just get clipped. He gets a full confirm, so you're more worrisome about jumping at those spaces, and that's why he can just kind of run at you, do his long sweep, do big jump ins. So that's the strength of Tono that we saw from Uchiha. That's it.
Yeah, but with that, that's going to be 3 of our winner side qualifiers down. So we got Akimi up there, we got Kikoho up there, and we also got Scrawt up there, which surprising. We seeing Kikoho and Scrawt playing winner semis for top 8, so you have that to look forward to after this block. But now we got to look forward to our final winner side top 8 qualifier. This will be between Hyde and Luffy.
So Hyde, I have not seen play Type Lumina in a little bit. They've been playing again recently since they started playing City of Wolves. So I guess they came back to the roots, starting to play. They still play Roa, that's good to see. And Luffy, one of the, from Saudi Arabia, one of the proponents of Akiha. Yeah, there it is, Akiha Nation. This character was, after a slew of buffs from 2 patches ago, she became way more scarier. Her DP gives her better mid-screen average damage than most of the cast. She has some of the best set play in the game, and her move, one of the few things about her that is not great is that her movement is what holds her back, especially versus a character like Roa, who controls a lot of the screen with his lightning. But if you can manage to just get your way in the one time like right here, you might not ever be able to play the game again.
Yeah, that's true, and there it is. There's the ring locking him down. There's the throw. She's able to set up a ring for free, and that's going to be the strongest piece of set play you're going to be seeing from Akiha, where she gets that knockdown, and suddenly she has 1,000,000+ frames, and it's on you to respond to that.
So this is a safe jump. Hyde gonna keep asserting the pressure. Whiff throw is plus. You need to know that, Luffy. You've been playing this game for quite some time. Gonna EX Lightning, air throw Ender. Is it a safe jump? Is it empty low? Is it throw? Oh, trying to fuzzy mash, doesn't get anything off of it. So now Luffy's kind of holding Roa pressure. They nerfed a lot of people's, they nerfed rebeats across the board for pressure. So sometimes you can kind of mash sooner than you normally would, but Luffy gets the mash, EX re-Ender, mid-screen left, right, high, low. Let's see what happens.
Same side into the low. Hyde using that pause button to kind of react to the incoming mix-up that Luffy was about to put on top of it. And Luffy going for the empty air jump low. And now Hyde is going to be taking the full brunt of this damage. We're not able to kill just yet. The scaling is a little too high, but Luffy still has that 1 bar in the tank to respond and keep Hyde locked down a little bit longer. But the heat is going to knock Luffy back to full screen. We should be able to spend that arc drive right here to just tack on that extra damage. Still not enough, but now Luffy is in a pretty scary situation.
Throw those kill in the situation, so you have to be a little bit careful. You're okay with holding some of this roll pressure because your mid-screen not in the corner. There's the jump, gets met by jump B. Luffy manages to get jump A, no confirm. Doesn't spend meter. There's the moon drive from Hyde to see what's going on. Hyde's trying to hold the screen. You can't punish that. That's a jump cancelable on whiff. So now Luffy has a lot of moon drive, but I suspect Akiha 4 BC might be coming through if we're not careful. Oof. There's the 5C, no confirm after. Air dash jump B goes over Roa 5A, and that should be the... No! And that was also 0-0 seconds as well. I think if Luffy was paying attention to the clock, they could have realized they had the life lead kind of chilled and won based off of time.
Yeah, probably, but it is still tough because Roa is going to be tossing out all these lightning bolts and just cutting off lanes of the screen, and that's what's really making it so hard for Luffy, who's trying to approach right now, but so far we're really utilizing this movement to our fullest, and also the usage of shield as well has been nice as well. Luffy building up a bit of that moon drive in the process because of that, and now that's going to be an ID that's going to open up Luffy overhead.
Very scary. Roa has one of the evil air dashes, very linear, doesn't fall off, baits a lot of lows, throws, low shields. Drop the confirm. Luffy they have 3 bars, so if they can get a clean hit, they can start running some set play pressure. Looks like Hyde tried to stand up a little bit too quickly. Akiha carpet is a low, it hits 3 times, so you have to be diligent about blocking it. Left, right, high, low. No, throws the moon drive. Set out ring, baits out the low shield with the pullback wheel. Very nice addition they gave her about 2 years ago. Spin 3 bars? Yes. Thank you. I was worried Luffy would try to not use
meter.
Yeah, they would try to use 1 bar, get a knockdown, run the mix-up, but that's scary because if the mix-up fails and Hyde gets free, you could just lose the round.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen so many times where one of the players is really down low, but then they just pop heat and then suddenly things get sent back into their favor.
So now Akimi has no meter, but it's fine because meter gain in this game is pretty plentiful. A lot of shield mind games going on. Meaty ring, shield back, walk back. Yes! B follow-up is now punishable in this version of the game since the patch last year. Thank you very much, Kimono.
There's the knockdown. She'll be able to set up this oncoming mix. There's the low again. Behind, going to backdash it. Getting himself out and getting a punish as well.
Ooh.
But a big drop. And now Luffy is going to pick that one up. No drops here.
There we go. EX ring.
EX
Gonna go for the air throw ender. Let's see if this is a safe jump. See, baits out the moon drive. Presses 5B. Hyde tried not to press any moon skills there. And Luffy takes game number 1 very convincingly.
Yeah, absolutely perfect spacing as well, and these 5Cs really coming in clutch, just at the perfect distance to just break open Hyde right now. All right, here we go. Next game.
So now I'm wondering if Hyde just goes back to their old form of aggression. Yeah, it looks like they're way less timid now. They realize what Aki's weaknesses are. Doesn't have any 5As that are high enough for air dashes. She has to commit to slower normals. But the movement from her is not great, and Ro can kind of abuse that, especially with these rebeats we're seeing here. Luffy's kind of door stuck, blocks his fake double overhead. Oh, gets hit by the frame trap lightning. And look at those air dash pressure. Hyde's just like, yeah, I'm not letting you out of this corner.
Didn't even try to press on the whiff throw that time.
Learned that whiff throw is plus. There's the meaty throw. Air dash. Shields the jump in, but it's still safe. It's not a full punish. Got clipped for trying to jump. No, didn't get the kill confirmed there. Moon skill tackle getting out, just dumping some more meter mid-screen to keep. Oh my god!
Still active?
Somebody clip that. Oh, wait. Air dash gets hit by moon skill DP. Not enough to kill, but Hyde. I was gonna say they're gonna go for a reset, but they're just running way more air dash pressure now. They realize Luffy is way more defensive, not willing to press buttons.
Yeah, we're really getting cheeky with all these resets here on Luffy as Luffy just continues to not press anything, but there's the heat activation from Luffy as we're going to try to play that defensive game, set up the ring, and go for the low as Hyde is locked into that stand shield. Pick up, air throw, here's the mix, but we're going to be smacked by the heat from Hyde in return.
Decides to shield the 2-1-4C from Roa. No counter hit jumpy. Gets the airborne 5A hit. You have to be careful about this confirm. Yeah, I was going to say, most 5A to A confirms. The scale kicks in pretty quickly. Time, please look at the time. 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 Thank you. It was about to be another tragedy where Luffy would have won the round if they just looked at time, and I think they realized that instance. So now they are on set point. Oi, Roa jumpy. Great for slapping you directly above him. He has buttons for everything, folks.
It really does. There it is. 3C knockdown. Here we go. Good block on the second overhead, but there's the throw coming in as Luffy's playing very defensive, but we're going to be pressing those buttons. There's the 2A, 2B confirmed here and bring us back to mid-screen.
Left, right, high, low once again. Doesn't bait out anything, just keeps pressure. BC after shield doesn't want to deal with any of those shenanigans. Now directly above Roa. Being directly above Roa is the one way to stop him when he's on the ground. Akimi jump B, great for that. Gonna push the corner. Doesn't recover after the 2B to probably shield the heat activation. Take some free moon. Oh my god! Hyde accidentally pressing 5A there. They managed to get hit by Akimi jump B, so now Luffy's gonna spend a bar. Gonna go for 3C, air throw ender. Let's see what the mix-up is here.
Probably gonna go for the 2A once again, yeah.
Ooh, and Hyde looks like they kind of were hesitant about what to do there, so they took the turn a little bit too late. Got counter hit. They should be. Oh no, they're not dead. That's not good. Moon skill DP. This could be the start that Hyde needs to win this round and maybe win the set.
We're going to be building up 3 bars. No, not quite. But we still have 2 bars here. Hyde can definitely take it right here, right now. We just need to find a way to open up Luffy, who has been playing so defensive this entire second game. Luffy backing up, but gets tossed by the throw as Hyde fully commits to the backdash read.
Yes, if anyone's familiar with BB tag, throw does give the automatic run past a certain distance, so that is why Luffy's backdash was punished because of the throw. But now Luffy's back to the corner once again. They have almost 4 bar. I don't think they'll try to do guard cancel heat just yet. They have a lot of life. You can still play very defensive in this game and be rewarded for it without having to use too many of your resources, but that can be chipped away with a lot of strike throw like you're seeing right here.
Just going for the simple stagger pressure right here. All right.
Gets the BC to come through. Luffy's probably going to spend meter here. They have 4 bars. They want to get a proper setup. No, they hold on to their meter. They're going to get the air throw ender. Charge 5B to crush any low shields. Plus frames. Let's go. It's on the block.
Now we're going to be spending that mirror for those plus frames, and we can just keep on looping all these plus frames together as Hyde is just stuck here into the corner. Better pull up a chair, maybe get yourself a drink, because you're going to be in here for the long run. Luffy going to be getting that knockdown. There's the heat activation. Once again, Luffy going to get smacked by it.
Blocks it to 1-4C. They were scared to try to shield on the way down. Oh my god, the Abare throw there works. Hyde tries a moon drive. You can throw moon drives and wake up on the first active frame when they get up. Spend the meter to keep them in blocks done. Yes, it is. Let's go. You have to worry about the Moonsail coming through. No, gets the 2-way hit. That should be it. And Luffy takes us at 2-0, and they move on to winner side top 8 with Akira.
How long has it been since Aki has been in the top 8?
Climax tonight. Shijo.
Oh, you're right.
Shijo won the tournament.
You are completely right.
She needs more buffs though. She needs to have her movement buff. She needs to have a proper 5A that can be fuzzy mashable. I'm just spouting propaganda, by the way. Don't don't take anything I say seriously.
I'm with you on it.
I don't play this game anymore, but I just watch the game I watch the game at a very close distance. I want to make sure that everybody understands what's going on with the game. Just because I don't play it doesn't mean I don't support the game still. So I would still say, you know, play Melty. Melty's really fun. You get to see a lot of these interactions. I know a lot of people were dissuaded by the very initial release of the game by how strong Shield was. Shield has been toned down quite a bit since then. It is, you know, still one of the things you want to do to get out of pressure, but it's not the end-all be-all way to, you know, stop someone's offense.
Yeah, you know, Crouch Shield was notorious, but Crouch Shield is not the catch-all like it used to be, for sure.
So that is the last match we have for right now. We're going to have to go to some ads real quickly, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Combo Breaker 2025. We're still here with Melty Blood, Type Lumina, top 24. I'm Salty Boy, joined here with Fox, and we're going to be watching 8 more matches before top 8 as we're about
you know, depending on time constraints, we're going to give you as many matches as we can, but we will definitely give you the matches that are for the top 8 qualifiers in this loser side of the bracket. We already have our 4 people in the winner side, top 8, and now we're just going to have to go through down to the losers. It's kind of a bloodbath down there, especially with some of the people that we're going to see. 2 of these people that I've seen play since the very start of the game's lifespan, one of them being NegaReaper and the other one being Link Pendrago. So I don't know which character Reaper's playing. It looks like it's going to be Mashu. Like, I'm just kind of...
I think it's probably Miyako, right?
Yeah, I feel like he switches between Mashu and Miyako whenever he feels like. And Link Pendrago been playing Saber since he's touched the game many years ago. He's from MDVA area, NegaReaper from East Canada, repping the French-bred scene out there. So we'll see what these multiplayers have in offer, but it's going to be, I know at least Saber, we've already seen her earlier today. We'll see how Link decides to play her.
Yeah, absolutely. And Link actually making top 8 last year as well, which is pretty notable. So he's definitely looking to make that again. And I don't think Reaper has ever made top 8 here at CB.
I think he has.
He has?
He has. I think the very first year this game was here, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what it was.
I'll probably have to go look back at the records for that one. But we're here. We're here with top 16 losers. Not quite yet a qualifier, but we're getting to that point. Reaper locking into the Miyako, hovered over a few characters there. But Link Pendrago, obviously, we have the Saber like we talked about.
So, Miyako, one of the characters who, from the very first version of the game, the first patch after the first version of the game, she got slightly nerfed. And a lot of Miyako players were like, oh, she's unplayable. Now, after about 3 years, people are like, oh, Miyako's just a huge menace. She has a lot of advancing normals. She has a lot of ways to keep her turn to check you mid-screen with a little shoe. And then she also has throw combo, which is very cheap. Oh, double moon drive to stay safe. Tries to jump, gets air unblockable by the Miyako advancing 5B.
Yeah, should be able to get the knockdown there. Go for a small amount of concentration. The moon skill, wake up, but Reaper jumps right over.
Oh, goes for the Genai Jin overhead. But no confirm afterwards. Link's on his last leg so far. If he gets a clean hit, he might try to activate. No! Tries a low shield thinking that Reaper was going to immediately press a low button, but small whiff. And because he was also at a moon gauge, you can no longer hold shield when you don't have any moon gauge left.
Yeah, that's true. That is another nerf to shield that you definitely have to work around it on a defense. But right now, Link Pendrago does not have to worry about playing on defense because we have Reaper on defense instead here in the corner, trying to go for that charge stand normal. But Reaper going to be able to take that advantage, take that time to jump out and able to get a knockdown off this.
So we get the Miyako air throw knockdown. Genai Jin gets the overhead there. You have to stand up. It looks like her run, but she has a small shadows. It's so hard to see. There's no way. Can we get a nerf to that so we can actually see when it's coming through? But anyway, keeping more Miyako pressured. The advancing character, I won't say the C word, I don't care what you say, Phantom. Ooh, tries to go for the standing reset over there. Manages the mash afterwards. Link gets his turn back. Let's see if he spends a bar and gets his life back.
Spends the meter. This should be corner to corner. Air throw, yeah, corner to corner for sure. We're going for the double mix up. This move's going wake up, and Pendrago trying to chase Reaper down, but Reaper immediately going to catch Pendrago. There, right. Moon drive.
Doesn't see anything. Mashes moon skill plus frames 2-C. Gets the clash, and unfortunately, not enough moon drive less the clash with the rest of the DP, and NegaReaper barely gets out of that situation and goes up 1-0. So now let's see how Link decides to adapt, because a lot of situations he's been mashing more often than not in. It feels like he's being really impatient.
It does. Pendrago going to wait that one out right there, stalling into the air. We see the stand shield from Reaper expecting an overhead, but Pendrago going for the low instead. Excalibur canceled the moon skill, moon drive, but Reaper going to catch him with the moon skill right up there. Nice punish.
Yep, you have to worry about, Link just mashing moon skills. He's just trying to get him out of the air, trying to force his turn back. He does. He'll probably spend a bar, probably go for some sort of safe jump. We'll see what happens here. Might be a reset. No. Safe jump incoming. Oh, and there's the mash on the DP once again. Link trying to use the sway back moon skill, but he just gets met with the DP at the end. And now Reaper trying to get Asian.
Overhead. We ain't blocking those.
It looks exactly like her. No! It's okay, I guess.
Sure.
I don't condone that type of play, but sure, whatever gets you the W.
They drop his plus. All right, here we go. Pendrago getting an opening, starting us off. Has 4 bars. We see the Excalibur coming down, but Reaper, when on the ground, you know, Miyako is a very mobile character, so can easily avoid a lot of these.
Just sends it full screen with the elbow, hits same side. Link not respecting it, not trying to stay into the air. Double overhead block. There's the throw. Gonna swap back into the corner or go for a reset. Yeah, there's the reset. There's the moon drive. Gonna get a lot of passive meter when you activate moon drive. Gonna spend a bar most likely. Gonna go for the air throw. No. Unblockable setup. No. There's the moon drive. Tries to get out of it. And now we're just back to full screen.
Oh, it still catches.
Lucky last hit of the moon skill DP hitting. Gonna give a good bit of damage. Spend the bar. Gonna activate for your life. You have to be careful what happens here. More staggers coming through. Link got all his life back, and now he's gonna do a little bit more damage. Overhead block. Plus frames. 2-C.
Hey! Block the shield. Block the heat. And Pendrago is gonna be able to get a round of his own. And Reaper, because we spent heat, we're going to be both at 0 meter, except Reaper's gonna be going up 1.
Oh, looked like Reaper tried to jump there. Got hit by 2C. You gotta watch your legs. No meter, just going to take the air through ender. Reaper not reversing there, showing a little bit more respect, realizing he might be on the back foot for a little bit.
Yeah, great tech. The thing about Saber is that she doesn't really have too much of a high-low game, so she really wants to be going for the strike throw mix, which kind of conflicts with her main game plan of just poking at these safe distances.
Oh, we're just mashing moon skills, and somehow Link came out on top, even though Reaper still had some moon drive left. So now going to spend a bar. That's a ton of damage. Next hit should seal it for Link if he has the right routing. Oh my god! I think Reaper was trying to input DP and didn't get it this time. Gets hit by Jump C on the way down and is 1 game apiece.
Pendrago looking at that like I shouldn't have gotten that. I should have got smoked by DP or something. But either way.
That's what it felt like, actually. I'm surprised it didn't work out, but you know, it's okay.
Yeah, but either way, we're going back to the character select, and looks like we've had enough of Miyako. Miyako was doing well, but no, instead we're going to switch back to the match right here, and we'll see how this ends up changing things.
So it feels like the reason why Reaper is picking Mashu here is just because it feels like since a lot of her buffs where she gets more plus frames, she's more active frames on a lot of her moves. And Unblockable, no, didn't press 5A right away. It feels like she can force a lot more of her gameplay more frequently, keep plus frames, stay in your face, but it doesn't matter if you're able to get a clean hit like Link does right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Spends the bar so we can go to the wall. There's the throw, sets up the safe jump.
Ooh. Oh, that barely hit. I don't think Link was trying to block that. He didn't think it would reach all the way up there. Tries to jump again. Gets away. Oh, he gets hit by shield skills. Gonna go for the mid-screen conversion. Probably left-right again.
Nope, same side.
Overhead blocked. Link takes his turn back. That is slightly minus there. Ooh, back dashes away from the sway. It's a mid-screen throw. Goes for the cross-up. Do it one more time. Oh, overhead whiffs, but Link was too scared to block the overhead. He wasn't ready to punish it on whiff.
Plus frames. Heat in your face.
That is a valuable strategy. You're not going to think they're going to run up and just do an unblockable move like that. Excalibur comes through, dump the rest of your arc drive meter. That did a lot of damage. You got to be careful. Throw might kill. Oh!
His last leg, trying to jump out, maybe trying to go for the dive kick. Either way, that's going to be the round going to Link.
Yes, Saber jump A hits at that perfect angle of people who are playing Melty Blood, trying to jump above you, fly around, double jump. But Saber's like, nah, you gotta watch from down below. So now Link has a good chance. He doesn't have a lot. He doesn't have any meter, but he finally has Reaper into the corner. No, not a safe jump. Gonna get hit by EXDP.
No, we end up missing the knockdown and immediately dive down, taking advantage of that whip.
Double jump. There's the Moondrive. Gets out from under Moondrive back to stay safe. I cannot
that
believe
hit the other side.
I guess he got too close. He gets out with Moon Skill. We're just mashing Moon Skills. But Reaper had enough time after recovery to do EXDP. Link was stuck in his own Moon Skill. Couldn't do anything. So now we're back to mid-screen. Link trying to get some Moon Gauge. He has 3 bars. I don't think you should be. Oh my god, the 5B actually caught Reaper out of the air. It's air unblockable. Let's see if he decides to spend a bar. Yes, he does.
Yep.
Left, right. Same side. Last chance.
Reaper maybe looking to go for heat. No, we're going back to full screen.
There's the Moondrive.
The dive connects.
Gets hit by the full screen up back dive. Gets punished for his Moondrive, and I cannot believe that Link kind of threw that away. He had a pretty big life lead. He decided to go in very hard when he could have just sat on his lowers and been fine. There's a punish on the Excalibur dive.
Yeah, but Reaper going to be going down on that Moondrive now very early on. Won't have that resource. Pendrago going to get that tech, but the immediate DB from response from Reaper is going to negate Link those plus frames.
Overhead blocks, plus frames. Dive again. No, Link didn't get out of the corner for some reason. He's just kind of stuck. Gonna eat this full confirm. He is one more confirm away from dying. Throw does not kill. Two-way Moondrive doesn't see anything. Link kind of waited for his chance to get out. Gets hit by the Moon Skill DP. And that is the set for NegaReaper. Moving on and loser side, Link is now out.
Yeah, Link going down. Not able to make top 8. Not even able to make the top 8 qualifier, but still really good run to Link. That is, what, essentially 17th place. So looking real good despite that, and Reaper looking even better with that 2-1 finish.
I would like to say that the last part of this set was played pretty well, but there was a couple of mistakes.
Yeah.
Link, he had a big life lead in round 2 of game 3, and for some reason he thought he needed to go in pretty hard when he could have just let Reaper kind of send it and see what happens. But maybe he thought if that happened, he would not have a chance to respond correctly. When you have to have the grit, the wherewithal to say, okay, they're going to try to fly at me. I have resources to stop the respawn. I just need to be better than them and just make sure that, you know, they don't kind of throw themselves at me and somehow win the round like it did.
And Saber is a character that's really good at that kind of game plan as well. We're kind of like preempting some buttons to try and stuff people on their approach. So yeah, like you said, it's a little surprising that we didn't get to see that from Link. And instead, we're just trying to keep on pushing that aggression, maybe saying like, oh, I don't have the confidence that, you know, I can defend against it, but I have the confidence that maybe I can open them up if I'm the first one to engage.
Yes. So we will see Reaper later on in the bracket, but right now we should have our next players, which will be Jarraffe and Seaburn. Oh, Seaburn from the East Coast. I forget if they're from New York or New Jersey. I honestly forget, but I think they're going to be playing CL, one of the CL proprietors, if that's what they're going to do. Jarraffe, I forget what character they play because I've seen them play in the Training Mode Network tournament series. Shout out to Training Mode Network Neo. They're very, very, very responsible for newer players.
There you go.
Oh, wait.
Speaking of.
Hey, I got it right. I'm nasty. I know. You don't think people don't think I watch other people play this game, but I'm in the shadows. I'm watching you. I'm judging you from beyond. Don't worry.
All right, we'll see what he ends up picking though. Roa, okay.
Yes. Okay, so I was going to say Roa, but I wasn't sure. But Roa is what I saw them playing in that series for a while. They've grown as a player. They were like, I love Melty Blood, but this game seems hard. And we're all like, yes, it's hard if you think about it at the highest level of play, but at the very basic, has auto combo, throw out special moves. You know, you press 3 buttons in order to get your life back and stop the time. It's information that grows with time as you play. And that's where they are right now. They're in top 16 loser side, but they can qualify for top 8 if they get this match.
Only one can move on, and we'll see who that will be. Jarraffe here on the row, like you said, Seaburn on the CL. And immediately, we're trying to use those lightning bolts to try and catch Seaburn in the air, but these keys are going to be the big equalizer here in terms of this range game.
Ooh, same side jump B. That was kind of hard to see because of how high she was in the air. You have to try to pay attention to CL and not your character if you're trying to block those types of mix-ups. So now we're stuck in the corner. Forward throw. Let's see if Jarraffe decides a reversal. No. Get hit by double overhead. Try the mash leg. Get hit by 2B. Seaburn taking that round with a perfect.
Well, we'll see if Jarraffe can make it. Sure, this one's not a perfect, and immediately we're going to be finding some small hits on Seaburn. Unfortunately, not able to really fully confirm that into combo, but hits are hits. Shielding the lightning bolt, shielding response, no fault, but we're going to be getting that punish regardless.
So probably going to dump a meter here, push Seaburn towards the corner. Yeah, there's a 3C, air throw ender incoming, safe jump. Goes for empty low. Seaburn does not try to anti-air shield or flash kick. Plus frames, double overhead block. Seaburn kind of waiting for his turn. Might be, oh god. Not looking too good so far.
Might not be coming anytime soon in the BC in response to Seaburn's shield.
Seaburn not jump canceling during the A follow-up clash. If your shield A follow-up clashes with something, you can't jump cancel. Hey, immediate BC, this will scale, but I wonder if Seaburn's going to try to spend a meter to get... No, they don't try to go for a safe heat setup. Ooh. Get to 8, nothing.
Yeah, maybe not looking to try and win at this round, win to save that meter for the next round. And to be fair, I mean, we're so low health and Jarraffe was nearly at full health right there. So that was going to be a pretty difficult round to win, even with that heat. Either way, we're back in this third round, and Seaburn has 4 bars on the table, so Jarraffe has to be cognizant of that.
So there's air dash over. Ooh, gets the meaty throw. Chases the back dash. Gets counter here for trying to press the button during the throw tech. I see we're playing the strike throw game. There's a guard cancel heat. Be careful if you're Seaburn. Ha, just kidding. I'm just going to air throw you for pressing a button. Moondrive doesn't see anything. Being careful. Even though Seaburn got all that life back. Oh no. Now we got a turn. Jarraffe being careful. Nah, screw all that. I'm just going to do Moonskill DP.
Swap it sides. Easy peasy. Spends the meter. Gets the damage. Gets the knockdown. And here's the mix-up coming in. Moonskill, but still going to get smoked by that 2A.
Yeah, Jarraffe, great response, saw the moon drive and was just like, what do I do here? All right, I'll just wait. Because the worst thing that happens is that you eat a throw afterwards, but the really worst thing that happens is you get counter hit by something silly and you just kind of really explode. So you're trying to do your best to make sure you mitigate these situations where there's a small stop in the game, and then you have to figure out your response of, do I want to shut them down completely or do I want to kind of disengage and figure out what to do after? So CL's also great at just playing full screen with the knives. She also has the same full screen special EX special move that Roa does with the 236C. Hits Roa anytime he wants to throw a lightning out, but you know, Jarraffe also has that ability too. We'll see if that comes into play in this match.
Running in, there it is! Really nice confirm from Seaburn.
There's
dive for the dive, getting the knockdown into the air throw, chasing Jarraffe up into the air.
Yes, you do get a combo off of that if you spend that resource. The demon flip grab, very evil, trying to get out of that. Doesn't get the full confirm, didn't do immediate air throw. Trying to press the button, gets hit by the air 236C. Oh, there's the moon drive activation. Jarraffe tried to press a button and got counter hit, was not invincible. This should be around. OTG?
No, not yet.
Oh no! Those have you lost because you didn't optimize your OTG strings.
Plus frames, doesn't even want to worry about heat.
More staggers coming through. Jarraffe almost has a bar. Kill? No, you gotta shield that. You gotta shield that. You actually could have shielded that and then pressed BC to punish, but I guess Jarraffe got kind of jump scared by a little bit.
They made a little unsure what was happening in front of him.
Tackle into 214C. Whip throw. Seaburn's like, I don't want to get hit by pressing buttons, like on that air dash confirm. Small drop. The trading. Jarraffe trying to hold positioning on the screen, make sure Seaburn can't fly around.
All right, gonna block this out.
Oh,
just run up throw, sure.
I'm not sure why Seaburn charged like that. Oi, toss out more keys, back tech away. Gets hit by 2C, probably trying to jump after blocking. So now Seaburn's hopefully going to spend a bar to get this knockdown. There we go. Small charge. Nope, goes for this. Oh, back dashes away from the demon flip. And there's the double moon drive activation. Clash shield. What a response. Jarraffe on point. Manages to see the moon skill come through. Drops the combo, gets a small hit reset. You got to be careful. So if you're Jarraffe right now, no!
Tackle!
That does not punish that. Yep. As long as Seaburn does not drop this, they should have this round in game number 2. I think Jarraffe thought 236C would punish the recovery of that, but that does recover pretty quickly. If they wanted to do that, you actually have to see the startup of the key being tossed and then do 236C. Otherwise, you kind of just let CL go and say, okay, I'll get you next time you do it.
All right, really nice confirm to start us off. Jarraffe going to be able to get that knockdown. Small charge in between as well to maximize the amount of meter gain we get. Moonskill, Jarraffe going to continue pressuring this offense. Going to Moonskill right there to see if we find anything. J236C going to lock down Seaburn, but Moonskill going to anti-air Jarraffe.
Oh, small drop. They both have moon skill left, so someone's waiting for the other one to let it rip, like right there. Moon skill DKBB coming through for Jarraffe. Small combo drop. As long as you don't get hit for it, it's okay. Jump cancel back. Toss the A knife. So now you got to land safely. Just kidding. I'm going to do some air lightning for you real quick. You got to be careful, because if Jarraffe throws out any lightning from full screen, just kidding. They get the DP hit again and baits up the invincible flash kick that is not, cannot use any special move. It's the invincible version. Jarraffe is 1 round away from qualifying.
Yeah, really set right now, but Seaburn is set in terms of that meter game, and we're going to immediately confirm off those keys, finding their hits on Jarraffe. Send him into the corner, but drops the combo, drops the knockdown, and now Jarraffe is going to spend that moon skill. See what's up. Spam these moon skills.
You have to be careful about throwing out those moon skills, because Seaburn can respond with 2-3-60, like I said earlier. Full screen punish, well, full screen confirm, excuse me. Knockdown, left, right. Great block by Jarraffe. Text the grab, gets the turn back. But now Seaburn just staying full screen, trying to throw out keys, and then running in and gets hit by the 2-1-4.
Nice pickup. Into the corner we go. There's the knockdown. Here's the mix-up. Other side. Seaburn not blocking the low.
So now a great chance for Jarraffe. Spend some meter again. Ooh, tries to go for an air throw reset, it looked like. I'm not sure if they were not sure if this was going to combo or not. So now Seaburn has a chance to take this round if they get the knockdown. Throw does not kill. Backdash away, gets hit by jump B. And this last game, last round for both of these players.
Looks like it. Seaburn, though, and Seaburn and Jarraffe, though, looking even on the meter game here. Jarraffe with that moon drive still on a deck is going to spend it on his first wake up, trying to go for a throw. Seeing that it whip, is going to go for that shield instead, punishing Seaburn. Meter spend?
Yep, spends meter. Air throw ender mid screen. That's plus. But it doesn't matter because Jarraffe did not get the confirmed. Seaburn gets an air 2-3-16 knockdown. Demon flip. Moon drive. Gonna get this whole confirmed. Gonna do a good grip of damage. As long as you don't drop, you're in a great position. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen.
Lots of drops going back and forth. This is the final game. This is the final round. Jarraffe going to be pushing the aggression on Seaburn. Good blocks here. Blocking out that sequence and going to be tossing out those keys from a safe distance. And there's the air push on Jarraffe in the air. Seaburn going to finish that off with a simple arc drive finish.
And unfortunately, it felt like Jarraffe had a good handle of the match there until that last drop. And then Seaburn was like, okay, I have my chance. I'm going to go in and get this confirmed. And it kept the pressure on Jarraffe. And Jarraffe kind of cracked in one more instance. And Seaburn took the set, and they move on to top 8 loser side.
Yeah, really good stuff. And also, like, I feel like Jarraffe really struggled to deal with those keys from CL. Because he kept tossing out those keys, and a lot of times, like, Jarraffe didn't really have a response to it. And was a lot of times getting smoked by Seaburn because, like, he'll, you know, jump into the air, and the Seaburn's like, okay, he's in the air, I can just go ahead and up there and chase him.
Yes, it's unfortunate that we never really saw the 2-3-6 come into play from either player, because what makes both of those characters so strong. It's a metered option that hits from full screen, where if you throw any projectile or you do anything that's considered to be unsafe, if they don't have moon drive to back it up to, you know, cancel the whip recovery, it's just a free 2,500 damage, and they're just on top of you to get Oki. And honestly, a tool like that in a game like this is very powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, oh, here we go. So, our next match coming up, we have Arhkma, the Mr. Melty Blood Type Lumina himself. A lot of people would say he is very responsible for a lot of the net play tournaments going on, a lot of the offline tournaments as well. I would say he is the next in line to make sure all of this runs correctly. Everyone knows how stuff is seeded. Everyone knows who everyone else is in the community. And then they have to play against Erin, most likely, I would say, in my personal opinion, top 3 in in North America in this game. They used to play Shikitono. They now play Powered CL. Let's see if they play anyone else, because they have been dabbling with most of the cast.
I don't think I've ever seen Erin play anything but PCL as of late.
Yes. Sometimes when they play in WASD Monday Night Melty, they would play Shikitono sometimes, but it has typically been PCL. And Arhkma, now committing to playing Kohaku. He has been messing with this character for quite some time, and it looks like he's just saying I'm going to go with this character to see how this matchup goes, because Arhkma does also play CL and Powered CL, but he does not like playing the mirror match.
Yeah, but honestly, I've actually been seeing him play Kohaku a lot in casuals as well, so he might just be full on committing to this Kohaku.
So gets a side switch. EX Bato gonna set down the B plant. Erin's gonna be on defense, low shield. Manages to manage the get out, and the dreaded Power TL 236A. I believe it's something silly like, I think it's 11 to 13 frames, but it's a big hurt box, covers a lot of stuff on the space on the screen, gives her full conversion. And now Erin's in the driver's seat, just making sure Arhkma cannot get out for free. That was a clean whip punish on the Moonskill Bateau.
Really clean, and of course we're going to be able to finish off that combo and clean things up.
So now we're in the second round. Arhkma, I'm not sure if this is kind of a gifting round, but it feels like he wants it. Oh, unfortunate for the up back shield because it didn't come in contact with the first part of the Rekka. It does not get to shield it. So he landed, got punished from full screen. If you ever whip the shield in the air, you do have landing recovery and you do get punished for it.
There's the EX Ender, 4K. All right, now Erin is in the driver's seat still. Lightning bolt from above. Arhkma going to shield that one out, but Erin just playing at the max range of our normals, and Arhkma really just struggling, trying to get in against this, running in, booking it, but Erin going to put up that stop sign yet again. We have the mirror to, I think, finish this off here. We'll see. Is it enough? Yes, it will.
Even if that first EX did not kill, you still have Moon Drive and another set of bar left. Power Seal does have routes that lets her just do two of those in the corner if done correctly. It does add a lot more damage with a lot less stress to secure rounds. Very nice. So now we got the mid-screen knockdown. Arhkma not doing so well trying to defend against, things like 236B, jump C from Power Seal, but finally gets a clean hit. Should EX Molotov knockdown, plant set up.
Yes, it's a plant. Both players shielding on the wake up. Erin's going to be able to get out for free. Shield response, BZ follow-up, and a great delayed on the A fault from Erin.
So it gets the full confirm, mid-screen knockdown. This is still equally as scary as being completely put into the corner, left, right, high, low. Same side, mid. Arhkma tries a high shield, gets hit by the 2C. That should be the end of the round. Erin optimizes this confirm, spends a bar. Are you going to moon drive or are you going to go for the extension? Yes, we get the extension with no moon drive.
Yeah, dumping on that meter. And Erin is going to be moving up to set point. Arhkma unable to really get any real advantage in this set so far. Now we don't really have any more chances after this one, so we've got to make something happen with this 4-bar that we have available. Erin going to smoke him with that approach right there. But Erin still constantly playing at the safe distance, going to respect the tree.
Oh, gets hit by the faded Bateau. Decides to shield the plant. And the dreaded B Rekka hitting way harder than you would initially expect. It is Erin blockable because of that, so you kind of get jailed trying to approach her. Oh, and there's a jump C. No confirm afterwards so far. Erin is still in a great spot. They have quite a sizable life lead. They have no meter though. Arhkma probably will guard cancel heat somewhere in some instances to get the life back, but they get chased down.
Ooh, pretty big job for Erin. That's going to provide Arhkma a great opportunity for this punish. Gets the side swap, sets up the fireball plan to extend this combo just a little bit longer and also get a safe heat. And now we're back at full health and have the health advantage over Erin. Blocks out the shield skill, but we're not able to get a punch instead. We're going to go for the throw. There's the plant.
Empty low. Arhkma doesn't get the jump cancel shield in time, so he couldn't punish the moon skill. Gonna get hit for that. Pushed all the way to the corner. I believe Erin might do mid-screen knockdown. Yeah, there it is. So now you have to guess left, right, high, low. Same side, low. Arhkma blocking correctly, but he's kind of getting pushed to the corner. Has to worry about a 660 ender here. Yep, stay put. Oh, that doesn't get punished from there because the Molotovs do move her forward. That is tricky to get a punish on, but Erin manages to find the hit.
Yeah, and might be able to finish it off soon, but we're going to be whipping on that EX. And Arhkma is going to be able to pick up the fatal counter. Don't drop the combo here, and we will not. Arhkma getting the round and a small pop-off on his side right there. Arhkma, one more round and should be able to even things up. But as we've been seeing, Erin just, these normals, these moves have just been so big, and Arhkma just like unable to actually get past this wall that PCL is setting up.
Other side low this time. Feels like Erin's choosing each of the 4 options off of the left, right, high, low after the EXDP mid-screen. Arhkma makes some space, has a good bit of meter. If he gets a clean hit, he can just kind of send it and go for a pretty scary mix-up with the plant like we've been seeing earlier, but he has to fight. Ooh! Anti-air Bateau doesn't get a full confirm. Oh, and he runs into the jump C.
Yeah, the tree tanks some of those shots, but Erin was able to recover in time for that jump C right there. Fireball, getting this extension. Adding some extra damage, spends the meter.
Oh, that wasn't entirely safe, but it worked out for Arhkma. Get some life back off his small heat timer. 5 siege, trying to get him to not jump out. Ooh, empty land in heat into the immediate throwback to the corner plant. No triple overhead. Oh, Erin tries a fuzzy mash. Not dead, but it's not looking too good for her. Bum bum. Gets the air throw ender. Time to block. Just kidding, it was a throw.
One more. Mood skill into the throw. Respecting the plant. And Arhkma back into the game.
So this is kind of unprecedented, mostly because I feel like Arhkma has never really been able to beat Erin on a stage like this. Erin's usually seen as one of the top contenders, never really to be seen on the back foot. Arhkma managing to get a clean hit here, and he's really showing off the strengths of Kohaku in this version. A lot of the buffs come to give her more damage, more consistent setups, more consistent set play, but Erin managing to get the better of that shield exchange and getting the A launcher to a full confirm.
And there's the knockdown coming in. Erin going to be the one in the driver's seat, controlling the pace of this match as he's been doing this entire time. All right, move skill, shield.
So now Erin, yep, I was wondering if they're going to try to do 236B again. And their placement on a lot of these moves is making it hard for Arhkma to decide to jump out. But, oh, a gun kata moon skill coming through. Erin's probably going to go for the mid screen. I don't know if they're going to try to push the corner. Yeah, it's the corner push here with 66C.
Poke in from afar. Arhkma going to respect that. Tries to go for the C bateau. Not going to catch Erin, but able to recover in time to get this anti-air as Erin tries to approach.
Gets the safe heat, digs to Johnny. Oh! Sorry. Now we're back to back to full screen. Holding Erin back there. The 5B air blockable coming through. You're about to get the meter. I don't know if this is enough to kill, but you're gonna go for it. No.
Not enough. A pixel of life.
Wow! The option select on the DP there. That was great stuff from Arhkma. He had a feeling that they were going to go for some sort of reversal there. And now Arhkma is on set point.
Yeah, this would be a massive upset if Arhkma wins right here. Definitely looking to try and take back that top 8 that he got last year. Arhkma playing this defensive game. And you have to be blocking for quite a while here as Erin has so many resources to blow through, but a huge fatal counter for Arhkma into the moon skill. Molotov is going to be getting that knockdown right here as the ender. To the other side, plants, double cross up.
Oh my god, Erin's just kind of not sure what to do on defense in these situations. Arhkma is sending a lot of, there's a heat, there's a moon drive. Oh my god, Erin did not moon drive back in time, it felt like, so they couldn't get the punish on the 2A afterwards.
And we want to be spending racers on this combo. I like the uses of the bateau as well, trying to negate as much of that timer as possible from the heat. The throw coming in, but going to proc the low shield.
Full confirm coming through. Erin gets a bar, decides to go for mid-screen air throw. Arhkma's probably going to disrespect somewhere because he tries to walk back, gets hit by the half-screen 2C from Powered CL. So Erin gets a chance to probably spend a bar. Gonna do optimal damage here.
Yeah, we will.
Get the knockdown. Now Arhkma has 3 bars, so he can try to bust out if he wants to with heat. This moon drive. That was almost confirmed.
The trade.
More trades coming in.
No! The bait on the heat, and Arhkma with the pop-up takes down Erin on this stage, moving forward through the bracket.
If I'm not mistaken, was that actually the qualifier for top 8?
No, it's not.
It's not?
Not even.
That's crazy work. He beat one of the people who was in contention just to make top 8 in winner side, but because they got sent out to losers, they have to go through all of these people, and now they're not even in the bracket anymore. And Arhkma now popping off about how good he is, about how he beat one of the best players in North America, but he still has to get into top 8 from another match.
Yeah, one of the best players in North America, but also was sent down to losers for top 24.
Yes.
So, someone did beat Erin. It definitely is possible, and we saw it right here. And that's what makes these kind of open brackets so special, is the fact that anyone can beat anyone. And Arhkma really proving that right here, right now.
Yes, Arhkma, like you said earlier, he has been playing Kohaku exclusively for quite some time. A lot of people saw the character as not so great. She has a lot of flaws in terms of her combo damage is kind of low. A lot of the set play that she has can kind of be shielded, which means that if she sees someone's shield, she has to kind of guess, all right, what do I do to beat their shield? Can be kind of annoying, but because of the advent of her C normals, B normals, her bateau, she actually takes up a lot of the screen just trying to make sure you can't fly the way you want to. And because of the Molotov cocktails, she can actually be really disruptive in the neutral to set those off, have more movement, and make it hard to catch her.
Yeah, you even saw it a little bit there when he was playing that defensive game against Erin, where he got popped up just a little bit. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna pop the Molotov and see if that works. It didn't, but that was the general idea of yeah, you can use that to disrupt them at points that they wouldn't expect.
Yes. So good stuff to Arhkma, great stuff to Arhkma. Now he still has to play another match to qualify. We'll come back to that later. But the next match we have coming up for you is another person who was deemed to be top 8 winner side, and that person is going to be Shinoa.
Yeah, another oddity.
Yes.
Right here down on the loose side.
When I was talking to them yesterday, I forget who they said they had the kill confirm on somebody and then dropped it and then lost the set, which is kind of the classic in fighting games. You have the set winning hit, you drop it, and then everything crumbles from there. So it requires very, very, very strong mental to come back from something like that and advance through loser side.
Yeah, now Shinoa is going to have to play against Yunxmi to be able to even have a chance at qualifying, because once again, this is another top 16 match, and I believe whoever wins this one is going to be playing the winner. Or the winner of this one is going to be playing against MadeInHeaven, so there's that to look forward to. But right now, Yunxmi should be on the Uchi. I don't think he's really dabbled with any other characters.
As far as I know, they also mess with Dead Apostle Noel, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But I could be thinking of another Uchi Wakamoto player who plays Dead Apostle Noel. And Uchi Wakamoto is another character who got a slew of buffs ever since she came out. She felt kind of underwhelming when she first debuted. A lot of her teleports now have invincibility, meaning if you try to swing on her as she passes through you, it says invincibility, you'll whiff, she can whiff punish you with a normal on the way down. She's probably tied for the fastest character in the game, but she's also tied for the lowest health in the game, which is really unfortunate because 2 big hits means that you just kind of explode. Okay.
Oh, you might be, okay, you're right.
So now the Dead Apostle Noel might be in tune with fighting Alco in terms of throwing things full screen, having really dreaded set play, cross-up break, mix-up, and then just her average damage is not super high, but her mobility is also on par with Alco.
Yeah, just trying to keep up with the pace that Alco is going to be setting, because Alco really is going to be like the pace setter. Really, I would say like most of the sets or games that she's playing in, most of the matchups. So we'll see how that ends up shaking out here for Yunxmi, or maybe we'll see the Uchi later on. We'll see. It looks like the Dead Apostle Noel was at least confirmed for the button check.
I was thinking that if you're not confident in trying to approach Alco as Uchi Wakamoto, the other character you play who has high mobility, good rate projectiles full screen would stand the test of time. But it could be one of those things where if Yun loses the first game on Dead Apostle Noel, they just decide, all right, maybe I go to Uchi Wakamoto. Oh, other side jump B. So now Shinoa very aggressive on defense as well as offense, making sure they always get their turn. There's a 2-4C. Oi, try C, nothing.
Yeah, there's the stall. We got to make it over that orb, and that we will. Shinoa going to be going for the moon skill, BC laser. Going to get smacked by the traps, the bombs, and Yunxmi going to be able to get a combo off that, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to get the knockdown off of it.
Moon drive still gets hit by the jump A, probably flinched afterwards, got hit on the way from Shinoa falling down. EX warp set, left, right, cross-up break. Oh, tries to go for a delay double overhead, nothing. Waiting for a response. Shinoa applying safe pressure, sets out orbs, just slowly pushing Yun to the corner. There's the DP into the EX cures. Gonna get the knockdown, save heat. So now Shinoa has to be a little bit careful. Oi, just forget what I said. Moon skill laser,
of course,
knockdown.
2 BC, 6 BC.
Oi, just dash up throw. And even if the throw whiffs, the held orb kind of protects you afterwards. If they mash, they just trade to the mash.
Going to shield that, no follow-up.
So
once
plus
again,
frames, just keeping Yun full screen, no approaching for you.
Like that, we're using the orb here, and that's going to pop, but Yunxmi not going to get hit by it. And Shinoa has to play around these bombs here now, and it's going to be using the B-fall just to get out of that quickly.
So now orbs on the screen, just trying to somehow hit Shinoa. Yep, dash up, shield the orb. All the 5B class with the jump A, not ready to match a 3C or a 5A from Yun. Mid-screen knockdown. Time for another left, right, high, low. Ooh, try to go for the cross-up break. Oh, 5B. Dead Apostle Noel 5B really good for hitting directly above her. So you have to be careful if you're just kind of hovering there. And she has the evil vampire air dash, really quick, very linear, no fall off. But Shinoa gets a clean hit, gonna knock down to the corner and set up an orb.
Yep. Sets up the A orb. Okay, sure.
Another DP.
Reversal.
Yes, even if the DP was blocked, you can special cancel it into the EX skewers to stay plus. Oi! Falling skewers come through, gets a full confirm. I'm not sure if they're going to go for the cross-up break setup. Yes, they are. So now Shinoa's going to guess most likely Moon Drive. No, goes for low shield, doesn't die for it.
That's very risky, and Yunxmi are not able to open them up. And right now, we're so close to getting a potential timeout here. 15 seconds, nearly 10 seconds remaining. Shinoa going to find a hit with a 5C, but now I think Shinoa, cognition of the clock, is starting to back up and buy time. We have 5 seconds left. Yunxmi needs to find a hit, and I don't think we will find enough damage to close off this round.
So Shinoa was making space because they knew that if Yun tried to do heat from full screen, Arhkma has several tools that hits you for activating hit from full screen, and that small delay would make it so that the timer ends up to 0 and Yun doesn't get any time to heat and stay in the game afterwards. So now there's the Uchi Wakamoto. This is probably going to be them being way more evasive, trying to get this clean hit, but instead to get met by jump A from Shinoa, not losing any steam from the first game that they won. Gonna get the no air throw ender, gonna spend EX laser into knockdown.
Also gonna be using the C orbs, but unfortunately not gonna work out there.
Tries to go for the cross the bottom combo, doesn't punish the whiff. Oh, gets the 5 air hit to a full confirm. Yun now has a bar, so probably will spend it to the knockdown. Air throw.
Right there. Air throw into the corner.
Safe jump. Trying to crush a low shield. Woo!
Crosses, great blocks from Shinoa, blocking it all, and there it is, the 2BC comes out.
Oi, tried to send it with the moon skill slasher, gets hit by the laser on the way down. Spin a bar. Gonna set up the orb. Time to block. Just kidding. Oh, tries the low shield, but after whipping the low shield, tried to jump, got hit by the run up 2A from Shinoa, and now Shinoa's on match point.
Yeah, you can kind of like cover multiple options. Like, hey, even if my TKB laser does not end up catching Yunxmi trying to escape, then the orb certainly will. 2BC once again. This time Yunxmi going to be shielding that one.
Overhead doesn't stand up in time. Gonna get a full confirm. Yun probably gonna spend the bar as well. No, holding onto the meter, just gets a safe jump into the corner. Oi, delayed moon slasher. That is scary to try to contest, because if you flinch too quickly, it does hit overhead, and if you mash, you can also get countered. Space in the corner. Trying to bait out the heat activation. Oh, jump cancel air throw. Let's go.
Right there. Oh, the anti-air! Yunxmi should be able to close this one out. Yes, we will. Going to be going to this next round with full bar. So is Shinoa, though. Shinoa with Moon Drive on a deck. 2BC. Just walling out Yunxmi.
Oh, clean air throw by Yun. Trying to make sure Shinoa can't fly around for free. Shinoa's, trying to just fight back for space, trying to end this round real quickly. Double overhead, doesn't get a confirm afterwards. Yun probably will try to get out somehow safely, not spending any resources, just kind of being pushed all the way to the corner, but you don't really care until you try to contest and get counter hit.
All right, Link here, looking clean. Spend the bar, set up the orb, trying to catch a jump out. Nope. Into the air throw, into the throw once again. Tries to set up the orb once again, but going to get caught by the standing button from Yunxmi as Shinoa tries to backdash. But either way, Shinoa able to clean that one up.
So Shinoa moves on 2-0. Still has to play another match to qualify for top 8. It is not going to be an easy road for them, especially if they have to run into the other progenitors in the bracket who are also seen to be qualified, contenders for the top 8, even in the loser side.
And at this point, we have all of our top 8 losers qualifiers fully sorted out. So just to read it off here, we got MadeInHeaven playing the winner of that one, which will be Shinoa. We got DatBoyUchiha versus Arhkma Muddykipz. We got Hyde versus Seaburn, and then ending it off, we got StarXunderscore and Reaper. Actually, I think not ending off. I think that's the one we're going to be watching first.
Yes.
Just to give everyone an equal time to rest up and just analyze to see what they have ahead of themselves. But this should be now Alco versus Miyako, I want to say, because I feel like Reaper usually locks into Miyako first, but the match might be coming out.
It's for me, it depends on how Reaper is feeling about getting in versus Alco. So Mashu has a couple, I'd say like 2 special moves that kind of forces her way in, that can clash with lasers, can clash with orbs, but maybe he's not confident in trying to rush his way in like that. Maybe Miyako's mobility, the ability to do an air elbow drop, full screen. She has a full screen stop that can stop Alco from, throwing out projectiles if he's first. And it feels like Miyako's damage output sometimes rivals Mashu's, but it's also just the quality of buttons that Miyako has feels better than Mashu's.
Yeah, that is true. But we'll see what that character pick is going to be pretty soon here, as both these characters are on the stage, locked in and ready to go. I'm looking at him hovering the mash. I think that might be a possibility.
Just making sure production is good like we are. We're going to be bringing you action until the end of top 24. So right now, let's see what Star and NegaReaper have to bring for you, because I know the scariest thing for Scar right now is I don't think he's played against Reaper in quite some time. So it's one of those, hey, how do I contain this person who's kind of like moving around? There's a Mashu, by the way. So the start of the match will kind of be how dictate how the match goes. Will Star immediately start retreating, or will he try to go into match Reaper?
All right, we'll see what this round start is going to be and see if this is along the lines of what you were saying. We're going back up, set up the orb, but going to have to respect this approach option from Reaper as we're going to try and like clash and try and beat out anything that Star might want to toss out.
So right now, Star shields a dive. Reaper not responding with immediate shield to not get hit by BC. Star going to get early knockdown, decides not to spend any meter. Is that a safe jump? No, it is not, but Reaper does not get a punish on it. Moondrive back, doesn't see anything. Back to full screen, waiting for one of these two to mash a moon skill. I know you want to do it.
Just run up throw, why not? Mash can be so fast on the ground.
And there's the hit with Alco's moon skill coming through first. Reaper still has a little bit of moon drive left. It might go away during this setup. Let's see.
So the orb, just going to pop that one immediately. Set up the orb once again. This is going to be the automatically exploding orb. So the Reaper is actually just going to instead shield through that and go to the other side.
He dropped his combo, but he immediately pressed the heat there to blow away Star and get the life back and stop the clock. Dive, Erin block. Well, no, she got the land in time, but that's still safe for Mashu. Plus frames.
And we sent all those resources to do that. Star, though, on low health. Just one more opening is all Reaper needs. Star with a lot of resources on the table to a mash. Running out. There's the overhead with the 6-2-3.
Going to probably spend meter. Yes, we are. Set up the orb. Throw does not kill here, but you still have to be careful if you're in Reaper, because getting hammered by anything means death. Throw doesn't kill, plus frames, more staggers. Reaper, it looks like, it feels like he's, trying to bust out with something. It whips though. No counter hit jump A.
No, we dropped the combo. We missed the pickup, and Reaper's going to close that one out.
Unfortunately, Star thought he could press 5A, delay it, and he got the auto combo. The auto combo whiffed, and the recovery got him killed. So let's see if he makes an adjustment for the next part of the set. Oh my! No EX cancel by Star on the clash. He actually could have did EXDP there, but he was kind of scared that Reaper would do it first. Didn't want his invincibility to get beaten out, and now Reaper has his chance to try to win game number 1.
Charging up that overhead, and Star is going to get blown wide open. Reaper has him in the corner. Potential overhead again. Nope. Instead, going to shield in response to that crouch shield from StarXunderscore being procced.
Ooh. Small drop. Empty low. Baits out the high shield. Now, since it's a fatal starter, does an extra bit of damage along with the combo.
There's knockdown sets of the orb here. There's the overhead. Yes, you can only link off the overhead off a counter hit or an orb set, and that's exactly what Star did.
So now that's plus because of the orb there. You have to realize, hey, he can let go of these at any time. Star's in an okay position. Doesn't try to punish the dive because he thinks Reaper is going to whiff cancel into Arc Drive. Got to be careful. Any clean hit from Reaper could seal it, even though he doesn't have any meter. No! He gets the super delay A follow-up, which is punishable, and that should be. Oh my!
We dropped the combo. This Star's still alive even after that dive. Going to go for the C laser, just to continue to lock Reaper down. Star setting up both these orbs, but now we only have access to those C moves. So we're going to be dumping all that mirror to try and control Reaper from full screen, and the 2A running in is going to catch Reaper. It's going to catch Star.
Star probably fidgeting, trying to jump or trying to walk back, gets clipped by 2A. He didn't want to hold down back there. He was just trying to get out, but it's very scary because you're thinking to yourself, hey, I'm trying to get out of here. I don't want to get clipped by anything. But then that happens, and you're just kind of frustrated by what's going on.
Yeah. And also, by the way, in case you were wondering, Alco, whenever she does one of her orbs, she locks herself out of a button until that orb explodes because you have to hold that button down. And right now, Star, unfortunately, is going to get caught. As Reaper drops the combo. Yep. Drops going back and forth, and Star going to be taking full advantage of this one as we're going to be dumping the bar, setting up the A orb, trying to,
Gets the option select, he whiffs 5A, but he presses the shield button in response to the super flash. Gets a full punish for it. Great stuff from Star. Walking back in, making sure he recognizes situations like those so Reaper can't get out for free.
Okay, there's the pickup. Take him to the corner. Air throw. Oh, we're going for the full sequence here.
Spends the meter, gets a knockdown with the orb. Gets punished for holding shield for that long. If you also, even if you let go of shield, you still have some recovery if your moon gauge is less than half. Start taking advantage of that, running his offense. Overhead does not hit. Reaper looks like he's waiting for his chance to bust out somehow.
Plus frames, into the throw. Star saving the orb from behind. Blood heat from Reaper coming in. We should be able to go for a last arc.
He's going to spend, yep, there it is. Arc Drive. Since it's blood heat, it's going to do way more damage than normal. 5.4K. Gonna pull up.
Yeah.
Messed up the timing for the meaty throw. Star gets his turn. DP gets baited. He's gonna get this full confirm. He's not gonna be able to kill, but he will get a good orb set up afterwards.
The orb. Oh!
Let's
we
go.
still get hit by the orb.
And that's one of Alko's best strengths is that because even though you interact with the orb during the shield, she can still hold the orb. And if she sees the follow-up that's occurring, she can let go of the orb, and if your follow-up is not invincible enough, you get hit by the explosion. Is that Miyako? No, it looks like Reaper's... Well, actually, it could still be Miyako. His head is very empty right now. Don't let that thinking pose fool you. His head is empty. He's just trying to get in and win this and qualify for top 8.
Yeah, I think he was like committed to the match. I don't think he's going to be switching characters anytime soon, especially now that we're going to the final game of this set. We're in an even 1-1 random stage. Here we go. Star still stuck on the Alko. Reaper still on the mash. Round start.
Wait, ADP, she gets a full confirm from that. A couple characters in the game do get confirms off ADP, which is very nice for them. And they are air unblockable, so you have to be careful. Meaty 2-2 gets a throw. Fakes the overhead. It didn't hit Meaty, but gets hit by EXDP anyway. Oi.
No skill.
No confirm. Another one. Another mood skill. He's just sending it.
It's like, get out of the air. This is a no-fly zone. Spending the meter. Take him to the corner. Lock him down.
3C barely hits there. Very good for Reaper. Double overhead blocked. Just trying to. He's going to probably blow all his resources to make sure Star can't move. And there's a throw after Moon Drive, and Star not ready. Star not willing to do any sort of reversal to get away from throw, and now is set point for Reaper.
Okay, air dash in. Here we go. Blocks the dive. No response.
Wow, they just kind of stare at each other, and Star committed with the 2A right after.
Okay, spends the meter, spends the bar, gets the knockdown, sets to the orb. Oh, but out of the range for the 2H to actually connect there.
Yes, Smosh's 2B got buffed quite a bit, so now it hits further than initially you would expect. There's the Moon Drive activation to see what Star decides to do. Star not committing, just letting Reaper spend all his resources. There's the DP after the dive. Thinks Star is going to press a button. He was right. And there's the 2BC Moon skill.
We should be able to get that pick up because we were close enough. Unfortunately, though, 623A isn't going to connect there, not with Reaper being that high.
Gets a throw back to mid-screen. 2A staggers, trying to see if Star flinches. Star not flinching, plus frames. There's the XDP blocks. Going to get a full punish. Thought Reaper is going to run in. Reaper has no meter, but he might go for reset, so you have to be careful.
No reset.
Hey! Does 2A, waits for the response, and Reaper makes it to top 8 loser side for Melty Blood Type Lumina.
And hey, you know what? Even if Reaper didn't make a top 8 before, he made a top 8 now.
I'm fairly certain he made top 8 for Type Lumina.
He probably did now that I'm thinking about it.
Combo Breaker, but I cannot remember the year. It's been quite some time, but he is one of the more seasoned players in this game. He's played quite a bit. He was seen as quite a demon for a lot of people in bracket because of the way he plays. It's very hard to scout out some of the things he wants to do. He kind of shakes your confidence when you're running offense because it seems like he's almost always right on defense. And in a game like this, being always right on defense makes it hard to, run your own pressure and then try to win the round. So unfortunately for Star, he gets knocked out at 9th place, but he still put on a great performance, and hopefully we'll see him at the next tournament.
Absolutely. I think it's definitely one of his best performances as well. I know he's made 9th a few times, but I don't think he's ever made 9th at Combo Breaker.
I'm not sure.
I could be wrong with that one, maybe 9th at one point, but either way, be able to make it this far, obviously, is really fantastic, but I know Star was really gunning for that top 8 because I know he's been falling short of that as of late.
So the next set of matches we have coming for you is one of the first players that I see sitting down is MadeInHeaven, and the other one right now it looks like it's going to be Shinoa, like you said earlier.
Yeah, so this is going to be a tough one. Definitely more in favor of Shinoa in terms of how strong these players really are, but MadeInHeaven, I have been always looking forward to seeing him play in these brackets because I feel like, he's always been good. He's always been around since the start of the game, really. I mean, 2022, 2021. 2022, right?
2021.
2021, right. But, he joined the game, shortly after, and he's always been here. He's always been decent. But I think his really big breakout performance was back at EVO last year where he was able to make 4th place and even beat players like Coin, dropping him down to losers, but he lost to him in losers later on. But the fact that he was able to beat Coin in bracket was really, really absurd as an upset.
Yes.
And it really put him on the map. And so far, he's been keeping up these consistent results. And I'm sure that he's really trying to gun for this top 8. But Shinoa being this wall in his path and loser side is definitely not what he's expecting.
yes. I would like to say I want to believe in MadeInHeaven mostly because I think if he the biggest weakness he has is, which I feel like a lot of Saber players have, they have a life lead and they kind of send it in different ways that doesn't make sense to me. They'll try to do more Excalibur dive pressure. They try to send resources to stay plus to make sure you can't move, when Saber's best strengths now are her Rekka goes almost full screen, her charge 5C is huge, she can retreat with charge jump C to have a big hitbox in front, behind, and below her. And if she holds 3 meters, any character that throws a projectile will not be allowed to do that safely because Avalon exists, hits full screen, doesn't matter where you are, and she gets life back. So there's a lot of tools she has to shut out people if she has a big life lead, but you have to be really, really diligent to not just send it. But we'll see what happens.
All right, round 1, game 1, and immediately MadeInHeaven is going to chase Shinoa up to the air. And that's really the big thing that you're going to be seeing a lot of these Arhkma matchups, is just being able to contest Arhkma in that airspace, even if it is pretty scary with all the movements she has available to her.
The 5A fuzzy mash from Shinoa likes to do that a lot of defense. It's like 5A fuzzy mash, 2A, 2B.
Oh, we're in the prison.
Oh my god, you're trying to shield back with all those orbs on screen. So now MadeInHeaven gets another confirm. It has some sort of scaling. It has a little bit of scaling on it now. Thank goodness. Scaling did not exist prior, but now it does, so it doesn't do that much, but it's still 3Ks a lot. Plus frames.
Plus frames. Here we go. We're just constantly trying to reset this pressure. There's the IED. Shinoa go for the low. Go to get smoked. MadeInHeaven can't kill.
Had no meter, so throw becomes very dangerous, but Shinoa not flinching. Ah, there's a counter hit. And that's why Saber's so strong in those instances, because Rekka hits from so far, and you can stagger it for so long that when people want to kind of mash or jump, it catches them, and she gets a full confirm. And a lot of people are still not used to that in this version of the game.
Yeah, and also every part of Rekka is essentially a pressure reset because you can dash cancel them, and you always have to be on the lookout for that because MadeInHeaven, you know, like I said before, it's like Saber doesn't have that much of a high-low game in terms of the mix-up potential, so you want to be trying to go for these throws every now and then. It can be quite telegraphed, so you want to make sure you're being very careful about it. Shinoa has that orb set up from behind, but it's not going to be relevant as of now, as we have MadeInHeaven locked up in the corner, sets up the C orb, and MadeInHeaven is really going to respect that if we're trying to go for an escape, but we're going to spend that meter to get out.
Uses EXDP, keeping pressure, goes for the sway, gets shielded, dive, gets contested immediately after MadeInHeaven gets hit. Should be the round for Shinoa, barring any awful drops. Kind of a long combo. There we go. I was a little worried it would drop because of the sequencing, but Shinoa's probably the best alpha player that we have in the States, so I'm going to defer to them for doing their sequencing.
Went for a low, but wasn't quite fast enough to punch that stand shield. Instead, we're going to be getting a really nice confirm, and we should be close enough to the corner where we don't have to really spend too many resources. Yeah, Shinoa in the back up against the wall.
Moondrive back. All right, both players decide to disengage. MadeInHeaven still keeping pressure, making sure Shinoa can't get out for free. Oh, shields the moon skill. And MadeInHeaven trying to send it, doing the moon skill DP to see if Shinoa was going to jump. Was wrong, getting comboed for it, going to get knocked down. Now you have to hold this pressure in the corner.
Yeah, going to use that stand shield default as well. Shinoa going to chase MadeInHeaven down as he tries to backdash out.
EX warp set up. Is it cross at break time? No, does not know which way to block the jump C on the way down. There's the immediate heat. Don't throw. If you're MadeInHeaven, you can kind of sit back full screen, but now they're just, Moondrive.
Yeah,
Stay
don't
safe.
throw out these projectiles. Yeah, and Shinoa knows that. Not tossing out any lasers, not tossing out any orb. Does not want to proc Avalon. And now that the heat is over, Shinoa is going back on the aggressive.
Ooh, yeah.
Prison.
Trying to bait up the high shield with the empty jump low. Orb still there. Oh, you tried to jump again. You got brought back down to the ground to the held orb. Should be the end of...
No! He dropped the combo! The final Rekka hit did not connect.
Shinoa's still in an okay spot, decides to heat there, make some space, get all this life back, stop the clock, and now just put up a wall that MadeInHeaven has to contest with somehow without getting any sort of trade to lose the round.
All right, we're playing so careful right now, playing very defensive, and there it is. We found an opportunity to hit the Rekka and stuff out those orbs by making Shinoa block.
Double overhead with the air dash, more staggers coming through. Shinoa deciding not to stand tech.
On the throw. No. Oh, missed time to throw. That could have been huge. Oh, and there it is, the shield war.
No jump cancel on the A clash. MadeInHeaven only has 9 seconds left.
GA finds connection, and the jump cancel from Shinoa will be able to get the JC ender.
Shinoa kind of... once they realized how much time was left on the clock, they were like, oh, I don't really have to even attack you anymore. I don't have to be I don't have to be active on defense anymore. I don't have to press any buttons. I can just see if you do more air dash pressure. Eating throws are not bad as long as you don't shield, because if your shield gets thrown, you eat an extra chunk of damage, you lose some moon gauge, and that does add up over time very quickly as opposed to just normally being thrown.
And Shinoa going up again. MadeInHeaven, though, still looking pretty solid. Able to get around in that previous one.
Shield.
Okay, Rekka spends the meter. Shinoa locked down for a little bit, but
gets out. Air dash low gets blocked. Oh, doesn't respond to the clash right away. Was already buffering another move, got hit out of it. So now MadeInHeaven's going to spend the bar. Yes. Gonna launch her. Let's see if it's a safe jump or an air dash mix-up. Delay double overhead, fourth throw. Shinoa trying to get out of this corner now. Oh!
Again, jump out.
Oh, there's the BC back afterwards in response from MadeInHeaven. Might spend this meter to get. Yes, they will. Tacking on some more damage. Last chance for Shinoa. Oh!
Overhead.
Tried to fuzzy mash on something that Shinoa typically likes to do, because a lot of Saber players will do air dash reset pressure, and if you fuzzy mash correctly, you get out, you get a hit, you get your turn. But Shinoa not so lucky. MadeInHeaven gets that round, but now they're lucky with this hit here.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the advantage they have. No, the mash, the 5A. MadeInHeaven going to disrespect Shinoa on a wake up. There's the launcher into the air throw. Procs the shield, and Shinoa going to spend that BC. No shield in response. MadeInHeaven going to take this damage as Shinoa's going to spend bar once again, get that knockdown, set up the orb. Here we go, baiting out the shield as MadeInHeaven tries to anticipate the shield, the orb explosion.
Oh, and Rekka laser is really great for an Alco. They're very fast, and if anything hits and you have meter, you can confirm it. If not, you most likely have Moon Drive to confirm as well. Shinoa trying to mash a Moon skill, gets counter hit by Saber 5A, one of the best 5As in the game.
All right, knocked down. This time Shinoa not going to be pressing anything on that charge HC.
More plus frames, push into the orb. Doesn't fall for the double overhead. Great defense by MadeInHeaven. I'm sorry, fails to block the next sequence right after. Shinoa going to spin the bar, gets up the orb, going to have to block.
Moonskill sees the ID, or maybe anticipating it, to go for the Moonskill Rekka. Just this big sweeping special that's going to go flow through whatever Shinoa was trying to do there. Dive kick, shield response.
And if you shield the BC follow-up in time, you do your A follow-up or BC follow-up, you can always punish the first BC follow-up if you are fast enough.
All right, down to the ground. Opens up with a low. MadeInHeaven's going to be able to take this game, no drops.
Great stuff for MadeInHeaven. They brought it back after a couple small issues, but now it's tied up one apiece. MadeInHeaven has a great chance to upset Shinoa and make it the top 8 loser side.
It really just has been a bunch of upsets this entire bracket so far. We'll see if this is anything of the same, or if Shinoa's going to be able to take it. That C laser was a great start, however, for Shinoa, starting us off. Shield, but MadeInHeaven has been winning a lot more of these shield RPS situations than Shinoa has.
Shinoa trying to run up there, gets hit by a Saber DP. Dual full confirmed from MadeInHeaven. Gonna go for the safe jump. There it is. Thank you. Empty air dash. Doesn't get anything off of it. Gets teched. Shinoa trying to fight out the corner. Oh my god. And MadeInHeaven being way more aggressive now on Shinoa's approaches, making sure they can't just run forward or air dash at them for free.
Popping up, down to the ground. Just go for the JC once again. Shinoa going to respect it once again. Heat activation from Shinoa, trying to recover this health back. But MadeInHeaven's going to put Shinoa into that blockchain. Finds an opening as well. That's going to run the timer all the way down. Shinoa's not going to have any more meter for this next round. And MadeInHeaven really is a set.
So, MadeInHeaven one round away from sending one of the top 3 contenders of this tournament out of the tournament. So right now, it is very imperative that MadeInHeaven keeps their composure. They don't run into any orbs that they don't need to, that they make sure Shinoa can't set up for free. That's okay. Eating that laser from that far is not so bad. But when you try to mash like that, now it becomes real bad.
Especially without any meter, Shinoa couldn't really capitalize off the 236A Rekka.
Okay, goes for the safe jump. Oh, delay double overhead. It's going to be a lot of damage. Shouldn't be dead off this unless there's a reset incoming, but the orbs are still in your face. You got to figure out how to get out of this corner. More stagger pressure. Yeet. Gets a throw, and is now last game, last round.
Okay, staying composed. MadeInHeaven tries to go for the dive. No punish, but Shinoa's able to still pick that up. MadeInHeaven maybe trying to backdash out or jump out. MadeInHeaven usually likes to play very defensive the moment something doesn't work, and Shinoa's maybe starting to catch onto that.
Catches out the high shield with the empty air dash into low. Gets the fatal damage starter, goes for a reset with the orb on top. There's the guard heat. There's a wake up heat. It's blood heat. So any hit that MadeInHeaven gets is going to do a lot of damage. Arc drive.
Straight Arc drive.
Jesus,
get that damage.
5K. Oh my god. Thank you, blood heat. Thank you, Saber blood heat.
And suddenly MadeInHeaven has the health advantage, but not for long. Shinoa's going to pop that heat. MadeInHeaven trying to meet Shinoa up in the air with a potential jump out. There it is. MadeInHeaven found a huge opening.
Gets the full hit. Shinoa's not expecting the block load from that far.
into the knockdown. We still have enough Moon Drive in the tank to go for some of these Moon Scales, and we're going to see it right there. Good blocks for Shinoa so far. It's the BC to get out.
Gets the proper shielding. Oh,
no, held crouch shield for too long. That's going to be a fatal counter.
That is very great recognition from Shinoa to realize that MadeInHeaven is constantly trying to take those turns in those situations. Based off the little shield. Overhead finally hits. As long as Shinoa does not drop, this should be the game. EX Moon Drive. And there we go. Shinoa clutching it out and making it to top 8 loser side. And MadeInHeaven, obviously devastated. They had one of the best runs they could have had versus one of the best players in the tournament. Is out at 9th. And does not make it, but good stuff to them. They are always getting better. They're always doing their best. They want to make sure that all the hard work they put in is not for naught. And trust me, it is not. They are one of the better players in North America for a reason, and we will see them at the next one.
Yeah, definitely way too close for comfort. Both of these players had so much nerve, so many nerves there at the very end, and for good reason.
Yes,
that came down so close.
Melting Blood is definitely a game where a lot of decisions are made instantaneously. So anytime you decide to tap high or low shield, you have to face the consequence of if they don't interact with the shield right away, oh no, did they see which shield it is before they put out another button? Even Moon Drive. If you decide to Moon Drive and Wake Up, your Moon Drive can now be thrown on Wake Up. This is as of like 2 years ago, if I'm remembering correctly. It's one of those things, it's like throwing people's bursts, but you get away from them pausing the screen, you get the immediate throw, they don't get their defensive situation of, oh, I see what's happening. It's more like, oh no, I still have to deal with more pressure. Yeah. It's a lot of those instantaneous decisions you have to make, and you have to figure out what the consequences are for making those decisions.
Yeah, there's like a specific thing that makes a specific thing, and when you do that specific thing, you're basically just locking yourself out of any other option afterwards. So it's like a lot of actions that you have to take in this game because it's so fast-paced, but at the same time, a lot of these actions end up being very committal.
Yes, that's true. All right, I think we have another set of matches for y'all right now. The next one being Hyde versus Seaburn. And then I don't know what the matches we have are after that, but we'll let you know if any more come up. But right now, it should be Roa versus Ciel. And again, Seaburn's already played this matchup before for the match prior to this versus Jarraffe. It was kind of close, but now they're playing another beast in Hyde. Hyde was known as one of the better Type Lumina players for quite some time before they stepped away from the game. But we're going to see what they have for us in this set.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be letting the intros rock as we get into this match. Another top 8 loser side qualifier, and Seaburn going to be finding the throw, fatal counter throw on the shield. That's going to take a bit of that Moon Drive away from Hyde just for a little bit, but not for the longest. Hyde is going to be able to get a nice combo conversion on Seaburn after that situation.
Air dash in, get a safe jump, double overhead. Seaburn's defense holding up so far. They have 2 bars. They have Moon Drive available if they want to use it. Decide the low shield B follow-up doesn't fatal, so you get out. Now Hyde trying to hold mid-screen again. Yup, throw out some more lightning, but you have to be careful about CL knives. So Hyde has no meter, but their pressure has been so hard to deal with that moving is kind of a detriment.
Run up 2A, Seaburn finds the confirm. Maybe going to go for a safe feed afterwards. No, instead we're going to spend the meter, going to go for the dive on the knockdown, and Hyde just goes for the Minsko right there.
Unfortunately, Seaburn's offense there looked a little scuffed. Didn't get the actual meaty on the air dash jump B. So now they have to kind of tighten up their defense. They were playing a little sloppy versus Jarraffe, but this is a whole different beast, like I said earlier. Hyde using some more pauses in their pressure to see if Seaburn decides to match. Gets hit by the air dash jump B. Full confirm incoming. Gonna spin a bar. Gonna get the knockdown.
Absolutely. Runs up for the air throw as well. Oh, but misspaced the 2A.
Gets hit by 2C after the backdash from Seaburn. Jump 236C, knockdown, Moon Drive back, you're still in the air. Yup, Moon skill DP coming out from Hyde to force a turn back. But another Moon skill to force a clash, get a hit. Gonna do a bunch of damage, get the knockdown with the EX Ender. Now for another left, right, high, low. Wake up heat from Hyde, gets hit by Moon skill knives. And right now Hyde's just trying to get their turn back and they're not going to.
That should be enough here. Yes, but doesn't even need to spend the meter. That's what I was most concerned about. So Seaburn will be able to save that bar for this next round.
Right now, Seaburn has a huge advantage in meter, meaning if Hyde decides to spend any sort of meter for full screen shenanigans, Seaburn can match it back. Same side, there's a Moon Drive. Doesn't respond to the clash with any invincible move or even up back shield. Those are hard to do, but those are the correct responses if you don't have Moon Drive of your own.
Okay, good block so far, but Hyde messing up that sequence.
Oh my god, there was still time to shield there. That's nuts.
Follow up high, spend the bar. Nope. hold on to it, and the heat activation from Hyde on Wake Up is going to connect with Seaburn. Tossing out these keys from full screen. Hyde going to go for this long air dash, trying to catch Seaburn, trying to toss out those nails.
More pressure. Tried to press 2A, gets air dash over, gets hit by the double overhead. Hyde doesn't have any meter for this sequence. But you try to tech press a button. And as I said earlier, the back tech and neutral tech are not punishable, but you do have recovery frames, meaning you cannot immediately press unless it's something invincible. So if you press like a 2A, you will lose in that situation like you saw there. And Hyde just making sure they get it cleaned up so they can qualify for top 8.
Yeah, Hyde looking really clean, even with the round that he lost right there. Definitely bringing it back, and he just needs to win this one last game, and we'll be in top 8. 5A.
There's a shield DC from Seaburn at half moon gauge. Gets clipped by the second part of 6cc.
All right, no meter yet.
Fails the air dash, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, Hyde's done that multiple times. I like that Seaburn's always ready to punish that as well.
Great recognition from Seaburn. Use a 236C to adjust the combo, but doesn't punish the errant DP from Hyde there. The follow-up hits, no counter, still flying around mid-screen. Gets hit for trying to jump out of the corner by Roll of Lightning. And now we're just getting more scrambles in the corner. Seaburn trying to figure out a way out.
Spends the heat, and that is Seaburn's way out. But as we try to run right in, Hyde just sets up that wall, cutting off that lane of the screen and preventing Seaburn any further entry. Hyde on set point.
Seaburn getting hit twice there for trying to run out without immediately blocking. Usually those situations when you try to skip the corner, your opponent is just going to put something on top of you and sees if you're immediately holding back. And now Hyde is going to start running away with it with some air dash pressure. No, the A-fault gets blocked. It is punishable in this version of the game. Going to go for a full confirm. Going to go for a safe jump. We'll see what happens.
There's the knockdown. Goes for the over. Good blocks for Seaburn so far, but gets caught by that final IAD.
Going to spend. Going to get a launcher. And this might be the last chance for Seaburn, provided they don't. Oh, there's a moon drop, meaty throw. You got one more chance. Is it going to be guard cancel heat? No, you're stuck blocking. And the 5A is a standing low. Seaburn tries to jump out, and Hyde moves on the top 8 loser side.
I mean, at that, with this matchup, it really was just the defense that I think was Seaburn's fault, because like his offense was pretty solid for sure, and we saw it in the round 2 of game number 1, where it's like he was able to just run down Hyde, but the moment that Hyde was put on the offense, he's like just constantly going for these IDs, these overheads, these lows even. He was having a really hard time trying to switch those blocks and respond to it correctly.
Yes, they did play each other pretty frequently when they would go to Lunar Phase, when they were running Melted Blood as one of their main games, and it felt like Hyde always had a beat on Seaburn. Sometimes Seaburn would do okay in some matches, but eventually Hyde would always take it, and it's no change here. Seaburn's still doing pretty great, getting out in 9th place again, I believe. No short feed at a tournament this big, but it does go to show that sometimes you still need to learn how certain matchups go. Even if you've played them before, you might not be too versed in them if you have not played them too often. And now we have our last match to qualify for top 8, and it's going to be Arhkma versus Uchiha.
That is the one I was looking forward to the most. Like, Arhkma, I mean, let's talk about that upset, right? And Uchiha back competing and doing so well, but only one can move forward into top 8. We will see Arhkma actually set to commentate this next vlog.
Well,
so
that's like, if he wins, he will not be commentating. So the competitor in him will drive himself to win. The commentator in him might drive himself to, like, inadvertently throw.
Part of me wants to say that the competitor in him is on fire right now, because especially after that upset, you know that he's really gunning for this top 8 spot once again.
Yes.
And he did make it last year.
Yes, he did.
So he's trying to kind of just capture that magic that he had last year. Once again, it's with a different character in the form of Kikoho.
So what's important here is that Arhkma realizes that he's beat one of the best players in the tournament. And now he has to carry that momentum. He has to keep his game plan solid. He has to make sure he does not drop anything important or play outside of how he normally plays with his character. And as long as he's been playing, he should understand how a person like Uchiha is wanting to use Tono to close the space, to reversal and every other wake up. So right now we're playing distance mid screen, back dashes away from the 2C. And you can see already how Uchiha is just being way more aggressive with those 2-3-6s. Oi! Gets counter hit. Arhkma's gonna get the full corner carry.
Yeah, and that's a great start for Arhkma. That's exactly what he wants to see. Spends the meter on the Molotov to get the knockdown. Should be able to set up the plant. Yes, we will. Not going to go for any crosses. We're going to go for the double over. Great blocks from Uchiha.
Oh, gets counter hit by the 5C there. Uchiha probably trying to match 2A, 2C there, get the turn back. Left, right. No, same side. Doesn't catch the backdash. Tono backdash pretty good. And it looked like Arhkma tried to press a button kind of late there, got hit by the Tono 6 BC. Uchiha gonna spend the bar. Are you gonna go for the safe heat? No.
Holding on to that bar right now, just looking for that knockdown instead. Going to respect the crouch shield from Arhkma. Arhkma going to get the beat flop as Uchiha tries to go for same side shield. Arhkma shield able to close this one out. Granted, we spent all our meter. We do not drop.
He greeted his meter. Okay. You are so lucky that killed Arhkma because I did not think that was gonna kill either. Please just spend all your meter with Arc Drive next time, folks. I urge you to do that. It's okay to lose, have no meter going in the next round because this game just kind of throws meter at you for free.
Yeah, hands it to you for free. If you lose one, then you're going up a bar just for free. But Arhkma still able to get that rooting down, able to save a bar, and that's going to be very important because we spend that bar for the knockdown. We still have one more bar in return if we need to use it for any defensive reasons. Sets to the plant. Good blocks on the double over. Once again, Uchiha on point on that defense, but every single time afterwards, just really folding to the post-plant situation after it's gone.
Oh, stand tech gets exploded. And Uchiha kind of cracking under a lot of this Kohaku pressure. It feels like Uchiha does not remember how to fight this character because it feels like she's a rarity nowadays outside of certain players who usually go to net play. Two of the players are escaping me right now, but I know they're super strong. They went to Climax. One of them went to Climax last year. Their name is escaping me. I'm so sorry. Please believe me, I remember you. But this character, Kohaku, can be very frustrating in the fight because her jump C hits all the way to the ground, her 2C goes all the way far forward in front of her, and it's definitely hard to contest those portions of the screen. Like you see Uchiha do there with a run under 2C, it does require some sort of finesse to get to that spot in time without getting hit.
All right, going to spend that bar. Great combo, but still, we're going to take that damage regardless. We got the knockdown, and that's what matters.
This low shield tries to jump back.
Delay A follow-up as Uchiha tries to jump and go for the overhead mix.
Yes, the A follow-up out of shield is air unblockable. It is the same frame data as everyone's 3C, so you're not allowed to jump it. Tries to bait out a guard cancel heat on defense from Uchiha. BC trying to force a turn, run under 2B. I think that's the adjustment Uchiha is going to start making, is trying to run under Arhkma instead of constantly do a DP or air to air.
All right, we have 3 bars on the side of Arhkma. Trying to go for a shield, but that's going to be a fatal counter as DatBoyUchiha finds a throw. Arhkma maybe trying to go for a safe heat setup afterwards. No, instead we're going to go for the fire plant. That's going to proc all those shields from Uchiha, so Arhkma is going to respect that and will respect that B followed by blocking it correctly.
Uchiha inadvertently put themselves in the corner. Wait for it. Yeah, there's a lariat coming through. You have to be careful. Yeah, tried to mash after blocking the charge MC, and sometimes it is not your turn in those situations, and you have to figure out what the best option to do there is.
All right, Arhkma with 3 bars. Playing patient, trying to run in with the 2C, not going to work.
No anti. There's a dash under once again, and hopefully Arhkma recognizes the adjustment of just waiting from Uchiha into the dash under normal to punish the landing recovery.
9 blitz getting up here for the Arc Jack. Just going to spend the 1 bar. BC, Arhkma's going to be able to get the pickup. Should be the Molotov knockdown.
Gonna set up the plant, gonna go for the mix up, dash up.
Cross up, going to get smacked by the heat though.
Run ups, Moonskill Bato gets the hit into the EX, set up the plant once again. Ooh, blocks
the side, great blocks from Uchiha so far.
Ooh, you have to be careful, Uchiha, because you don't want to get caught in the air versus Kohaku, because she also has great tools to stop your landing approach. Oh, it gets baited by the air dash back jump C.
Perfect spacing from Arhkma, and that's going to be a perfect combo to set him ahead. DatBoyUchiha without any more mirror in the tank, so does not have heat as a defensive option, but still has access to a mirrorless reversal, so going to spend it. Getting Arhkma off him for just a little bit longer. 3C attempt, but Arhkma just out of range.
Oh, crushes the low shield again, losing some moon gauge, losing a little bit of health. Almost gets hit by the Moonskill Lariat. Arhkma now being way more aggressive. And Uchiha trying to up back there, got hit by 2A after blocking the air normal. And Arhkma is poised to make top 8 loser side if he wins this next round.
1 more round to go. Uchiha going to get a bar of meter for free as he now 2 bars ahead of Arhkma. Arhkma still with that Moonskill on deck and is also just playing this movement really well in neutral, but going to get caught by Uchiha with that throw and is now back up against the wall without any resources to help him get out. Fatal counter, no pickup. Molotov, he's out. He's out.
He's doing so well right now. Spends the meter on the EX Molotov. Plant knockdown. Doesn't bait out the DP this time. Gonna go for the side switch. Yes, sir. Nice and easy. Gonna get the knockdown. Might spin the bar to get the air throw in there. No, doesn't spin any bar. Air throw in there here. No.
No, we missed the knockdown too. Okay, going to go for the Moonskill Molotov just to get a little bit further away from Uchiha.
Does that hit?
Oh, delay! Yes, it does. It goes right through the plant.
I thought Arhkma was going to see that in Moondrive in response, but I don't think he had Moondrive available before he got hit. Blocks the overhead. There's the Moondrive from Uchiha. There's the Moondrive back. There's the 6BC. So now it felt like Uchiha kind of sent it in the last instance, but it worked out for them, and Arhkma was not ready. But now Arhkma has the ability to switch to Pirate Seal or Seal if he thinks those characters will be better in this matchup than Kohaku, but does not look like he's going to switch. He's going to stay try to true to the character that got him here.
Yeah, the character has been proven to work in this tournament thus far, so there's no reason to drop it now, especially when he has such a powerful first game and a very powerful round in the second game as well. Arhkma, though, on the defensive immediately, already at a major disadvantage, as DatBoyUchiha is going to be spending that bar, getting so much damage off of this early game confirmed.
Empty jump low gets blocked. Oh, he's at such a massive life deficit already. Arhkma might try to guard cancel heat somewhere. Oh, late hold shield, late BC. Uchiha not ready to shield back. Arhkma gets a chance by the empty jump low. Uchiha probably trying to fuzzy match there, gets met. Gets hit by Johnny. Safe heat setup. No!
No, the final hit did not connect, and Uchiha, recognizing that, immediately punishes Arhkma for the heat. And now Arhkma no meter to go into this next round as Uchiha pops the arc drive to stay safe and get that finish.
So with ending the round with that tonal arc drive, you carry over to the next match and you get the 4 new moves the whole of this round. Fade away jump A. Arhkma kind of now is just panicking on defense. Not sure if he's going to start cracking even more, but he needs to lock in if he's trying to win this set.
Yeah, you can see the crack starting to form now. Arhkma is so close to the finish line, but yet so far Uchiha now the one on set point, now the one threatening this win, and unfortunately Arhkma's going to miss the anti-air attempt by the timing just a little bit.
Good at 2-3-6-C, there we go. After ender, now Arhkma on defense has to be really careful, but it feels like Uchiha has a read on everything that he wants to do. Activates Moondrive, baits off the throw.
Is the A follow-up delayed. Molotov Moon skill gets himself out.
Gonna EX Molotov knockdown, set up plant, waits for a reversal, doesn't see anything. Oi! Great response by Arhkma, waiting for the guard cancel heat to come through, punishing with the shield, no follow-up. Gonna spend meter here. You still have to be worried about the moon skill coming out. No, he just goes for a frame kill, doesn't get it. Uchiha kind of sent it there, drops confirmed. Arhkma has to be careful because, oi.
Let's go again, gets the anti-air on Uchiha, sets the plant. You can see that Uchiha was trying to proc that plant with his shield, and we're going to proc it right here. No response from Arhkma.
No Moondrive back. Uchiha chasing really hard.
But that is it. Uchiha with the pop-up makes loser side top 8 for Melty Blood.
That last interaction looked really tough to figure out what to do there from Arhkma. Arhkma deciding to try to mash, gets hit by the 5A stagger, and Uchiha qualifies for top 8 like you said. Good run from Arhkma, but he'll be knocked out at 9th place. So no short feet in this bracket. It is very hard to advance through to get to here, and I'm very impressed that I've not seen him play in a little bit, but he's still very, very solid.
Yeah, absolutely so close to that top 8, just knocking on the door, but unfortunately was not able to bust it open this time around. However, now we have our full top 8. Yeah. So that's going to be, I'm going to go off memory right now. We got Scrawt, Kikoho, Akimi, and Luffy, all on the winner side. And on the loser side, we have Arhkma, NegaReaper, there we go.
I'm trying to also remember who else qualified. Shinoa qualified, and there's one more.
And now DatBoyUchiha.
DatBoyUchiha, yes.
Yep, the one we just saw.
That is your full top 8. We'll be back. Oh, we'll have a bracket. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
There's your full top 8 bracket. So once again, do not go anywhere. We're going to take a very short break. We're going to swap out commentators. We're going to make sure they're ready to go. We're going to make sure that they know what's going on, and they will be bringing you all the action here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Combo Breaker 2025. I appreciate your patience, everyone. It is time for Melty Blood Type Lumina Top 8. My name is Lennox, and I am joined by the newly minted Kohaku Stan Arhkma Muddykipz. You just saw him make that run in loser's side, and now he's still here on top 8. What's up, big dog? How you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm so here right now. Yeah. This has been such an exciting bracket. So many twists and turns, and all of that for our top 8 here today, which is full of so much variety, character-wise, player-wise. We've got tournament organizers showing up. We've got our newly offline players that are coming in from online and some returning favorites. This is going to be a heck of a tournament.
Yes, it sure is. And right up first, right off the bat, we got a banger coming out for you. It's going to be ScrawtVermillion versus Kikoho. This is a run back. I don't know how many times in the making, right?
Yeah.
How many times have we seen this?
No,
like,
this
too many to
is
count.
at least like 4 or 5. I'm pretty sure they played at ECT either this year or last year. They played a combo breaker last year. Kikoho winning that first set in winners finals and then losing on the reset after
Scrot breaking out the mash.
Yeah, like
Yep.
we had not seen that, and this was
That
new
was
patch.
crazy.
But Kikoho did get his revenge in winners finals at Frosty's, so we'll have to see if he can keep it going. And this is all intents and purposes a winners final set.
Yeah.
When I say the bracket is all over the place, you look at the second winners semi set.
Dog.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, this is crazy. But we'll get to
Yeah.
them after that. We've got Scrawt and Kikoho up here. Kikoho on your right. And we got Scrawt on your left. Scrawt been on a bit of a run in a lot of games. Did really well in
Absolutely.
Climax. I think just missed out on top 48.
Yep.
Either that or Street Fighter, but they've been absolutely killing it. We love to see it.
And this is one of the few players that can actually make Scrawt sweat.
Yeah.
In years past, there have not been a lot of players that can touch this man, but Kikoho has put in, frankly, an absurd amount of work over the past couple years, and it absolutely shows, and it's going to be mashed right off the bat. All right, we were wondering about that, but yeah, this is going to be it. So you were kind of saying Kikoho has put a little bit of work in this matchup since last year, right?
Yep. So Kikoho just in general has been very active in the scene. And he's won the TNS bracket a few weeks ago online over so many players. It was the second biggest online event ever. And this is one of those matchups he's definitely put time into, and that is going to be a great start.
Oh, yes, it is. A couple awkward trades here to start things out, but Kikoho is going to be more than happy to take this. No, stuck in the corner now. Awkward little trap. Scrawt gets a chance to take this home. Ew, the big overhead off the teleport. Kikoho not going to have enough damage to kill here, but you got to watch this mix-up, dog.
All right, here we go. What are we doing? Teleport Oki? Yep, goes high. And now we get to keep the block string going with Ring. It's very tricky to interact, but we can charge through. Kikoho not reacting with the 236C, which would get him out of that.
Yeah, the armor on that move is something you got to be real ready for. It is very difficult to deal with. Oh!
And we catch it again. I did realize it's a little tricky because Kikoho didn't MD. Scrawt can MD at any time on those clash trains, which makes Smash really scary.
We got one touch for both players. Plenty of meter to go around. I don't think we're going to see the heat on defense quite yet. It's just going to be the A follow-up on shield. No meter required. Kikoho is going to take the first round of our top 8.
That's a great call out. A lot of mashes will try and use that downward moon skill to catch their opponent trying to block low, expecting them to go down because it keeps their airborne. But Kikoho just ready, shields it, and you get a free punish.
All right, B follow-up working out. Not able to get really much off of it, but that's kind of fine for the situation right here. Big whiff and no punish? Okay.
Yeah, it's a little tricky because that 5B is pretty quick. Kikoho just opted to keep moving around.
Yeah.
Tries to go for the overhead. MDs to keep it safe.
It's coming in clutch right
Oh,
here. There
we
it is. Yeah. Moon skill DP coming right back out. Kikoho going to get the side switch. 3 bars to play with. Going to smell one for the knockdown here.
Safe jump JC. Tries to go for the half charge low.
Oh.
Nice jump. Oh my gosh, Kikoho just not comfortable with his pressure. Tried to stagger into a 5C charge. Scrawt with a very good reaction there.
That's classic fighting game move right there. Jump over the big heavy, get the punish. Gotta get the side switch off this too. Good tech from Kikoho, and then what?
Got him. That's the armor, baby. Armor on the overhead. And finding another pickup. Kikoho's like, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to drop that.
Yeah, you see that little grin at the end there. He's like, yeah, I'm sick.
Yep.
Sick with it, bro. What about it? What about it?
So the difference between like the armor and the clashing is armor, it doesn't stop any time. So sometimes you'll hit someone in armor and you'll not recognize what is happening until it's too late. And charge 5B from Wark, she goes so far. He catch backdashes.
Yeah.
They can make that armor situation weird. And we are going to see the switch to the Coma. I think this might be a little better. I think Scrawt was struggling on the movement game. And the thing with Coma is, well, he just needs to get in once, and it could be very devastating. But
yeah, both these characters have that kind of snowball potential. You know what I'm saying? Put you in the vortex. And right now it is Scrawt that's going to have to play some defense. But, oh, my God, this dude is so good at defense. It's so difficult to pressure this man.
Yeah, 2B, that is a very good move at catching anti-airs. Kind of one of the few moves that's like a true anti-air in most situations. Exactly. And now you got to run the mix. 2-2C whiff. Due to the patch change last year, doing it on whiff still gives you all the frames you need on invincibility, or super armor rather.
I love that delayed heat from Kikoho, too. Scrawt usually very good at calling that out or just reacting to it. Not ultimately going to matter here. Not going to get a ton of life back, and you are still stuck back in the corner. 2-2C. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
just stay away. Because it hit on block, it was less time active, but still enough time to catch Kikoho and bring him to the corner. Is this going to be enough?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. All right, Scrawt already looking much better here in Game 2 against Kikoho. Let's see what the adjustment is. from our this young man from Connecticut.
There's the air unblockable. Wark, very good character to find those air unblockables. Her air options are all really quick, so she can typically like staircase you down to the ground. Oh, I'm surprised that whiffed. I guess got the jump in time. Kikoho gonna get rewarded again with another hard knockdown.
I think that was right on the edge of that hitbox too. That was a rare misspacing there from ScrawtVermillion. Oh, okay, BC, and he is so good at playing around the shield RPS. My goodness, gonna get the side switch again, and you are in the blender.
Oh, we get the block high. There's throw. All right, gotta watch out for that. The one thing about Coma that's so scary is that throw. One of the few characters with a command throw that can make, you can't just block it out anymore. Yeah. You have to hold that.
And of course, you get caught with the wild shield. That is going to be still a fatal counter. Here it is, back at you, Kikoho, get the health back. Gonna get the pick up here. Are we gonna spend the meter before heat expires?
No. Gonna just finish it off normally. That's a little weird. I think Kikoho could have gotten a bit of Moon if he had confirmed that fully, but still getting the kill nonetheless, but you are tapped out on resources, and Wark without Moon is very scary, and you're so low.
Yeah, her Moon skills in general are so good. On 4BC, right, kind of the meme with this character.
Yeah, 4BC, you have the eject button by doing jump, 4BC.
Oh
no, they stared at each other.
Oh my God, get ready for more of that. We're gonna see some more of those shield stare downs. BC, very nearly gets the pickup right there. It's still able to collect the fatal counter. Kikoho gonna get the knockdown in the corner. One more mix to deal with Scrawt here in game 2.
Nice to ring, but it was too close. Nice mash. That's really tricky because Scrawt can't mash back after that because Coma is one of the 2 characters in this game who only get 1 air action before going into air throw. And now you're out of meter, no Moon, both players in a very similar spot.
Kikoho working on a pseudo perfect right now. Has not eaten a full hit yet.
Oh no, commentators curse.
Indeed. We do be doing that here at Combo Breaker. All right, knockdown, command throw again. No, just going for the meaty.
Great heat out, gonna avoid the 2-2.
Yeah, found the right spot for that.
Found the throw, but can't combo off that. We just run in and do it again. We run in and do it again. Scrawt with the fist bump. Kikoho gonna move on to winners finals over the top seed, proving that, you know what, I'm kind of nice with it.
He's so nice with it. This kid has done so much work in the past couple years. And again, like we were talking about earlier, one of the few people that have consistently had Scrawt's number. When we got the switch to Coma, I started to believe for a second. I'm like, all right, is this it? Is Scrawt going to bring this back? But no, this kid is too consistent right now. Gets a little bit of a break. Going to be sitting pretty in winners finals.
I feel so bad for whichever side Scrawt falls into, but it should be a heck of a set anyways. And now we're going to go to our next set. And this one, I think if you pool every single Melty Blood player in North America, this is not a matchup they saw to see in top 8. We've got Akimi and Luffy.
And Akimi's no stranger to top 8s, right? Like, Akimi is legitimately very good at this game. And Luffy pretty solid on their own, right? We were talking about that a little bit beforehand. Did a lot of work in the EU scene. Which is very cool. I always love getting a little international competition out in here. I'm going to be very interested to see how well they could deal with Akimi's flop, though, because that thing is a menace.
The thing with Akimi is she hasn't been playing the game as much. Every so often she plays on Mondays on her stream, but she's been playing a lot of Undernight. But I think the main thing about Akimi is she's so solid. She's got great fundamentals. She knows how to call out a lot of things normally, and Vlov's a great character for calling out bad habits. The thing is, Luffy is out here on the Uchiha, and that character has been a growing threat since just before Climax last year.
Indeed, yeah. There's a lot of good Uchiha players out there. Shout out to our homie Makoto Fox, obviously. Gotta bring him up when we're talking about Uchiha. And of course, Akimi's gonna be rocking the Vlav plushie as always.
You know, that's like a squeaky toy.
Is it really? Is there a squeaker in there?
Yeah,
oh, that's so
She'll just
sick.
like walk up to you and she'll squeak it, and then you'll go, here.
That's my favorite. Oh my God, I love that for her. Oh my God, yeah.
We
and
got
we got the Uchiha one too?
Yep.
Oh, let's go!
Yeah, tried and true Uchiha player there, a long time. Just shout out to Luffy, honestly. People don't really know as much about his contributions, but in the EU scene, he was a huge part of getting a lot of tournaments organized, and now as well in North America, teaming up with that Kerbo to run a league online.
Is that the Akimi and Angel, or her significant other? I forgot her name.
I think so, yeah.
Right. Oh, that's Hyde.
I hope so. Akimi's going to be like, no, you're wrong, or yes, you're right. Good job. How dare you not know her name? My bad, slime.
Yeah, sorry. I am not good at remembering names in these days. That's I very much rely on what is in front of me. But what's in front of us right now is going to be kind of a chaotic set, I think.
Yeah.
This is one of those weird matchups where, like, in some, if you don't have like a good get-in option, you can really struggle against Aki. She could put up that wheel and kind of force you to approach. Vlav obviously has a pretty solid game plan of his own. And I don't think this is a matchup that Akimi is going to be like super unfamiliar with, right? Like Akimi played a lot of this game, especially when it came out. Like you said, less so now on that Mika grind and on the night, having a very good run this weekend.
I think the scariest thing will be, are you used to the block string? Because Akiha has gotten such a good block string as it's grown over the course of this current patch. And that can be brutal. This is like the Marvel 3 Virgil image where it's like, I can't get in, I'm not, it's like, I'll get in, you're not getting in, and even if I don't.
And even if I don't.
Yeah, both characters are really trying to play keep away or let me in.
Here we go, all right. Already up to a good start, only taking some chip damage. There's the throw, all right. Safe
Another
jump.
one.
Again, hell yeah. Oh, all right, calling out with the diagonal fire there, but just barely missed the angle again, and that, no, not gonna be a punish. Opting to go for the shield right there.
Gets the second hit. That is a two-part Rekka series. You can do 2-2B and then hit B again to get the follow-up. Gets a lot of people. Mixing it up is important, but catches on the restand, and you are going to die.
I'm gonna be so real. Riato gapped me with that in pools. That's
yeah, no, it's rough.
Goes.
It's rough. You got to be ready for it. Some people, you got to hold the D button instead of A, so you don't tech in the air.
Yeah.
Want that normal tech on the ground and be ready to block.
God. Here it is, Akimi off to a great start here, working on another perfect, and that is a pretty good hit. All right, we're gonna have 3 bars. Probably gonna take one for the knockdown unless we go for the air throw ender.
That was another reset. We are reset, homing in, and a heat out.
Yeah, spending all the resources right here. Oh, okay. Pretty much has to win this round right here. If Luffy's able to bring this back, Akimi's going to be rough in the resource department.
This is so big, though. Akimi, no resources on deck. A sliver of moon. If Luffy can get in, he can win the whole round.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
This is how it starts. So you talk about the block string. This character also has kind of a gnarly, fuzzy setup that I have a funny feeling we are about to see. Let's see if Akimi's ready for it.
All right, now Akimi, she's going to be screaming for help for the next, like, 30 seconds.
Yep.
We got 3 bars of butter. Hold my gapless mix. Goes in for the throw, actually. Keep it going. Turns the wheel back and opens low.
Yeah, ready for the fuzzy that time and just gets hit low. 3 bars, only going to spend the 1 right here. Still needs 1 more hit. I think throw doesn't quite kill, but that's going to be very close.
It's very close. There's the throw, and it's just enough.
Love it when I'm wrong. Yeah, that is just enough. All right. Fluffy ensuring that this game stays interesting. We got 1 round apiece.
And now we're in ice mode, though, so we get some a little nicer hitboxes and frame data.
Yeah.
We are going to be hitting like a truck if we get in.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right, we're good. I'm so ready for that 3C right there. All right. Walk the cross up.
Yep,
Yeah,
just
you
stay
got
in back. And there it is. A big button coming in, and now you are going to the corner.
4 bars on deck. No, it's air throw ender.
Yeah, safe
jump.
No.
Oh,
what?
Okay. I don't know if that was a misinput or if we're just going for the tricky stuff right here. Either way, Akimi starting to mix up, trying to stay unpredictable, I'll say.
Yeah. All right, we got the turnaround throw. This is huge. Gets the heat immediately. And the delay BC as well to counter. This is not enough to kill due to the shield scaling, but this is a really bad... Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. We're starting to see the drops. We're starting to see the Mika come out, bro.
Oh, we mash it. We mash
Beautiful.
it every day of the week. You cannot do that.
Yeah.
Akimi with the head nod. Winning game 1. Was looking a little scary there. I think one thing that shows the sign of a good Vlav is how you heat. This character does not have good options to get out of the corner.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a DP or anything. You have to use your heat or your MD very wisely. So mixing it up is integral to playing this character. And Akimi is getting so much out of it. But here we go. Game 2.
Oh, my goodness. I thought we were going to see a whip punish right there, but Luffy just stays pressing. Now Akimi is going to be forced to play some defense again. Air throw ender. Safe jump. Beautiful
Stagger
frame
5-8.
trap. Oh, no.
Blocked the 3 overheads and was 2+ on the throw. Akimi going to take the corner. Oh, we're just second tag it. Okay.
Yeah, we'll take that. All right. Akimi going to be very happy with this turnaround. Oh, my God. The bane of my existence, dog. That move is 2BC. Yeah.
I'm nice. I press the button.
Mix that up and what is it, 4BC? Like, I am just so free. You could just mix that up and it's game over for real. All right, we're going to spend the meter here. Keep it mid-screen.
Goes for the left, right. And backing up. Yeah, just go back to zoning. It's fine. You still have a bit of resources. Tries to chase, actually.
That
Luffy
could have
falling
been
back.
much worse. Yeah, Luffy almost got away with murder right there. But Akimi, not going to kill, does not have the meter. We're going to have to opt for the air throw ender. Oh, yeah, a little black beat right there, too. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Luffy this time, like, I don't need to tech that, but
Oh.
tries the standing tech on the IAD. That linear IAD gets so many people.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that again. That was, I remember day one, that was one of the big complaints about this character.
Yeah. A lot of characters got that, but man, sometimes it's really scary to see like a 7-foot-tall guy just charge at you and then levitate off the air.
Yep. Here we go. Look at this damage. All right, 4.2 coming out. Akimi is on set point, working on almost yet another perfect, only taking a little bit of chip damage.
We got it this time.
Absolutely. Luffy got to get a chance here. 4BC Link.
Nice confirm. That's going to be a nice 4.3. And now block the safe jump. Yeah, it goes for, I think that was JB. Great A. All right. Now block the mix. We got another bar. Does not block low.
Pretty consistently, I've noticed that Luffy is like going for the early low quite a bit there, playing off the expectations of Akimi. And this might be trouble. One more of those is going to do it. There's
That's
the
nice
heat.
heat. And tried to stand shield expecting a 2-2. A lot of people tend to go for the down special. And now you are stuck. No, I'm nice. And he got the pickup on the IAD. That's really weird. Nice.
Yeah.
And this will be enough to kill. You only need the 1 meter.
Yeah.
Very well done. Luffy keeping it in. And now Akimi in a really awkward spot. You get 1 bar and some moon back. Keeping the resources pretty even.
Yeah, and has ice now too. Wow, that was a punish. All right. I wasn't sure if that was air blockable or what, but no, just straight up gets the punish.
I think maybe Luffy tried to air shield and landed before it hit.
Oh, yeah. That would definitely make sense.
And this is big. Tried to 2BC out, but Akimi able to stop it in time. Reset. MD. Oh, we're out of there. Nice run under.
There's the shield. All right, fatal counter, but drops the combo. That should have been enough.
And there's
Again?
a BC. We hadn't seen that all game, and that's going to be
Brother.
it on another drop. Akimi picking it up. And there's the fist bump. Akimi moving on to winners finals. I don't even know if she thought she was going to get here, but she's got all the makings of a great competitor. So we're expecting a lot from her, and she has shown and overcome a lot of odds this weekend.
Yeah.
She'll be fighting Kikoho up next, and Luffy is going to be down on the loser side to play. I think this will be either the winner of this next set or the one after that. We got hunters in the bottom of this bracket. Oh my goodness.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So Scrawt, I got the bracket brought up right here. Scrawt's gonna be playing the winner of NegaReaper and Hyde. So
Oh my
shout out
gosh.
to whoever wins that match.
Now we're gonna get those two up now. So Hyde is mostly been playing other games. They'll like occasionally play offline and every so often ping in the Panic Shield Anonymous server for games, but showing some very good strength, just fundamental knowledge of how to play the game and how to play fighting games. They did rather well in the City of the Wolves bracket earlier this weekend, so happy to see them up here. And we've got Reaper. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Reaper. He's my roomie. Very last second, he was like, hey, I need roomies,
Let's
and we got to
go.
room together. Canadian Mash Miyako co-main.
Yep.
Constantly a presence up here in top 8 or just before. He was really wanting this top 8 here tonight, and very happy for him to get it.
Yeah,
Be interested to see who makes this, but
Yes.
if I'm a betting man, I think Reaper has it.
Oh, you think so?
I think Reaper has
Okay.
been so solid. He's been playing so much.
Yeah.
The last year or so, he's gotten great wins. He dropped to the bracket a little early here, but anything's
That's so on brand, though. Like, I feel like every time I see Reaper, in bracket top 8, it's after, the most insane losers run I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Dude's got that dog in him for sure. We've been seeing the Mash a lot more lately. These are two OGs, right? Hyde is sticking with Roa. This is pretty much the day one main, if I remember correctly. But Reaper was the Miyako player for a while.
For sure.
It's still one of the scarier ones, in my humble opinion, and one of the first people to really break out in Mash and show us what she can do.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people in bracket get gapped by this character who they have never seen before.
No, very tricky. And we did see the Miyako a little bit earlier against Reaper's set with Link Pendrago. Ended up switching over to the Mash after to try and switch it up, and it worked out.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it sure did. I mean, Reaper's here and Link is not, so that kind of tells you all you need to know. But I could never bet against Hyde. This dude is so solid. Like you said, hasn't really kept up with it to the degree that some of these other cats went. But no! Went for the DP right off the bat. That is not a good start.
Don't
Reaper's
worry.
going to be very happy to punish for that.
Just wait for Hyde to do that 2 rounds later, and it's going to work. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
right?
But that's
Oh, I
actually
know.
really funny because Reaper's another character like that
Oh, yeah.
who loves the DP.
These are two big swingers right here. It's crazy. All right. Here we go. Safe jump again. Oh, no, the B follow-up actually works. All right, Reaper. I see you, bro.
I think Reaper may have noticed in Hyde set with Seaburn for top 8, Seaburn was actually getting quite a few delay counter Bs, which are very dangerous to go for.
Oh, yeah.
But
Big
if they're
time.
not covering it, then, there's an opening there.
And yeah, that's true. Hyde hasn't been playing as consistently since the shield changes, so it might be worth trying to gamble on that. See how familiar we are. That was an unfortunate drop, leading to a punish. Hyde once again going to find a way out of the corner, but still has a pretty hefty life deficit to overcome.
Backdash. Oh, tries to throw. Hyde trying to jump, but we're gonna get caught by those big old mash buttons. Not enough to kill yet. You're gonna need one more Oki. What are we doing?
Yeah, you got to watch out for that. Absolutely. Hyde is in Moon. You're absolutely going to try to rip that.
Yep.
NegaReaper taking a pretty quick game 1 here. We will see what the adjustment is from Hyde. I think needs to find a way to slow this pace down. Hyde's one of those players that's typically very happy to match out like a high tempo pace, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you might need to find a way. Yo, you called it. Literally 2 rounds later, and it worked. Yo, you called that word for word. I love it. Back at you, shield. No.
No, that works. That works. That works.
All right.
We're gonna win the Clash 4.
Scared me so much.
Bro, this is Multi-Blood type Lumina. We love pressing buttons.
Yeah, you goddamn right we do, bro. Oh, okay, that punished you and the fatal counter. Oh no, Reaper has smelled blood in the water. We're gonna get all this health back and maintain a little offense.
Keep it going. Does the delay, but did it too late. Great fuzzy mash from Hyde. That's really scary to try and mash on. If they do it early, they're negative, but they might catch a swing in. But if they do it late, they're safe.
Mashing against Mash in general is like kind of the meme, right? Like you get counter hit for 1,000,000 damage, and case in point right here, you get the reverse. Hyde should be able to take this barring any drops. There it is. All right, thank you.
That was a really tricky MD situation.
Yup.
Unfortunate for Reaper to get clipped by the 2-1-4, but when it comes in clutch, it comes in clutch. Great chase on the backdash, but we drop those.
All right, happy little reset. We're good. Very nearly catches the mash and able to punish the shield with the throw. Mini micro charge up and base the DP again. Yo, what we say about big swings, bro? We're taking them.
Nice speedy knee, and what are we doing now? We're gonna do low and goes in for the 2-8 whiff shield. We love our OSs, but wins the 2C again. And we're out of there. We're heating. We're charging back in though. We wanna maintain that pressure. Yeah, Hyde not getting all that recoverable health back, and we're just gonna BDP. There is no respect being shown on the stage.
No, not a single ounce of it. Scaling is gonna mean that's not gonna kill, but oh, what attack!
And we just do it again. And we just do it again. Who cares? You're not ready for me to BDP in your face.
I'm DPing, you're DPing, it's going around, brother. All right, Moon Drive, keep it coming, and yeah, dude, called out again. That is what, 1 for 3 DPs we've seen work so far? 2 for 4? I don't know.
I think like 2 for 7, but it's very funny. I love the brazenness of all of our players on the stage. Great high row. A lot of clash interactions on the ground with Roa can be really tricky. If you're stuck in a lot of end recovery, you just high row, invincible full screen super. And now we're taking you to the corner. Tries to jump shield, but goes too high.
Yeah, was trying to avoid the air blockable right there, I think. But NegaReaper still got caught in that little pseudo checkmate situation. Lost the overhead. There's the shield again. Micro dash in.
Oh no, it's
this
the
is
Roa.
the Hyde special, yeah.
I saw this with Infinity too. Great match. Caught it this time with the 5B. We love that anti-air. And that is going to be a air throw. JC safe jump. Back dash. Maybe avoid something.
Yeah.
Oh no!
The miss space there from Hyde and NegaReaper. Yo, you called it, dog. 2-0 for NegaReaper over Hyde. That was pretty clean mash play. I'm not going to lie. I very much like what I saw. And Reaper finally gets to get that top 8 W that he's been working for a long time.
That last interaction, like, it'll happen to you.
Yes.
You get so in your head of where your opponent thinks you are. Sometimes just standing and being calm in such an otherwise aggressive and mobile game, it can get you. You can try and heat, and no one's there.
And there's something you said about switching up your own pace within that set, right? Because this game, like you said, so fast-paced normally. There is something very powerful about just saying, okay, no, stop. I'm just going to see what you're going to do. We're going to chill for a hot second. Then I'm going to turn it back up.
Yep.
Yeah, dog. You were kind of saying this beforehand. Reaper has an opportunity to make a hell of a run here, and this is how it starts. Gonna have
real.
to play against Scrawt, though. That's the thing. ScrawtVermillion is up next in Reaper's path. So
I've seen Reaper make some crazy upsets.
yes,
I
yes,
think he
absolutely,
can do it.
Yeah. And I mean, if anybody can, right? If anybody can, that's I will absolutely listen to an argument for that.
We're going to move on to our next set, which is the other side of losers. We've got DatBoyUchiha, who has been absolutely clearing it this bracket.
Yeah.
And we've got Shinoa, who is, after a slight tumble against Hyde and Pools, is now here on the loser side of top 8, trying to get to that top spot. And I think if you asked a lot of people before this bracket, he was probably one of the 3 people they expected to make top 3, top 2, and even win the bracket.
Yeah.
So he's got a long bracket to crawl if he wants to get there. We'll have to win this, then fight Luffy, and that's a lot. It requires a lot of stamina from you, but there is the trade-off. Making a loser's run, it keeps you active, it keeps you energized, and keeps you warm. Yes. So this could be the start. But Uchiha, oh my gosh, he cooks.
He cooks. He cooks. So I'm gonna be so real with you, bro. When I after you beat Erin, I said, "Oh, he's playing Uchiha. Well, I guess we're gonna have to find somebody else to commentate top 8. That's crazy." I come back from the bathroom and it's 1-1. My boy's in the corner getting hit by the Hyde shenanigans. I'm like, or not Hyde, you know,
the Shiki stuff.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I think low key, that matchup was. I was the underdog in that, but Uchiha has been slowly coming back to the game, had to take a little bit of a break, and man, they're looking so good right now. I'm so excited. Yeah. I think they're going to just do a little bit of a button check here. So Shiki Aoko is interesting. I think Aoko's got like several decent buttons that can mash around Shiki's pressure, and Shiki has to play a little more patiently, has to kind of find his openings with things like Lariat, but has like a really nice 2C similar to Aoko, so it can be a real big scrap in the neutral, and he's got some good buttons to check. I think one of Shinoa's slight weaknesses is they're very aggressive, so they're not as prone to popping the orbs when they need to, but when they lock in, oh my god, he's got it.
There's nothing like it. Aoko is one of those characters that I will forever be just utterly terrified of, especially when you have put like a really good pilot behind her.
There's something about the immense aura of a girl in a white t-shirt and blue jeans.
And hair down to her ankles.
Yeah. No, honestly, that's hair goals.
True. Yo, hair normals? That's crazy.
Hair normals. Amelia?
Playing Million now? I was about to say. Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, Shinoa, speaking of losers runs from Shinoa, Shinoa made it into, I believe it was Frosty Fausting's top 8 on winner's side, instantly fell to losers, and then had one of the most incredible losers runs that I have ever seen in this game.
I remember after that winner set with Scrawt, he was like, no, I got the download. I got this. And, I mean, he turned around, game 5, beat Scrawt, moved on to fight Kikoho. We'll have to see if you can pass Uchiha first, and we're going to find that big 2B into 2C. We are getting a nice combo here, chunk of damage. Now block my mix.
Both of these characters have the opportunity to play so safe and defensively, too. It's going to be really interesting to see who's able to turn it up first. And there's the DP from DatBoyUchiha. We are out of the corner.
It's so swaggy. It's so swaggy.
Yeah. I know, for the quote-unquote like pro tag character, this character's got some swag for sure. That is going to be a big damage fatal counter right here. How optimal are you, my friend? Have you been keeping it up?
Yeah, we got a nice damage.
All
Shinoa
right.
made the very big mistake of trying to interact with Shiki Tono in the air after BC counter.
Yes.
That 5A will hit, that JA will hit you, and you will take a damage. Oh no!
Oh!
We're chasing!
Oh my goodness. Again!
These
my
two-
boy is coming out with the swiftness right now. All right.
We are pressing that throw button. We are trying to get in there with our hands. And he gets caught jumping out. Shinoa gonna try and restart this, act like nothing happened.
Shinoa's going to have to focus a lot more on playing the containment game right here, I think. The mix-ups are potent, but we've seen already DatBoyUchiha has it defensively. You're just going to have to focus on maintaining this corner right here.
Nice jump shield. Gonna get you slightly out of the corner? No. Shinoa's gonna use a bunch of resources to keep you there.
Yeah. And we saw this at Frosty's too. He's so good at like giving you a little bit of space, tricking you into thinking it's time to come out, and then something like this happens right here. You just get hit. Still going to be one more interaction to try to take this round. Shinoa's got plenty of resources though. There's the orb, other side.
Great heat.
No bait on the heat, and gotta get a ton of health back. That is actually massive for the pace of this game. This is now like a 2 or 3 touch game, depending on your starter. Oh, okay, never mind. We're good.
That is like, oh, I played a lot of Lumina online, and everybody's a masher, and then Uchiha just shows up and says, nah, I got fundies.
Yeah, right? There we go. All right, and this is it. Finally takes the life lead here. Uchiha does have the lead in this set. Now it's time to play a little containment of his own. The Lariat. Oh, the counter poke too? Okay.
That was really surprising. Uchiha not spending the meter to keep it safe, and now getting pushed back. 33 seconds left on the clock. We are in for a long set.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Would not surprise me to see a timeout in this set. Oh yeah, instant moon drive. I am so tilted. If I got hit by that, I would be very tempted to unplug the controller.
No,
bro.
that's a huge
crazy.
call out. That was ADP, not invincible. He could have gotten called out at any point there.
Yeah.
Shinoa gonna counter heat out. Keep it safe. We're backing up. Get that health back. 15 seconds left on the clock, but the timer is stopped. Just run it, 5G. That's my goat.
That is my goal right there. My goodness. Oh, and the beat follow.
Oh, no, you're
again.
dead.
Gonna get caught. And
Yeah,
yeah,
you're dead.
that's absolutely dead. Shinoa is not. No, he dropped it.
No.
3 seconds left.
Like,
Stop the
Shinoa, what
timer.
are you doing?
Oh no.
You died. You lose this round, Shinoa. No.
That's crazy. And my favorite part about that is, even if that wasn't like the round to win the game right here, homie gets installed for the whole next round too.
Honestly, low-key, tried to reset there, found the 2-2A, very big reset button because it kind of shoots up into the air with that giant laser.
Yeah.
The fact that Uchiha brought that back is crazy. Just like, my bad, my bad.
Oops. Oh my god, I love these two, dog. Oh my goodness.
I cannot credit Uchiha's movement enough, but these two have been dancing around each other. It's been
Yeah.
such a sight to see.
And it's been like they've both been really aggressive about it too. So you'll see a couple like micro decisions right there, and then there's a hit. It's really easy to miss. But oh, we're going right in. Here we go. Moon skill starting at the drop.
Dropped it. It is Alco time. Nope, chin checker. Shout out to Vantage Blade.
3C, brother. Sit your ass down. This the air is mine.
Keep it safe with the EX. Tries to find the 5C. We're backing up. Oh gosh, I love the
2A,
daggers.
Yeah. And I mean, we saw this from Erin like back in the day too, right? Like this character's a stagger machine, so good at playing it safe on offense. Shinoa still finds the spot though. Oh my goodness! All right, what's the call? Are we gonna run into safe heat or are we gonna take the damage?
No, we're gonna take the damage and run left, right.
Okay.
Oh, trying to punish the heat. Okay.
Beautiful.
And we're gonna get a hit anyways there. Caught Uchiha a little scared. All right, do it again. Run the mix.
We were talking about floaty ass air dashes earlier. Like this character's got that too.
Oh, Shinoa doesn't know. Uchiha ain't on the line like that. We blocked those 4Cs.
I love the space in
dead.
there too. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You got 3 bars. Spend it, and there's the install. We get install all next round.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
2-2 special is on deck. That includes that far away low. That's scary. Shinoa fighting for his life here in game 2, but there's the EX spend. We're going to start strong.
This is where Shinoa is the scariest, though. Down, back against the wall, and we're feeling like he's got something to prove. Good defense, blocks the air dash. Gonna have this whole thing, keep it safe.
Tried to challenge, but that was not the orb to challenge on.
Yeah, here it is. All right, Shinoa's got a big chance here.
All right, this is, I
on
believe,
deck.
the negative edge. You got to hold this. Lets it pop, and nice heat. And catches the 6BC. And going to get the cash out again into the level 3.
Interesting.
Nice 4K almost. And now you got the mix. Tries to find it low. We're running that pressure.
That
Seeing the throws
stagger.
again.
Oh, my goodness. And 2B ender. Yeah, there's
2-2A,
your buff special.
I'm outta here.
Yep. Oh, yeah, got a moon drive there to make it safe. You're going to get punished otherwise.
Oh my
Brother.
gosh, he's insane!
Oh, what? And it worked anyway. He's going to kill him.
No, not
meter,
here.
no
but
meter.
this
All
is
right.
like you're guessing for game. Tries to find the reset. Tries to bait out the heat. And calls it out with a run-up shield! Uchiha! The GOAT wins it there too over the young blood!
Starts out of absolutely.
He says, I'm here! Oh my gosh!
See, and I love this from Shinoa too. You get some of these young players, like not his first time on the stage, obviously. Bro, there was no salt there whatsoever.
Yeah.
That was like, okay, you know what? You're sick with it. You deserve that. Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna give props where props due. I love seeing that from younger players, bro. That is so tight. That was a hell of a set too. Like, real talk, Shinoa has a lot to be proud of how he played there. Like Uchiha just straight up. Sometimes we do a little gapping. Sometimes we do a little gapping here.
I don't even think that's gapping anymore. You read that man's heart and soul on the stage in front of everybody.
Whole crowd.
There's a talk when you get on stage and the lights get too bright.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Uchiha even knows they're there.
No.
This could have been in like a random spot on the street there on a laptop setup. We were there.
Yeah. Bro could have been anywhere.
Oh my
absolutely.
God, I'm scared for everybody in this bracket now. Oh
And now,
my God.
absolutely, yeah. So you called it out earlier. DatBoyUchiha has the potential to make a run, and we very well might see that. But first, we're going to have to see this quick ad break. We will be right back. Please do not go anywhere. We got some more sick-ass games coming right at you.
Yep. And we are back. I'm Arhkma, joined by Lennox once again. We're continuing this top 8 that is now a top 5, and oh my gosh, we could not stop screaming. We were in that break, and we had another minute of screaming. This has been such an intense bracket. So much has been happening. and it's all been great. We're going to be moving to our losers quarters matches now. We've got ScrawtVermillion and NegaReaper first, and then we've got Luffy and DatBoyUchiha up after, and they're all trying to reach Kikoho and Akimi up there in winners finals, and oh my gosh, this game is so cool.
We're going to have some crazy games, dog. So we were talking about this a little bit beforehand. There is a slight, if improbable possibility that we might get the MASH mirror right here, Scrawt versus Nega. I'm very convinced it's going to be Coma versus Reaper, but we shall see momentarily.
That's like it's like an up and down kind of thing where I'm like, it's probably like 20% that it happens, but it would be really funny.
These two are a pair of memers, though. They might do it just for the laughs, you know?
For me, it's like, Scrawt is very good with, like, all the characters in this game.
All
but,
of
like,
them.
you can't out Pizza the Hut. Reaper is, like, he's so goated with it.
So, first of all, I out Pizza the Hut every day.
True.
Shout out to the homies back home. You know what I mean. But, yeah, it's trying to play Reaper at his own game is a terrifying proposition, even if you're ScrawtVermillion. And if you're at this point, if you're in loser's bracket already, yeah, you know what? I'm trying to play to win, bro. Give me the main. Give me the main. All right, we're going to see in a minute. We're going to get the button set right here. Get right into it. See, I'm still saying, give me the scroll. Oh, see, I'm saying he's a memer. He's a memer.
No.
Oh, this is the worst part. Is the crowd going to tell you to do it?
Oh my God, he's
no,
gonna do it. He's doing it for the people.
God.
He's doing it for the people.
All right,
and here
well,
we go.
here it
All
is.
right, MASH mirror. This is
the unhinged energy that I came here for.
honestly, I don't feel like I've seen this much. So,
Uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
Go back. All right, let's try it.
I think that was the monitor. Yeah, anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So, their only other like pretty often played matches are like Roger with the W out of the West Coast, and then there's Klepper up in Canada as well, who Reaper probably has gotten a good amount of games with.
No doubt.
So he's got a good idea about this. The issue is, ScrawtVermillion may not be familiar with it as much, but could also just fundamentally just win the set through fundies.
And
now
he
we're
might
matching
know.
out.
That's the scary part, is he might be very well versed in this. We just don't know.
And I need to check. I think this is the ruby color for Penny from the show Ruby. I have to
no
double
kidding.
check. I think so.
All right. I don't watch, so I'm going to have to take your word for it. And that is absolutely what we want to see. Yo, talk about out Pizza in the Hut right there. Brother, that is going to hurt. Fatal counter, not enough to kill.
We're TPing back.
Absolutely. One bar on deck, plenty of moon on both sides. Moon drive on defense gets a little scary right here because the ants are back. Frame kill. Just got to hold this. Cross frames. Oh, okay.
MDs, keeping it going, just keeping the pressure true.
I like that hesitation from Scrawt, trying to bait out some form of reaction. Do we have it? Yes,
No.
we do. NegaReaper with the EX cancel to seal off round one. Great reaction right
yeah,
there.
no, that was.
not a
We
read.
both have some of the best clash frames in the game. Who's gonna win? And
Yes.
Reaper mashing that DP. We're getting out of there.
Oh, I love it. Good tech. All right. Scrawt gets the backdash, trying to get out of dodge right here. Oh, wait, is that? I already got confused by the colors, dog. Who is this?
Yeah,
Green is Scrawt?
Reaper is gonna be on the regular color, and Scrawt is on the green and orange hair.
Okay, all right. Doubted myself there for a hot second. Trying to come back down, up dive kick.
Keep it safe. You're still gonna have to hold this and gets caught in the backdash. That is something that matches can do to check. It's by going into 2-2C to follow up on a backdash. It's very scary.
Oh, I like the stagger right there. Plus frames again. Reaper not risking it on the dive kick that time, and it is just going to be the jump out cross up. No! Big drop.
No,
All
we're
right.
out of there. We're driving the cars right now.
Yeah, we are. Oh, DP whiffs from Scrawt. Good shield. Back at you. BC. That still means we're out. Neutral skip.
The tech.
Tech.
All right, we're backing up. We're showing respect. And catches the high shield, whiffing the button to go low.
Tap shield a strong option, but man, so scary if you don't have the right read. And Scrawt on the back foot right here. If Reaper wins this, we're going to see the switch. I almost guarantee it. There's the throw. Back throw to the corner.
He backdashed.
Brother.
You did the coma backdash tech against Smash. What are we doing? It worked, but unfortunately gets caught jumping away.
Ooh.
And we're even seasons.
Indeed. 15 seconds left on the clock, too. That was going down to the wire. One round apiece here in game one. Still very much anybody's game. Scrawt giving Reaper some space right here. We're back at 5A whiffs. Little hesitation. Oh, beautiful whiff punish. That's just good footsies right there. Straight up. Reaper misses the spot to tech out, and that's it. Oh, no!
Have we been warming up our mash?
Possibly.
We might need to warm it up a little more.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, too late
that
on the
could've
charge,
been
but that's
bad.
okay. We mashed PDP anyways. We're out of there. We said the same thing in the Hyde set. Reaper loves to mash that DP sometimes.
Yup.
And there's good reason to.
Absolutely. There it is. Gotta get the plus frames again. Pop it up. Yeah. I win these clash frames this time, bro. I know you don't have moon drive. You can't counter this.
Yeah, just would have had to spend the bar and no reaction in time. JC coming in. Good counter shield.
Oh.
B counter doesn't get punished, but we get to keep going. We have meter still. Hey, guys, the back dash. It's a really good button for guys
Oh, and the double clash. Cancel again. The double cancel. Scrawt learned from last time. DP's right back.
Yep.
And just needs one more hit. I like that throw ban attempt, but Reaper does not bite, and very well might kill off this. There it is.
Very
All
nice.
right.
All right, there's one. That was really tricky. So Reaper on that last cancel did 2-on-4C, which is a really good button.
Yes.
And then because Scrawt did 6-2-3C, that is invisible. So was able to slightly win out on all the clash at the end. But now sticking with the mash. But we're going to get caught B countering. All right, Reaper is going to take a bit of damage here. Not too much, though.
I'm honestly shocked we didn't get the switch, but here it is. This is why he's the champion. Let's see. Plus, my turn, baby. Oh,
You
no.
did jump shield. You tried to predict that Reaper was going to mash hard, and we're not rewarded. That's like a 1 in 10 chance. That's scary.
Right? There's again in the mash. Oh, this time it's going to be Scrawt. Should take all the way to the corner. We're going to have plenty of meter. Instead of the knockdown. Thank you.
Keep it going into air throw. No.
Oh, no.
Tries to JB. I think needed JA for that first.
Yeah, I was going to say scaling was not your friend right there by the looks of it. Oh, yeah, had the shield right there. Good awareness from Scrawt.
Just said I'm out of here. All right, we're just going to charge back. Both players very low on moon. Scrawt with a slight advantage, and also in meter.
All right,
Judo.
run up throw.
And gets caught with the DP, but only got the first hit. That's a little weird.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't see that happen very often. Again, the shield clash, cancel into the DP, not enough to kill. You still need one more hit.
That's air unblockable.
Yes, it is.
We don't have the moon to cancel, but we still get a full confirm off this. This might actually kill. Yeah!
Oh, last hit. All right, I wasn't going to say anything. I want to jinx that one. I'm like, all right. NegaReaper on the verge of eliminating ScrawtVermillion. One more round. Scrawt holding on for dear life right here. The Reaper gets the counter poke. We should be able to get the corner. Plenty of meter on Scrawt's side. I don't think we're going to see the blood heat, but it is always a possibility. Beautiful. All right, 2B press. We're getting out. All right, here's the spin. We're gonna go for air throw this time.
There we go. We got the normals this time.
Doesn't mess it up.
All right, going for strike throw now.
Oh!
Good backdash. Great reaction to the shield from both players. We're going to neutral, and that's a catch there high. Reaper, I think, tried to poke there with 2B, which is okay at anti-airing, but doesn't always work as well as 5B. And this is going to hurt.
A little bit of a late press, too, I think. And now you are kind of in the blender right here. Reaper's had some good call-outs on defense, but it's just the overhead that does it, all right?
No, you don't understand. Like, blocking that move is really awkward even if you have it. Because she goes up and then down, and sometimes when you're holding block, you see it, and your eyes go up and down the same way. It's very understandable interaction. Reaper going to heat out, try and win the situation, and that's going to be a full cash out.
Yeah, it is.
Get their moon back. That brings you over 50%. Moon drive on the table.
All right, Reaper still on set point, but Scrawt navigating their way out of the corner with that moon drive. Back at you. Okay, able to react to the shield. Get the punish.
Overhead finds home. That might be enough. We're going to build a 1 bar. No, not enough. Not enough. Tries to reset it. Backs off.
Yeah, just wants this corner.
And gets caught trying to tech throw.
All right, that's fine. You still have plenty of life to play with, but Scrawt has all of the meter
Gonna
right
heat.
here.
That's a little dangerous. Gets caught DP'd. That's
It's
enough.
enough! Oh my goodness,
Reaper from Canada gonna knock Scrawt out of the bracket in the mirror. Move on to losers finals. Oh my gosh, what
Loser
a
semis. Loser semis.
Gonna move
we're
on
not
to
there
loser
yet.
semis. Oh my gosh.
Almost, yeah. Gonna have to get through the winner of this next match first if he wants to make it out to losers finals.
That's
but
huge.
dog, yeah, that was not on my bingo card. That was not on my bingo card. No Erin and no Scrawt in top 4. That was not on my bingo card for this tournament right
Kikoho
here.
is the one winner of our like Melty Blood brackets, like consistent.
He was the only one we called, and we're right.
Yeah. No, anything can happen. We've got so many people hungry in this bracket. As we move on to our other side of the losers' quarters, we've got DatBoyUchiha and Luffy, and I'm
This is
scared.
gonna be a good one.
I'm so scared. Luffy, you gotta get out of there.
You got it.
After what Uchiha has done the last like 2 games or 2 sets, I'm scared. That I don't know what he's gonna do next, but it'll be it'll be a pleasure to watch. And Luffy, I'm very happy to see him here. It was one of those guys where I'm like, you get a few people in the Lumina scene where it's your time is soon, and we know it's just a matter of time. So I'm very happy to see him here. Got a good bracket, made the upsets that he needed to make, and great to see him. Shout out to him again. TO does a lot of work for North America and Europe, repping Saudi Arabia as well. And we're so excited to get to see some representation out from the Middle East.
I think that's a sign of a healthy scene too, right? Like you have all these up-and-comers that like you could kind of point to and say, all right, you're going to be sick one day.
Yeah.
And then you get someone like Shinoa who shows up to his first offline and gets second.
Yeah.
Like what? There is, I don't know. Like I said, sign of a healthy scene. There's a lot of these top players that really care about the other players in this scene, really invested in trying to make them better. I mean, the work that Kikoho and crew does with PSA kind of speaks volumes.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I was going to say, like, shout out to our TO players.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
big time.
A lot of people are like, oh, you're a TO, you probably wash this and that, and then you got to go to Type Lumina, and it's like, no, our TOs are also like some of the best players in the world, and y'all got to hold that.
Oh, yeah.
We're pulling like triple and quadruple duty, and we're still better, so like, you know.
Yeah.
It's great to see.
Kikoho's like last year alone kind of speaks volumes to that. I mean, we've said it a few times. One of the few that have had Scrawt's number pretty consistent. We've seen it here. We've seen it in some other tournaments. And now we're going to see, this is the match we've been kind of looking forward to right here. Luffy versus DatBoyUchiha. We're going to see some Tono action in the house. The chase down early, fatal counter means we are going to get that corner. Big drop, no!
All right, we're running back. We're trying to get out of here. We are not trying to interact.
No, absolutely not. Oh my goodness. All right, a clash not involving 2B, but we're still going to get it anyway. That is A-okay.
And we're going to go hard knockdown here with the EXBP, left, right. Goes the other side and tries to go high.
Oh, I like that chase down. All right, no fatal counter, but
no! We cannot be dropping these here.
Oh, seeing some nerves on Luffy's side right here. DatBoyUchiha, one throw is going to be enough to kill this.
The whip throw, Oki. Oh dear.
Oh.
It's so scary. It's so. I don't think we talked about this enough. I don't know if Makoto Fox talked about it, or Salty Boy talked about it in the last sets that we saw them in. Shiki pressure is so scary.
So scary.
It's so simple. It's a lot of staggers and a lot of fast buttons that you're not sure if there's an opening, and it's terrifying.
Then you have mood skills like that forward-moving lariat. Oh my god, I have so much PTSD from that move in the early days of this game. And there's the low DatBoyUchiha working on a perfect right here, opening up Luffy yet again. Maxed out meter on both sides. No heat. Oh, okay. Shield the unblockable. Good
You
stuff.
just waited? That's scary.
Yeah.
You're super throw prone after that, but this time we're going to BC out immediately, but
no.
goes a little too far in the 2C.
Yo, I think that's nerves right there. That's a confirm that I know Luffy has locked in and just missed it right there. Woo!
Another charge 5C. He needs it.
God, that's crazy. He needs it? Yeah.
He, unironically, he actually kind of needs
it.
And we are stuck in this corner. Please send help. Which is so ironic given the Kiha's on the screen.
Yeah.
Finds the throw as the 2BC was coming out. No fear. And it's looking rough for Luffy. He's going to need to lock in on this next game.
This is kind of the duality of how pressure works in Lumina, right? You have one side, utterly gapless, spend all the meter you need, and then it's Stagger City on the other side. Both very effective in their own right. All right.
We're chasing, staying back a little.
DatBoyUchiha trying to make this run. Luffy just trying to stay alive and loses right now.
All right, we're going to keep the pressure going. No bar now,
Woo!
but finds the third overhead. If you like overheads, this might be the character for you. We can press all those air buttons. And now this is going to be a hard knockdown off of throw. Are we going to do the 2-2-B? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
If you know, you know, and it's kind of scary.
Even if you know, sometimes it's still scary. I still get gapped by that sometimes. That is rough. Oh!
And it gets the punish. I think it was 2-2A, and this is going to be a great confirm. We got the corner route, and the wall bounces, and that is, what, 4.5? No super.
Not if you drop it.
I think Luffy was maybe trying to DP out, but wasn't sure where Uchiha was going to attack, and so opted not to. And there's the XDP, going to get the OTG. Nice. All right, Luffy getting the round, bringing it back.
Bringing it back, yeah, trying to stay alive right here. DatBoyUchiha has looked really good so far in this top 8. And this is going to be all on Luffy to try to put the stop sign here. 5C to chase down. And you're back at the vortex, brother.
Finish the air throw, goes for 5C on start.
What?
Oh, you might have been able to combo off that, but Uchiha's going to take the pressure anyways. Great 2BC out. Nice. Now sit in this corner. We've got 3 bars to work with, and you're going to have to hold.
I think you're right. I'm sure DatBoyUchiha should have been able to pick that up with like a 5A or something. Oh, no! And now you're reading fatal counters in the corner. It's going to be a ton of damage. Luffy should build 3 bars here. Just going to spend the 1. Yep.
If I can translate what's probably in the crowd right now. Help!
Yeah.
Help me!
Hello, Jesus. Oh.
And finds it, does the half charge JC, makes it whiff, and goes for the low. We've got an even set. Luffy coming alive.
One apiece. And look at DatBoyUchiha. My man is locked in right now, brother. Or
No,
even,
both-
yeah, even
both
Lucy's
of
giving the
them.
head nod. Yeah, no emotion on either one of their face. They're
Yeah.
here to win. Came to play tonight,
Got
fellas.
silent killers here.
Silent until they win. Whoever wins this is going to pop off in
Yeah.
a big way, I'm certain.
Gets in with the JC round start. We love charge JC in this house, and now you're going to get quite a bit of damage off of this. EX into the wheel, and this will probably be, yeah, regular throw into a safe jump. Goes low.
Oh, good shield.
He kept it
Oh,
going.
what?
Uchiha held it for a little too long, and that gave Luffy a chance.
Yeah, oh my god, especially after the whipped air shield right there. That is so scary. Big ups to Luffy for recognizing. Ah, good block, all right. The Hyde pressure coming back out.
Keep it going. There goes all the heat.
Beautiful.
Good shield, and the counter shield again, catching the 5A low.
That little flip is a really tricky way to deal with somebody preemptively pressing shields, and I want to give big ups to DatBoyUchiha for being ready for it. There it is. All right, back out. Oh, what? You know, shades of Season 1 again. Delay A follow-up. Here we go.
And gonna EX cancel. Gotta hold that, left, right. Goes the other side. Tries to MD and maybe tried to mash, assuming it didn't meaty. But that was 5B. It lingers out just a little bit more. And the run under 2B. He's been killing people with that.
2B. Oh. Everybody's least favorite button to clash with right there. Shiki 2B. All right. Oh, no!
No way.
The jump scare.
The lariat will happen to you.
Oh,
Great
always.
5C, though. Gotta love that 5C. Hits high, hits a good way in front of her, and locks you down. Good set up regular wheel, and finds the low with the wheel still on top.
Buffy's been playing like a really simple mix-up game, but it has been working so well. Like, we haven't seen any of the real fuzzy shenanigans yet. Just going for low. DatBoyUchiha start finally trying to connect. Oh no, that's gonna be enough. We are going to final game, final round.
Oh my goodness, this is so scary. This is the sibling matchup. Which
Yeah.
one is the superior?
Yeah, we'll see in a minute, I suppose.
Oh, good MD. We had to get out of there.
Yeah.
Just stayed ducking around it so it didn't connect.
I really like how he played around wheel right there. DatBoyUchiha, like, really showing they know how to play around Akimi. Oh, 5C whips. No whip punish, but we are able to get in. A little stagger pressure coming out. Oh, the chase down. Do we get the conversion? Yup. Sit down.
Yeah, gotta wait a little bit though. No EX, but that JB, it hits so low. It hits both sides too. It's a very scary option to get hit by. And now Luffy in the driver's seat.
Oh.
That was scary.
Very scary.
And finds it on the stagger.
All right, plenty of resources right here. Spending the 1 bar. Air throw ender? Yep. A little safe jump action going on. Good block. This is do or die right now. One more hit. Space it. I love the space.
And finds the 5C! Does the slight run in, stops with the 5C, and
Yeah.
Luffy gonna move on. Fist bump into the handshake. And he's gonna move on to loser semis to go fight Reaper.
Dog, that was so smart.
Oh my gosh,
We
it
saw
was
the
great.
stagger pressure and the spacing out, like really trying to look for that heat. Oh, what do we got there? Yeah, show it off.
D Luffy.
Oh, that's my goat.
That's
All right.
the GOAT, the namesake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I absolutely loved Uchiha's pressure at the end there, trying to space it out, very cognizant of the fact that, oh, okay, you want to try to heat right here?
Yeah.
All right. And Luffy just completely played into that, said, you're going to give me space? I'm going to press 5C.
Yep.
No big deal. The boot to the face, we're going to keep it as easy as possible
I
right
think
there.
the biggest thing is, like, because Uchiha's been doing really good at finding those mash options.
Yes.
As a Kikoho, your main goal is to stop those. And so, since we saw more and more staggers being introduced from Luffy, he was really able to capture them, and that was really good work.
Yeah, just overall fun set. You said that was going to be a close one, and that could not have been closer, absolutely. We are in top 4 territory right now. This is going to be our first 3 out of 5 of the afternoon. This is going to be Kikoho versus Akimi. So we talked about this matchup a little bit before, but give me the rundown. What are we going to see here?
Low-key, Akimi could do really well. I think Kikoho low-key kind of struggles with this matchup sometimes. I know Frosty's last year had to fight Defiant and had a really hard time with that.
Yep.
Vlav, you don't really see too much. Every so often you'll see like Medusa here or maybe Save, just whoever kind of pops up.
Yeah.
And can have a hard time. Akimi, again, very fundamentally strong player, so can poke those weird workarounds. I think the main thing is Akimi may not be as comfortable dealing with some warp pressure.
Yes.
Very awkward character to interact with, especially if you're in the corner. She's got so many ways to catch you on heat. Akimi's going to need to be at the top of her game if she wants to get out of the corner.
if Kikoho can navigate neutral effectively, I think Akimi's gonna have a really hard time. But if Akimi starts catching into some of these Red Arc shenanigans, yeah, I think you're right. We might see a little bit of a turnaround here. This is one of the more interesting winners finals matches we could have got.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I will be very curious to see if Akimi has kept on the Red Arc shenanigans. And I mean, even if you don't, like, there's plenty of footage of Kikoho, right?
Yep.
Like, no shortage of that.
Yeah, if you want to do your research, a lot of footage of both of these players, especially Kikoho recently. So you can do your knowledge, or you can just say, nah, I'm just gonna lock in, feel it out.
All right, here we go. Button check is done. We're getting there. Go ahead.
I love Kikoho's box. It's great. It's so he plays with the arrow keys on the right side.
Yeah.
He's not left-handed. It's just how his box works. Shout out to Toho. We know for a fact, like all the games he grew up playing, like that's why you have it there.
I always get so stressed out as a certified old man now, seeing his arms cocked out like that. I'm like, brother, you're
like, how are you doing this?
Yeah, you're gonna be hurting in a few years, my dog. And Akimi off to a great start right here. This is exactly what we need to see from her. I know you had the right read, calling out the shield, and then just drops the combo. Kikoho is not gonna let you get away with that.
We do a little trolling on both sides here. We're gonna find the overhead trolling this time. Yeah. We drop those. We've never dropped those. We get a left, right. No. Sure, why not? Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my goodness. Yo, all right, we're seeing a little spaghetti here. Big fatal counter. Yeah, okay, got to get the conversion, and that is absolutely going to take it. Kikoho looking a little shaky at some of those interactions, but very, very much able to bring that back.
Yep. I think Akimi might be jumping too much. If you're playing against Red Arcwood at any time, jumping is a death sentence almost.
Yes.
That JB's so good, but we're going to find the hit this time. Doesn't get fully punished, and now you get to run the mix. You're going to see safe jump JB. No, it didn't go low either on the high shield. That's interesting. That's the flub, I think.
Kikoho has been, like, kind of risking it on the shields a little bit. Got called out for it the one time, but Akimi just straight up missed right there. All right, here we go. 3C Yoki. Okay, yep, move drive.
Good shield.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah, empty into shield, punish the moon skill. And the scaling isn't too bad on this. No EX, but you still get 3.0.
Oh, the shotgun blast.
Kikoho,
no BC right there. Where's the punish?
What are we doing?
Where's the punish at? Are we seeing nerves from Kikoho?
Oh, my 5C.
Brother.
Oh, nice catch. Oh, the ID. That's going to fatal counter, and that'll be more than enough to kill. We're going to just go right into the level 3, get your moon back.
I don't want to say a goddamn word there, bro. I'm like, we've jaked a little too many of these tonight.
I'm sure.
Deep breath. I'm going to let you handle that one.
I know for both these characters, having your moon and having your heat is so important. And Akimi with both resources on deck is a great start to this round, but Kikoho finding the first hit.
Zoners in general in this game benefit from moon so much. Like, it's a little check if they navigate your zoning. It's just like, all right, stop button, here it is, 3C or whatever you got to do. And Kikoho working on a perfect right now. Has Akimi down to about 40%, 2+. Oh, no, again?
You were 2+.
Back at you, brother, back at you.
All right, there's your hard knockdown. Oh, it didn't even need the 3-bar. Okay, I thought, because usually you could take that combo all the way down to the ground and then level 3, and then you blow up, and it's like, not bad, Slime, not bad.
and no big deal about trying to, like, save the resources there last round anyway. Who cares? But, yeah, Kikoho had the route locked in. And this is first of 3, gentle reminder. So this is not set point for Kikoho. We still have plenty of game left to be played.
For both these players as well, they're coming off a little bit of a break, waiting for the loser side to kind of even out. So needing that first round to kind of get the feel again. And Kikoho turning it up, game 2, taking Akimi to the corner. Can she get out? That is our question. No, you get thrown. I'm Wark, so I get a corner combo off this.
Yeah, it's always rough, right? Do you spend the resources in round 1 and, like, gamble losing anyway, or do you just get stuck in the corner? And there's your answer. Heat finds the right spot to heat out, but just, oh my God.
I'm out of there. That's my eject button.
4BC, baby. Was that 4BC or 2BC?
It's technically J7BC,
right?
Because you have to hit up and away and get the 4BC just as you go airborne. Run and throw. Akimi tried to mash out, and I think because it is, I think 6 or 7 frames on that 5A, it didn't quite come out in time. Unfortunate. Kikoho taking control, but we get that. We hit those buttons.
This is where the real game starts, though. The Ice Menace himself is in play, and we are dropping combos. We are just getting happy little resets. That is going to be a lot of damage if you choose to spend the meter. Look at this. 4.1, no meter required. Moon drive to make it safe. Yup, navigate that 3C. Whoa! Okay, little jump scare, but we're good.
Back it up. There it is again, 623C. I'm getting you. Me when I get you.
Yeah. Oh, 2+ again. Akimi very happy to punish that. Ro gets punished. Or shield, rather.
And there's the teleport again. It's so weird to deal with, especially for Vlav as well. If you're not, like, mashing 2BC to catch the ground teleport, it hurts. We whiff the EX, goes a little too far on the jump in.
I am tripping out so hard.
And
there
that's
it
the
is.
D counter. That's really scary. You don't want to get hit by those ice, but I think the timing was good. One more cash out, and empties Akimi trying to figure out how to get out of this pressure. 2 BC. All right, we got the meter. Keep Kikoho locked in, but no, no EX cancel. Tried to just do 2-2-1, and yeah, got grabbed. Get snatched, get your purse snatched, and we're gone. That's unfortunate.
Kikoho, I think, is starting to play into the fact that Akimi maybe doesn't have as much Red Arc experience as some other players in this top 8, and just going for maybe not quite the funny stuff, but just the quick get-in options. Oh, okay, that's a punish, absolutely. There's the DP, sit your butt down. Fatal counter again, too far away to get the pickup, but the instant run-up to B is going to be more than enough to open Akimi up here.
All right, what are we doing now? We're going to jump in, goes the other side. Good block so far. Keep it meaty.
Ooh, all right, like
a
the
nice
spacing.
jump over, lets it drop, and great reaction there.
Oh,
and the
again.
DP as well.
Kikoho is doing a great job of calling out these gaps. All right.
Honestly, putting on a clinic of how to handle this matchup.
Right? I'm impressed. You had said before you had kind of struggled previously in the Vlav matchup, and we're not seeing that right here. Like, homie,
Oh, no, it whiffed! That's okay, though.
Almost
Akimi
had
going to
it.
get the health back, but still stuck in the corner against Ward. It gets opened up, held the shield too long, and that's enough to kill.
Yeah. Oh, wow, built the meter. It didn't even need it. There it is. All right. Kikoho on set point here in Winners Finals. Just needs one more to send Akimi to losers.
Teleports in, gets caught by the back hit. That's new this patch. Got hit by the JV back hitbox. I'm nice.
There it is. Akimi's got a chance here. Has to start stringing together some of these rounds, though. He's been getting a little too late so far.
Nice, that was a beautiful bait.
Yeah, it was. All right, here we go. Akimi still working on a perfect big drop, and it's another fatal counter. Should be able to kill, barring any drops. Spends the moon drive trying to get the meter, and drops it again. Interesting. All right. That's not going to work, my friend.
And you get snatched.
OTG.
I think these 2Cs we've been seeing on those resets is an attempt from Akimi to do 3C. Maybe just doing it a little too early and getting 2C instead.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. All right, good blocks. Akimi starting to slow this down to neutral, and it's just going to be the A follow-up that seals it out. Akimi staying alive here at Winners Finals.
Yep. Even if it's taking more combos, it's a matter of if you drop your wallet, as long as you pick it back up right after, it's fine.
Exactly. Dropped wallets do not necessarily stay on the ground forever. All right, navigating the projectiles. I love the air stall with the shotgun there. Good stuff.
Keep it going again.
Oh
Finds
my
another hit. Not able to confirm in the 2-2C, unfortunately. Wasn't a fatal hit.
She's so good, dude.
And here he goes. Jumps in. Banes the safe jump JC and goes low. This will be a good chunk of damage. Not too much after the cash out, 3.4, but another hit could end it.
Wow, there it is.
No, he messed up.
Incredible.
No, that's okay. You got the staircase. It's
Yep.
fine. Ah! Kikoho, what are you doing? Oh, you got the JC. You got the JC. Okay.
No more drops,
No more
please.
drops, please. One more. Yep.
Okay.
And that's it.
Team
Kikoho gonna win
Cyber.
3-0, giving all of us here in the audience a heart attack, but we're happy to see that he closed it out. Good job.
No more damage on the table there at the
Please
end.
stop.
Yeah, please stop. Please, my heart cannot take any more of this. Kikoho, another 3-0 in winner side, is going to lock in grand finals on winner side and going to get a little bit of a break. We are going to go back to our last first of two of the afternoon. It is going to be Luffy versus NegaReaper. One of these cats, I mean, we're top four, right?
Yep.
Like, these cats are guaranteed a very nice finish regardless.
I'm going to say all three of these players, great. They're doing really well. This is an extreme uphill battle for whoever fights Kikoho.
Yeah.
But we're going to take it to another break. This will be our last break before our top four, and we'll finish out the bracket. Thank you all for tuning in with us so far. This has been an excellent bracket, and we hope to see you back in just a few minutes.
All right, and we're back.
Woo!
We have only a few games left here in this top four. It is time. Lennox and Arhkma, Muddykipz on the mic. Combo Breaker 2025, Melty Blood Type Lumina. We have our last first to two of the evening, and it is going to be NegaReaper versus Luffy. This is going to be a banger set. Talk to me a little bit about what we're going to see here. Big
So
dog.
first off, these are our last two international players in the bracket, both repping their home countries.
Wow.
And looking for an interesting bracket here. Both of these players are fighting very different styles. So Mash is one of those characters where she runs like a mixed stagger and I can keep you in the corner pressure, whereas Uchiha is mainly I'm applying pressure, guess my overheads, and then I can throw in staggers. But the issue is for Uchiha, this character likes Mash likes to mash a lot.
Yep.
It's in the name. I don't know how Nasu did it.
So does
It
Reaper.
just worked. But
Reaper also likes
Uchiha has a lot of tools to catch it, and this could go either way. And the winner
Really
of this
could.
fight's Akimi, which is its own can of worms. She is a very strong competitor on the vlog, and we'll have to see if either of these two players can do it.
Oh, and the Luffy D-Monkey hat, too. That's tight, bro. Let's go. Staying on brand.
Yep.
That's what I like to see.
I want to shout out Nebula Toast. They've been making, so there's the little chibis in the player rooms in
Sure.
the network mode of this game. And every day they've been adding a different hat to each of the chibis.
Oh.
I don't remember. I think they
so cool.
actually gave the Luffy straw hat to Uchiha a few days ago.
Love it.
So shout outs to them. And we're getting right into this. We got Luffy on the left. We got Reaper on the right. Reaper, again, like you said, we be mashing
We be
sometimes.
mashing,
It's a
brother.
hard matchup
in the
to mash
name.
on, though.
Yeah, Aki. Oh, no. Double overhead. Okay, already committed to the throw. That's okay. Strike throw again. Was that a read from watching? As Reaper said, yo, you ain't taking throws?
Maybe.
Ooh, dive kick, yeah, moon drive. Says my turn, back throw again, and we are not taking throws, brother.
Another one. And jumps over the DP attempt. And you are going to take a lot of damage. That is JC. We're going to cash it out.
That's not gonna kill.
This is a little rough. So it's not going to kill, and you didn't wait until the moon drive is over, so you're not getting moon back, and now your resources are looking really rough. But if you can keep Luffy in the corner, it could work.
No,
Oh my, you
dirty.
You waited for the shield expecting Luffy not to commit, and you BDP? That's devious.
Oh yeah, I mean this is the devious mastermind right here behind the mash. Oh, big whiff on the 5 seat, no punish. Reaper not willing to overcommit, but of course we're just gonna do the Captain America. We're going right in, baby. Oh, big drop. All right, still able to maintain some offense though. Not the end of the world. Strike throw again, a little stagger pressure.
2-2C, keep it safe, and waits it out. That 5C, a very scary button to interact with from Uchiha.
Wow. Yo, Reaper's movement's kind of off the hook right now. Daggers there to catch the jump out. Wow. Reaper on the verge of sealing this out with a perfect, or almost a perfect, I should say. Taking a little chip. One more. Do it again. Come on. Yeah, there it is.
This time going for the tick throw. That little 2A into immediate throw. A lot of characters get a lot off of doing that, and in those clutch situations, it's really nervous. For like, if you're on the offense, you don't want to do that and then be wrong, get DP'd or something, or like you don't want to mess up anything else.
Yeah.
And then on defense, you're like, I'll just take the throw. I'll take the throw, and then sometimes you dive for it. Oh,
no.
That's a very bad start.
Right, give me a number. What are we seeing for damage?
Probably 4.5, 4.3 if he decides to go for both meter. No, I'll have to wait on it.
Dropped it and still put out 4.2. That is crazy. All right, here we go. Reaper still very much in the driver's seat. 2 big hits. Potentially could kill with the right third, but we're going to do the throw loops again. We're playing Street Fighter 6 now.
Keep it going. Help me. This time waiting again, and NegaReaper expecting Luffy to mash, but actually said, no, you didn't condition me to like actually do something here. I'm still waiting.
Can't condition the unconditionable. Here we go. Finally. Oh, no, it's not your turn for offense. My goodness, Reaper is just nonstop pressing right now. And this is all the NegaReaper show. Canadian supremacy is in the house. One more round to eliminate Luffy.
Oh, this is rough. Reaper's like, I've been here before. You can't stop me, but that JB Fatal is going to do a ton of damage. This will probably also be like 4.4. Oh my, 4.4. Getting it halfway there.
Wow. That's a ton of damage. I always forget Akira has damage like that. What a counter poke. Oh my god, I wish y'all could have seen Arhkma's face right there. Bro is going through it right now.
This is a
That's
fuzzy
bait.
mash
That's
festival.
bait. Oh,
and
no.
the fade out on the level 3. Luffy on the ropes. Gonna build a bar after this and still in MD. You tried to reach that. That's scary. Luffy holding strong though. We did not tech.
Yeah, Reaper still riding that high from beating Scrawt in the mirror. And I am loving the defense here from Luffy, not falling for these throw baits, but unfortunately not really taking throws either.
And that's, no, it's not it. He dropped it. He blocked the jump. Oh my god, he's the GOAT. He blocked the 2BC with the fuzzy jump and immediately got the punish. That is insanely skillful, and I cannot stress that enough. Luffy tried everything to get out of there, got caught trying to read the throw tech and got caught by the 5A, and even though Reaper didn't follow up, was able to navigate the scramble in the corner very well. And now Reaper on a run. Gonna be trying to get to Kikoho, but gonna have to fight Akimi first.
Yeah, you could see that even the fist bump at the end there with Luffy. Luffy was like, all right, well, I guess you're sick, dude. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's been my favorite thing about this game is you play someone and like the situation and the layering gets so tight that you lose and you're like, yeah, I gotta hold that. That was you're sick nasty with it.
Sick nasty with it, yeah. And you play this game for long enough, you end up being on both sides of it for sure. I mean, like, I think we can all say that at one point or another. At every level, too,
At every
right?
level,
at
for
every
sure.
level. So, yeah, this is it. This is first to 3 territory from here on out, baby.
Oh, my
Here
gosh.
we go. It's going to be the Zoner versus the Rushdown, the classic matchup. This is... Dog, this could go either way, man.
Honestly.
This is first to 3. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm not even going to try to speculate. I'm going to say we're going to see a lot of drops, a lot of big damage, and a lot of weird scramble situations.
This is
That's
awesome.
as far as I'm going to commit.
This is awesome because these are both Undernight players too.
Yes.
And they have also put
Yes.
a ton. And I know both these players were like, I could have done better. I could have so much done better in that set. And now they're
Reaper
here in
was
Lumina.
not happy with how we went out.
Yeah.
I know that for
No,
sure.
and it's one of those things where you do bad in bracket and you go, is it? I'm washed? Or it goes, no, I know I can't let it end here. I'm putting the coin back in the cabinet and we're playing again.
Absolutely. And now they have the chance to prove it here at top 3. Dude, it's just losers finals. Like, I would say, I would go out on a limb and say, yeah, they did prove it in one way or another here.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. Big smiles all around. There's the fist bump. Absolutely. These two are just happy to be here. I love this. This is one of the reasons I love this game. It's like all the top players at a certain point, like they all know each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like y'all have played this game long enough and talked with each other about this game long enough where it's all love at the end of the day.
Are we hopping right in or are we doing a button check? We're going to see.
Oh, no, that was the fist bump, brother. We're hopping right in.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I'd be fist button going to the button check and be like,
Oh, word?
hold on.
I don't know.
No, it's like you press a button first, you go, hold up, wait.
all right. Duce. No, we're going right into this. Here we go. This is Losers Finals. Akimi, no! Big drop to start it out in the pickup after a little chip guard action, it looked like. Oh, look at this damage, too. Oh, my goodness.
Everybody forgets because Vlovs aren't too active. This character does a lot of damage, too. It's scary.
Yeah, some of us haven't truly forgotten, but we have lost appreciation for sure. Reaper back in the driver's seat right here. Another big drop. Almost got the punish on the whipped air shield. Oh, okay, that was sick. All right.
Very good throw as well. It's a very scrambly situation. I think in other situations, Reaper might 3BC. Oh, we're out of there. Akimi not holding that.
Ooh. All right. That dive kick is the epitome of we're out of there. Get me out of this.
Charges in, but gets caught by the 2-2. No clash either, just going to work right out.
Yo, look at them. They're literally both dancing to the cat music right now. This is incredible.
I would like to
Banger
shout out,
track.
this is the first time we're hearing it tonight.
Yeah.
I'm very helpful for that. I do like my cat sound, but always in moderation.
Nah, every time. I pick this every time I'm up.
No.
Every time, bro. Strike throw, baby. Here it is. Reaper trying to answer back off that first one. Plus frames again. What? All right. Okay. Never mind. Akimi's sick with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and get the counter MD as well. Going to open Reaper up and get a little bit of damage here. I'm going to say probably like 3.0. Go for your throw. Safe jump. Yep, JC. And catches the landing shield. That is going to be a very unfortunate situation for Akimi because you were like, oh, this is coming at me. I shield. And then you land, the shield goes away. And you take a bunch of damage.
Full screen, run up, throw, and no. Okay, backdash. Akimi ready with the flame carpet. Back at you. This should be enough to get us to the corner. Safe heat. Thank you. Give me the health back.
Tries to
that's
2BC, but it was a little too low on the fireball.
That was the gunshot right there, bro. That was the sit down.
It's like when you're fighting against Vlov, a lot of people really want to counter zone.
Yes.
Only select players or characters can kind of do that. So it'll really rely on Reaper's movement to close the distance. We're seeing the Chargers are having a little bit of a hard time getting in, and we're getting right into game 2, and now we're staying very tight. There it is this time.
Yeah, Reaper's movement was OD in the last set, and I think it's going to have to adjust it slightly to deal with Akimi's zoning, but I mean, we've already seen the offense. We just have to clean up the drops, brother.
Help!
Oh, my goodness. All right. Akimi going to get the knockdown. Oh, no, we're going for the air throw. My bad. Classic Vlov, get the safe jump fade away. Charge it up, 5C. Reaper happy to block this whole thing out, just looking for that right slot. Akimi is playing this very safe right now.
Yeah. We're out of there.
Oh, there
no,
it is.
Doesn't 2-2 in time. We're going to just have to zone again. Great aerial there. I think Akimi likes to approach with that JC a lot. It's a very solid charge button to kind of challenge people at range. But if you can poke it before the charge frames get in, you get a nice fatal. And Reaper really showing a good amount of damage.
Oh, good tech on the tech throw.
And a little too far away to find the hit on the block. Akimi's going to get out and get the kill.
Akimi's been doing a really good job of holding strong on defense here. Very, very good decision making in terms of like when to poke out. And Reaper has been having a hard time adjusting to that so far. Oh, Flame Carpet a little too late.
Got the
there's the hit. Yep. Little OTG. I love the carry on that. No, brother, what is happening?
Oh no, the fireball, and that is going to be a good chunk as well. It's a very good starter. We're at 4.4.
That's crazy.
And you tried to reset. Girl, you gotta chill. Overhead time. All right. Reaper coming in with that 60.
I'm up 3 rounds, dog. I ain't gonna chill. We're gonna put the gas on this.
We haven't even gotten to ice mode yet.
Right? Yo, there it is. Okay. Able to get the air shield. A little scary, but hey, you know what? You made it happen. Back throw into the corner. Here's the moon drive DP. Yep.
Saw the 5A in startup. Not enough time to pull the shield back out.
Yeah. Okay. Back throw again. Oh, good blocks.
That was very good. I was not sure what side we were on.
Yeah, I thought that was going to cross up. I'm going to be so real. I would have got hit. There's the staggers again. Absolutely calling out the repeat. And Akimi cashes out with the super. 2 games in a row for Akimi.
Yeah,
Reaper's gonna have to turn it up, dude. This is getting dicey. What's the play here? What do you do?
We're probably gonna see Miyako.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of hope so.
Low-key.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm gonna kind of say, probably should have seen that earlier.
Yeah.
So the thing with Miyako is you don't see her as much, but she's still really good. She's a very hyper-energetic child.
Yes.
She's got a stomp with her 2-2C that hits full screen on the ground.
She's got JB.
And because Vlav is a very on-the-ground zoner, you can use that to counter-poke if they try to do something like that. Unfortunately,
for it right there.
That was 2VC. So
2VC, yep.
It's not as far for that move. It's still pretty good, but you have to really use the meter to try and catch some of those. Nice air throw.
Beautiful. Oh, that was
and the overhead.
Yeah, if y'all haven't seen on Miyako before, that DP is also an overhead, so you got to be real careful about that. Here we go, Reaper. I really want to see some of the OTG shenanigans he's like kind of really famous for. You know what I mean? Some of those mix-ups are gnarly.
It's one of those characters like Ohaku who have this very long OTG string. It's very funny, and you tend to see it a lot because some moves just naturally OTG.
Yeah, for sure.
And here we go, throw combo time.
Oh yeah, and she does get a combo in the corner. That's right. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Scales pretty heavily, but delayed air dash in. Good tech and just DPs. Reaper says, I am pressing. It is my turn. I don't care what you're doing.
Charge 214, keeps it safe.
Yeah.
And just goes right in for the delay launcher. Reaper going to the corner.
I like that. Keep it simple until you prove otherwise. Like, until you need to otherwise, rather. Oh, almost punishes the tap shield right there. Missed the timing by a hair. And this is the spacing I want to see. Flame carpet hits. And Akimi might be able to close this out.
It'll be close. No, lets it drop. Tries to go for the air throw on the reset.
Air tech? First time I've seen that in a minute.
Elbow?
Oh.
And he's gonna punish the whiff throw. It was a little too far away. I love that movement. Elbow sends you kind of like an arcing motion down, so it can be really awkward to interact with sometimes in the air. And tries to air throw again. This child is too small.
Too small. And that JB hitbox is like kind of egregious to deal with, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. Here we go. Cool combo again, side switch, trying to maintain that corner.
And this 5C's right in. You are not mashing on me.
Zemiti.
Safe jump.
Jump, yep.
Keep it staggers. It goes in for the overhead attempt, but it doesn't work. Great heat from Akimi. And our counter.
Wow, okay. Jumps into it, shield. Just has to hold this.
I don't know how I feel about Reaper going for MD there. Akimi with a slight advantage. Nope, there it goes.
It wasn't the end of the world, right? Like, he got a lot of health back with heat.
True.
Able to maintain positioning, I think, was really what he wanted. He wanted to keep Akimi in the corner here. Here we go.
Catches again, another heat. And that chip is no joke.
No.
And we got a hit, but we don't get the pickup. No meter.
Uh-oh, that's big damage. Oh, no. Fatal counter off the ice missiles. This is going to be a problem.
And we're charging. We need the resources. Calls it out with the 214B. Doesn't get a pickup, but that's okay. Keep the offense going. And does the jump in. Goes left, right, and I said same side. And it works. Akimi on set point and in ice mode. Reaper trying to make the Miyako work. There's the 2-2C. Gets the full screen. We get the OTG combo. Takes you to the corner. Oh, no. That was definitely something wrong there. I don't think the 214B was the option to go. And now Reaper in a bad spot.
Yeah, this is set point, by the way. Akimi is on the verge of 3-0ing Reaper. Reaper has to pull it out. No!
What a trade!
Oh my goodness, that could have been so much worse. And Akimi's been doing a really good job of blocking these cross-ups too. All right. Still doesn't block that one, and now you are going to have to eat this mix-up in the corner. Overhead, double overhead with the throw, and just does it again.
And tries to go for the reset, and able to catch it. The heat was meatied, so it's going to force the guard cancel. Reaper catches out the level 3. He's staying alive.
It is going to be so fitting if Reaper does all this work with Mash and then finally has to like break out with Miyako to make it into Grands. That like there's going to be some poetic justice with that, but still needs 2 more games to go.
Something you don't really see in this game too much are dual mains. Akimi notably had like 3 different characters that she would play.
Tried to play CL for a while, right?
CL, Dan, but has mostly stuck to the Blob. But Reaper is one of the few dual mains like still kind of around.
Yeah.
So happy to see the Miyako get some work. Double MD and Akimi right with throw.
Oh, what a clash. Oh my goodness, that comes out so fast. NegaReaper going to get the hit. Spend the bar. Jump, jump.
Tries to go empty low. Great match from Akimi calling out the no meaty. And now you're going to the corner.
Oh no! You thought, bro. You thought, and that is going to cost you. Didn't get the fatal counter, but it does not matter. Did not have enough health to eat even the smallest of hits.
I like the idea. Does not work. Akimi just a little away from the shockwave on that 4BC. And yeah, no, Reapers has to kind of hold this. You don't have Moon, so you're going to be a little more risky on your approach. Nice team.
Wow. All right, we'll take that.
Help.
Yeah, you can tell Akimi not want to get hit by the funny here. We're just doing a run-up throw.
There's MD. We built it. Temper Tantrum. We're in. A great pickup.
Yeah, that was crisp. Oh, no, that's trouble. That's trouble right here. Back to full screen. Oh, scary from the 5C.
That's it. That's air blockable.
Yep.
We've been waiting for that all set.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet, have we? That's crazy.
No, that's
that was
a very,
mainstay for
it's
a
an
while.
important setup that Club has and can use MD or meter to get it. And now we're guessing for game. Here's the bait on the heat. Goes in for throw this time.
This is it. Set point. This is your tournament life on the line.
more.
One more hit.
Tries to go for it again. It doesn't work. Reaper going to get a little bit of health back.
Run under, please.
We're so scared. Gets the tech on the throw.
Wow.
And catches right on the shield. No counter shield from Reaper. And that is going to be enough. Akimi is going to punch her ticket back into Grand Finals and fight Kikoho and try and win on the run back.
Look at that deep breath right there. Like, yeah, you know what? I got it. I still got more work to do, though. Yeah, there it is. There's Akimi's significant other coming over saying, hell yeah, good work. Minimum top 2 finish right here.
I think today is their anniversary, too.
Is it really? Oh, that's so hype. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I remember.
To do it on the big stage. Oh, that's awesome.
I went to breakfast with them earlier today, and I felt like I was kind of third wheeling. I was like, my bad.
As you do sometimes. It's all good.
Look, it's FGC with the homies. We all want to get food.
Most
so shout out to her. Awesome showing to have on such a day. And we're going to have to see if some of that magic can keep going into this set. Kikoho. Oh, man.
This is the test, right? This is the test right here.
This
This is the king. Kikoho is like in talks for the best in this version of the game right now.
Honestly, I'm going to keep it a buck.
Yeah, hit me.
If we had power ranking still, he would be #1, like, undisputed. He has had a few losses that are a little there and here, but I think from, like, the start of this year, he has made the best case for himself to be the best player right now in North America.
Absolutely. Especially like Grand Finals at Frosty's, that was a quick 3-0. Like, that was fast, dog. Responsible for sending Scrawt to losers there, who obviously ran into Shinoa, 3-0'd Shinoa, and just how many dominant runs online have we seen, right?
TNS, Monday Night Match Fest, probably has entered one of Junie's Melty Sweeps. It's like, there's so many brackets that Kikoho has shown. I'm really good. I can do it. And trying to prove it here one more set.
I'm really glad he's doing it with Red Arc, too. That's one of those characters that I've always said is like, very solid, very good character. I still stand by. I don't really think she has any losing matchups. I think her worst matchups even. But, dude, it is so satisfying to see a specialist come out and really prove it to everybody.
Oh, for sure.
It's great. All right, we'll see, though. Akimi had the beginnings of some stuff in Winners Finals, but it was obviously not enough.
Huh? Don't do that.
What?
That's not nice. Split second, Akimi picked PCL, and I was like,
"Oh yeah, no, that was a misclick right there."
It's really funny too because that matchup really hard. It's like even maybe.
Maybe, right.
And just pick it up is crazy. All right, we're button checking. We're making sure all the buttons work. The doobity doos.
Akimi's checking the down button right there, bro. Man.
And Kikoho's like, yeah, here's like all the things I need to make sure this controller actually does things for.
Yeah.
I need to make sure everything's going okay, and if anything goes wrong. I know in the past he's had a few issues with it plugging into PS4 sometimes, so always good to make sure everything's functional. All right, we're locked in.
This is it. This is our last match of the afternoon. Combo Breaker 2025 Multiblood Type Lumina Grand Finals starts right now. Yeah, pick a good stage. Give me, no, not that one. No, come on. All right. Well, to each their own, I suppose. They picked cat though, right? Did they pick the cat theme?
No, I don't know. This is the Net Play Classic.
Very true.
Yeah, it's just nighttime Mario stage right here on the top of the skyscraper. If I'm living underneath there in the apartment, I'm like, what is happening up there? These are two like top-level earth-shattering threats just casually fighting here on a Sunday night.
Indeed. Here it is. All right, Kikoho off to a very good start here in Grand Finals. Shield, yup, thank you very much. Not wanting to risk it on the RPS. Kikoho happy to stand back and just maintain the position right here. Oh, from downtown, the fatal counter is gonna let Akimi get out of the corner. This is absolutely what she needs to get us started. All right, let's see this Oki. Oh, just trying to bait off the shield. Does not get the punish on the low shield. Run under, yeah, has to moondrive to make that safe.
Keep it safe with the meter as well. Gets the pickup, but a little too late on the 2C.
It's an awkward little set of circumstances right there. Akimi coming out on top. Are we gonna see the back throw into the corner? No, just the run under side switch, okay. Okay, dude, dog, we are testing each other's defense right now. Oh my God, the neutral pokes are insane. Max range from Akimi, and this should be more than enough to kill right here. Are we gonna? Yeah, we're gonna spend the 3 just
That's
in
gonna
case.
kill.
Yeah.
Yep. You get kills, and you get a little bit of moon for it. Honestly, optimal to go. Akimi is really good, and because you have to be with Blob, is doing the moon to meter kind of cycle.
Yes.
You want to build the moon to build the meter, build the meter to build the moon, and if you get caught without both, you're in trouble.
Oh, you're so screwed. I would much rather have moon going into the round than meter. Like every time. All right, Kikoho working on another pseudo perfect right here. Opened up with the low, and this should be enough, barring any drops. No air throw.
No, one more. You don't want to spend the meter here. You want to keep it.
Oh, true, you're down around. That's so true. Shield. Oh, tap shield back.
Jump slight back into the IAD to catch the low. Because sometimes you don't want to just jump straight up or jump forward IAD. You might get clipped by moves like that.
Yeah.
So by doing that slight jump back, you give yourself a little more space for the arching air dashes to cover over. And wow. We win the class interaction. Akimi in ice mode though, so as long as she can find a way out of here, she can start establishing some serious pressure.
Yeah, this is how it starts. Moon drive to answer back, and that's just going to be a throw punish straight up. Not much you could do right there. Good up to Kikoho for holding on to the resources to counter. Safe jump. Just going for the mid right here. Good tech from Akimi. I'm respecting it.
Maybe a little too much. Got clipped by the second overhead. And this is going to be a hard knockdown into potential guess for game here.
Oh, good tech again. Here we go, and there's the reversal. That's what Akimi was looking for last time. Big ups for the patience. Blood, heat, trying to get that health back, and if you get the hit, it's going to be massive damage. Kikoho very happy to just wait this out, play it very patiently. You have the life lead, no need to overcommit. Blocking the flame carpet right here once again, just tested with the fireballs. Oh, no commitment, and I cannot believe that's just some good air footsies right there, bro, straight up.
Kikoho did good not pressing a button when that JA connected. Meant he didn't get fatal counter, so he was able to answer back. But now Akimi fighting out of the corner, finds the run under. And this is going to be a chunk of damage and to probably charge for resources. We want to get a little more moon. Oh, gets caught. Didn't have enough to MD. And Kikoho going to take game 1.
All right, here we go. Akimi came dangerously close there to finally taking a game, which, friendly reminder, is better than she did in winners. That was 3-0 in winners finals.
Yeah, it was a bit hard, but she's very much keeping up.
Absolutely. Oh my God, yeah. Clearly making Kikoho think twice about some of these setups. God, that's so much damage, dude. Here we go. Throw bait again on the IAD. Kikoho on the verge of being able to 3-touch Akimi right here. One more shot. Air throw ender. Give me the safe jump. Oh, all right. The low right there. The air stall.
We're so here.
We are so back, gang. This is it. Jumping over the big button. Not enough to kill. Okay.
That's enough there.
Yeah, I would have got hit by that too. I'm going to be so real with you. You see the onion ring whiff up top there. You're like, oh, free punish? Nope. That was a perfect too. Damn, bro.
Got the hit, but no fatal. Oh, this time though, we get that. That's a punish.
Oh, yeah.
We dropped it though. Didn't get didn't quite get the jump for the JC to connect.
4 BC, brother. 4 BC or 7 BC right there. Whatever, one of those two. Either way, that moon skill is ultra good in that scenario. Kikoho back in the driver's seat. Oh, okay.
Interesting situation there where Akimi actually pressed the throw macro first and was negative for it.
That's crazy. One of those silly little ads. You see that beauty a lot too, actually. All right, here we go. Akimi just potentially could kill off the next hit. Keep it optimal, and this should be good enough. Let's see. You got the meter, Akimi. 1 bar.
Yeah, just
bada
one
bing,
bar.
bada boom.
Both players with a very low moon count, but their meter's looking great. Going to be just about even. Interesting to see where our round start is, and it's going to be Kikoho getting slightly close. Akimi not trying to retreat out.
Oh, jumping right over it in the flip. Oh, yes. Gets caught blocking the wrong side. Kikoho trying to go up 2 games right here.
Does the whiff ring, but was still a little plus. Was just over Akimi, so no throw. Oh, we get those. Run up 6 BC, and this is going to do so much.
Yes, it is. And you got, oh, not if you drop it, though. Another fatal counter. Psych, it's just a reset. Cash out with the super.
Yep, give me my moon back. And that's it. Got the mash. Works out.
Dog.
Akimi got greedy, and Kikoho on the verge of winning combo breaker and not breaking a sweat. I don't think Kikoho has lost a single game in this bracket. I could be wrong.
I'm certain you're correct. Yep, I just looked at top 8 and he hasn't, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, he's been putting in some serious work, and it's on Akimi to figure out what adaptation she needs to make it through.
Oh, good shield. And the delay A follow-up to get the punish right here. Akimi trying to hold on here. Safe
Tries
jump.
the JC safe jump was too early, I think. Maybe the jump after the air throw was not in position. And Kikoho taking it back in the driver's seat and lands with the ring this time. No whiff. Also, sometimes, this is player perspective, sometimes it looks like it crosses up and Kikoho is going to be on the other side.
Right?
It happens. And that's an overhead.
Oh, no. Oh, that's it. Oh, that is going to do it. Spinning the meter at the last second. Did that count? I don't think so.
No, it didn't count.
Hell yeah, you held on to that. Kikoho is on tournament point. One more, just need the one more round. Ice Flav is in the house, but we are gonna have to play some defense. It looks like OTG for the corner carry. Yeah, moon drive right back at you, jumping right over the flame carpet. Clinical from Kikoho, just already into Akimi's head. Gotta watch the wake up right here.
Tries to reset. Yeah, you deserve that. No, I'm sorry.
No argument here,
Oh
bro.
no! That's actually fine. You're dead.
This
Who
is
died?
it. 3 bars on deck. 1. Are we gonna spend the second one? No, that's not enough. That's not enough.
Another
one more
one.
hit. One more hit. That's still not
No,
enough.
it's not enough.
Throw kills here. 47,
Oh,
and it's
rematch.
going to be the 5A. Kikoho is your multi-blood type Lumina Combo Breaker 2025 champion. 3-0 in grand finals, as dominant as you can. Look, Kikoho proving why they are the best to do it right now, right in this game right here.
Yeah, no,
Whoa,
that was
whoa.
very, very business as usual. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It was giving me a little bit of a scare there at the end. It could have, a lesser player spirals out of control after
Yes,
something like that.
absolutely.
But managed to stay strong, said, no, just play the game as normal. We go for the meaty, and if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, we start block string. And Kikoho, that's looking very confident. Gonna leave this time with the combo breaker trophy. Not second place, not third place, not fifth place. We get that first place, taking it home to Connecticut. That is 2 out of 2 Illinois majors going to Connecticut.
That's true. 1 Frosties, too. I forgot about that.
Yep.
So last year, Scrawt won, and the year before it was Erin, correct?
So Erin won
Or was that
Frosties
4
in
years ago?
2024
No,
over
for Combo Breaker.
For Combo
2 years
Breaker,
ago. 2 years ago.
I think Scrawt won that one, and then he came back and won it again. Erin had a really good run. So that was back when Erin was playing Shiki, and
That's right.
like they were
That's
taking
right.
bodies. Like people were dying.
That's when a lot of people like first learned about Erin. A lot of people weren't familiar, and then all of a sudden, oh, who's the Shiki player that's absolutely cooking kids?
It's like the CL, unknown OD CL player, unknown OD Shiki player, and then they become the top player.
Yep.
So yeah, this is 2 for 2. This is 3 out of 4 Illinois events that have gone to Connecticut, including Frosties from Erin in last year's Frosties. So very good to them. This has been an excellent bracket. This was a lot of fun.
It's a good day for Melty Blood.
Great day for Melty Blood.
Good day for Melty
If you ever wonder how you want to get into Melty Blood, the game's on sale for like 60% off like every other month.
All the time.
Not even.
Free DLC too, by the way.
Yeah, the DLC is all included. Just gotta buy the
Always.
base game. A lot of servers in North America that host this game a lot. It's awesome.
Yeah, and there's always active players too. So like that's how I found out about Shinoa for the first time. Is I'm pinging for games and I'm like, who's this Alco kid? I've never heard of them before. Show up for Frosties. Oh, okay. You're actually I'm just not bad here. You're actually ridiculous.
Yeah,
all right, that's cool.
It's like you're right. You got it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout outs to Panic Shield Anonymous. It's the biggest North America one, but also the Fighting Geese Gaggle. They're hosting Melty Sweep, hosted by Junie, every bi-weekly Friday. You get your own little fair share. We even get to see some people from the South America scene or even the EU scene that hop in. And FGC Nocturne as well. They've got a nice group of Melty Blood players. I see you. So if you're ever looking to play Melty Blood, there's a lot of places.
And if we're shouting out EU Melty, shout out to my homie Nick V running it down on Wanted on Damascus' stream. Always a pleasure, my man. And, of course, my homie Rexu, too. EU Melty goes hard.
Yeah, shout out to all of Lumina. I actually got to go back there for Op Played back in February in Austria.
That's right.
Beautiful city. Awesome places. I'm still bitter I lost that set in Grands. It's so hard, but man, it was so great to see everybody. And a shout out to the South America scene as well. Melty Sud, Melty Nord, they're both great. If you're in Latin America, make sure you go join those Discords if you can for more Melty games. Personal shout out to Drakme. That's my go.
Drakme.
I would not be playing Kohaku the way I am.
Yeah, I was gonna
shout
say,
outs to Danny, all the people in the Kohaku channel in PSA. Y'all are awesome. This character has a future. We're slowly getting there.
Slowly but surely. Dog, I remember the first time I saw Drak, too. It's one of those heat baits in the corner where she flies over you. I lost my mind, bro. Lost my mind. That was crazy.
No, this game's I cannot stress enough like how good this game is and how expressive
really
everybody is when they play this game. Yeah. If you're new, you play Smash, you play another fighting game, and you're looking to get into something that has a bit of movement, it's still pretty easy to get into and slowly pick the pieces for. I cannot recommend it enough.
Shield is not as obtuse as it used to be.
Wait,
I promise.
I also got to shout out Kirby. That's my goat.
Oh, yeah, shout out
if
Kirby.
You're going to UMAD, I hope he's going there. You got to see him. Awesome Mario player. Shout out to JCOM too. I'm so sorry your bracket prediction went wrong.
JCOM the GOAT.
I think the only thing that went right was the Kikoho top 1 pick.
Well, I mean, come on. We're all saying that.
No, you had to
we're
tune in.
Always saying
you
this.
got to tune into the JCOM streams. He'll be spitting facts, but sometimes fact is even stranger than fiction.
Yeah, dude. Very topical. Very topical. Yeah, hang tight. We are currently waiting on our award ceremony, so don't go anywhere. We should be kicking that over to our homie Pete. If y'all know Melty Blood, y'all know Pete. Running Midwest Mix Fest. Keep an eye out for that. I believe we're going to have some announcements for that soon-ish. But I went there last year, dude. I cannot talk that up enough. Melty was a ton of fun, but like the rest of the games, too, were just absolutely crazy. The vibes were immaculate. They put on a really good show up there.
Speaking of mix-up, this is really funny. The mix-up out in Lyon, France.
Of course.
That is going to be coming up next month in July. Or no, 2 months in July. Melty is a main game. I'm very surprised to see that. So if you're in the area, consider coming out to that. Yeah. We actually have quite a few events coming up here. So we've got CEO as a side event. Hi, I'm the TO. Please sign up now before, instead of going to the event. I'll be very upset if I have to seed 50 killers before bracket. It should be a great time. We're in Orlando, new venue. We've got Toryukin coming up in Toronto, Canada. This is great. It's been a while since we have a nice non-UMAD WeMad event. And we've got UMAD again coming up later. And Con. Shout out to Uni. Con coming up soon, but we're going to have to take it back, I think, now for our top 8 presentation.
We're still getting set up. We're still getting set up.
My bad, Slime.
UMAD is still happening this year? I had heard
just
some mixed
announced
things.
recently with Lumina. It's going to be out of Quebec once again. New runners, I believe, trying to hold the mantle. And a shout out to our TOs again, Kikoho, Host Hog, and in Connecticut. Weekly Lumina. Their scene is so beautiful, so alive. And if you're ever in that New England, New York area, you got to check them out.
A lot of killers coming out through that. A lot of killers. I feel like every time I pull up to one of these offline brackets, I get cooked by some new kid from Connecticut who I'd never heard of before. It's like, I play Erin and Kikoho every day. I'm like, well, I'm not going to win this.
If you're ever wanting to build a scene, you should always try to. You can always play around, even if you start online. All right, I don't know if we're
No, not quite yet. We're good. All right. So we're going to kick it over to my homie, Run the Mix, Pete, for our award ceremony right now.
Ooh.
All right, give it up for your Melty Blood Type Lumina Top 8.
the whole crew.
In
out
7th
here.
place, we have Shinoa.
It's my goal. 2nd place to Frosty Faustin. Still making top 8 here at Combo Breaker.
Also in 7th place, Hyde.
Old school GOAT, still the rower main, my dog.
In 5th place, DatBoyUchiha.
He was throwing so much hands. That was so much smoke.
Also in 5th place, ScrawtVermillion.
Yeah, very strong throwing nonetheless. We were not expecting to see him here, but
In
he's been
4th
going crazy
place,
in all the games.
Luffy.
That's my goat. We love Luffy. We love to see it.
Here's the big man.
In 3rd place, Reaper.
Woo! Yeah, pulling
Best
off
showing so far.
so well.
Lots to be
so
proud
well
of
done.
him.
In 2nd place, Akimi.
Akimi's just like, how did I get here? Yeah,
No,
she's
knows
so
she's
good.
sick with it. She's so
Yeah,
good.
she's sick nasty
And
with
your
it. She's the
Melty
goat.
Blood type Lumina champion. Give it up for Kikoho.
Yeah, we love to see it. Let's go, Kikoho.
Yo, hold it up high, son. Yeah, you earned that. Love seeing these young guys come up win big, God.
All right,
Yeah.
one more round of applause for your Melty Blood type Lumina top 8.
Oh, man. Smiles all around. You love to see it, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kikoho is like wandering off. He's like,
Where
I
do
got the
I
trophy,
go?
bro. I'm
Where
outta
do I
here.
go? Help!
All right, that is going to be it for us here this weekend. I got one more block, a little surprise. CF Top 4 is happening on IFC Yipe stream.
That's so hype.
Fenrich is here. Tune in for that. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be a treat. But
Wow.
hey, my man, great run this weekend.
Oh my
dog.
God,
You got a lot to be proud of for that Kohaku
I'm
run.
so
You have a
happy.
lot to be proud of.
And this block, awesome. I'm glad I got to be here.
Same.
It's like
Same.
highs and lows. Didn't make it. I got to come with one of the best in the business,
Oh.
and
I'm not
I'll be
Makoto
forever-
Fox, bro. That's
No, you, Makoto Fox, all the commentators here, everybody doing a great job. So I'm happy to just be a part of it.
It's good to have you.
But make sure you tune in to the rest of top 8 or top 4s for the side events. We got top 8 for other events coming up here, and yeah.
Thank you so much for having us. This is always a treat. Every time I come here, I cannot believe that we're allowed to do this. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for tuning in. Thank you for helping make this happen. Have a great night, and there's going to be more games coming right at you right now.
For sure.
10